Greetings.
Hello.
Hi.
Tis
Hi.
us. How are you doing? We are back in the warehouse, ready to provide you some improvised storytelling in the
Indeed.
form of pirate adventures and whatnot. Alex Smith is in control of this. We
Like
are
Magneto.
merely the puppets.
Like Magneto, and their bodies are made of wire coat hangers, poised to slice and abort at a moment's notice.
Have you seen Pinocchio?
Yeah?
One of Tom Hanks' worst performance ever.
Pinocchio?
There's a new Pinocchio film, yeah. I
Oh.
decided to flick it on. It was on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Not good.
It's really weird as well. It's really kind of uncanny valley, and the animation is the same as the original cartoon,
Right.
but I say that the cartoon design is still 3D CGI. But Tom Hanks was terrible in it. Absolutely awful.
I guess.
You don't hear that about Tom Hanks.
Was he quite wooden?
He was quite wooden.
Oh, shit. I mean, you'd
he
struggle
changed
if
your
your son was Chet Hanks. Come on.
I don't think that should make a difference.
I think it should. I think we should give him a Chet pass.
Chet pass.
Rain Chet.
Nice.
Yeah. A rain chet.
Well, hello everybody. I'm going to say this probably in the episode or at the end of the episode, but since you're here already, I might as well say it now as well. This is going to be the last session for a month. Craig is going away to become a monk, and it's only going to take 4 weeks, which is the good news. The bad news is that during that time he needs to become one with his body and
myself.
soul,
Yeah.
which is going to take quite a lot of masturbation. So no,
Well,
we are
19th of October.
we are going to return. The next time we'll be doing a booty D&D will be on the 19th of October, all things well. In that time, there'll still be regular streams on Wednesdays. We might do something interesting. We might just do regular gaming streams. Who knows? But there'll still be streams on Wednesdays. It's just that this is going to be a break. What it does mean, however, the good news, during that time, I don't want to spoil the story, but there'll be a period of improvement and reflection upon what happens to the characters within the story and indeed the story itself. So we are going to sort of have a third and final act of Booty. Consider this the end of the second act. And in the third act, we'll have slightly stronger characters again. So I think I'm going to upgrade the team to level 9, which should give them access to much more, I think, 4th level spells at that point. Which is always fun. There's much more for Titus to play with, I'm sure. And then they will take on sort of the last act of this story, which will be hopefully exciting.
The end game.
Yeah, exciting and back on a ship which would be good. And yeah, I mean that's the plan. So this will be the last session for 4 weeks, then we'll return.
With
For
a
the
rocky
final
montage.
act. I know originally we were saying this was going to be about 10 sessions. I'm guessing, but I think that the final act will be at least 4 sessions. So you're looking now at 13 sessions total.
Nice round number.
Good number.
Nice
isn't it?
round 13 sessions. Unlucky for some. Yes, so that's what's going to happen. But we've got a full session for you today. So I hope you're looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to it.
That's a nice t-shirt you've got on there. What's that?
Thank you. It's a bootleg one I found in Greece.
Oh, people were big enough to be bootlegged. Did you just fart? What was that? No,
No fart from me.
no. It was the face and sound that made it.
And the smell.
Random crackly then. Fine now. Nice.
Maybe this shirt will be more widely available very soon.
Bloody hell.
But I'm not going to promise
I
anything.
was trying to work out what it says, like HF.
HFM,
Film.
AIS.
The HFMS.
What are the
class.
3? The top word I get, hat. I don't know what
Oh,
film
I've been
means.
going down.
Or musper. Oh, you're going
Left
down.
and down. Or is
Huffam.
it TL plus
A's.
SM?
Oh,
God, it's a weird game.
God, there's some crosswords
Phil-
in there.
That's why it's a bootleg version.
I can see, I
Tuffums.
can make the word fail. F-A-I-L.
Yeah.
You go, up. Hill with 1 L.
Yeah, I can see fail.
God, you can. It's like a word search.
Tim's in there. T-I-M.
Oh, yeah.
Tim?
Yeah.
Slim.
Oh, lit.
Stim.
L-I-T. Tail.
Slit.
T-A-I-L.
Did you say slit?
Flat.
Smit.
Either way, you can play this game soon with
I
your
can't-
own version.
I can't wait to play it on other people's t-shirts.
And don't get me started on the back.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
If you know, it's hard to
Does
show
it
it
say
all.
thermal?
It's kind of a tease.
Yeah.
It's just thermal.
That probably means stuff.
Does it have to make sense?
I've not tested a sound effects. Let me
Doesn't
check.
have to make sense.
Good, that works.
Perfect.
As always, chat, audio, visual quality and sync check should be perfectly in sync this time because the thing causing it is not being used anymore. You'll notice the overlay's gone
Is that a choice why you're not using it anymore?
because Trot told me not to use it.
Too many glitches.
No, we just stopped our sponsors.
It was the sponsor stuff.
Oh, the sponsor,
It
was
the
that
sponsor
causing
stuff.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had to run 2 versions of OBS
Oh,
to
shit, well,
record.
that's starting up again, by the way. I forgot to mention.
Oh, I better go. Right, we're going
Not today,
offline.
though.
We're-
Okay.
Oh, okay, not today.
That's fine.
Not today, but they'll be back. One of them will be back.
We did it. We did it, chat.
We did it.
You did
You
it.
did it. Thank you.
Sherlock Holmes is loving Smith's Ned Flanders stash.
Nice. Genuinely not trolling. That's good.
Thank you.
Diddly.
Oh, hey there, neighbour.
Diddly.
I can't do a good impression. But I've got a throat thick with McDonald's grease,
Nice.
which is always the best way to start.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like to break out the tash now and then. Then I get a bit bored of it.
Oh, he also said it will tickle my asshole nicely.
Did he?
I'm not even joking. He's written that down. It's there.
That's lovely.
So there you go.
Little tickler. That would mean I'm going at his gooch, not his butthole as well.
Well, yeah.
So,
Well, let's you upside down.
It really depends. We
Spider-Man
can
style.
Spend a long time thinking about it.
we can.
We could do some illustrations as an iPad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Get some drawings on the go, maybe some CGI.
The bristles of my mustache are like 1,000 tiny little hands.
Oh wow, amazing.
They're like, you've ever flipped a starfish upside down? You see the little
I
like
haven't, my-
Oh,
I've
yeah,
seen
I hate it.
Yeah.
that.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
Very
Starfish are quite
sexy.
messed up.
They've got
really.
thousands of little feet.
Yeah, it's gross.
Well, why do you keep sticking your dick in it? Not another one.
He's wrapping his cock in starfish he keeps finding on the floor.
All right,
Don't
gamers.
trust him on a beach.
I'm going to assume everything is fine. No one's complained about anything. So
0 complaints. It's a perfect stream.
I will just say, I should have said this off stream, Smith. I haven't got any new assets for this stream. Is that correct?
Oh my god.
You didn't send me anything.
You can
have
quickly
them?
just
Is there anything
AI
I
art them. It's fine.
Is there
I
any-
have
No,
got.
that's
I
fine.
have got
It'll all
unused-
just be theatre of the mind for now.
I have
I also
got-
kind of wanted to get you guys some goggles, which I forgot to do. So there's only 1 or 2 pairs, isn't there? Have we got 3 pairs?
I've got one pair.
They're very tight.
Oh, there was
They
some
are
just
very
here.
tight.
There were. I
Where
think
have
I
they
moved
gone?
them. Sorry, there wasn't enough. There weren't enough, but
PPI?
I'll just describe it. PPE.
PPE?
PPI is payment protection insurance. There you go. 1 set of goggles. There's another set of
They're
goggles.
very nice and dusty.
Find 1 more set of eye protection.
Okay,
for me.
Really?
here we
Anything will
go,
do.
chat. Let's find something.
If you don't, Craig, you're going to be the guy that has duct tape wrapped around his eyes instead.
I don't want to be that.
You don't want to be duck eye.
There was another set. Where have they gone?
He's so keen to find them. Look how excited he is to find goggles.
They were literally here as I sat and ate my lunch. Someone's worn them since.
Someone's been wearing them today.
Those
Why is
are
everything
really
red? I
fucking
can't
dusty, holy
like,
shit.
see detail.
I don't want to put them on.
They're children's ones.
They're not going to fit my head. My head's huge.
That's, yeah.
Does this count?
Let's assume
Abnormally
we've got
large.
them.
No.
All right. Well, we might have to. Oh,
PPI?
PPE,
Boom. Perfect.
PPI.
It's too dusty,
It's a
Craig.
visual representation, I'm sure.
It's going to damage your
one of
eyes
us
if you wear
will be
these
fine
goggles.
With the gogglers. And you're right, Smelter, right?
I'm in the
I haven't uploaded
toilet.
that one to Instagram,
Switching to
Yeah.
toilet mic.
but I will.
Nice here in the toilet.
Where's the webcam in here? I
Oh,
do.
no, I have got it on Instagram. The Tortilla Challenge is on there. Unless you mean film a different one. If you don't already, go follow our TikTok.
I should
It's
probably
being
do
updated
that.
with funny clips. That is all.
Make a TikTok account as well if you haven't.
Make a TikTok account. Make sure to follow ours. Like every single one. It doesn't make us money, but it's apparently a good marketing tool.
They are, mate. If you want to wear your nice goggles,
Oh, thanks.
maybe don't put them on your eyes.
I won't put the one yet. Look at the elastic. It's all
Oh, they're
dried out and
soaking.
dead. I have them at the ready.
Okay.
Yes, I do ladders. Thank you. It's the same one. It's a classic model now. 2007. Is that classic? When does it become classic? 20 years? It's 20 years classic.
Well, 90s is
What?
A
vintage.
car. How old does a car to be before it becomes a classic car?
So 20 years, I guess.
Like
is-
20 plus.
Yeah.
Does an old car just...
2027.
Is that the like criteria for a classic car? Is it that it has to be old,
Old. I don't
or is
know.
it just that it has to be?
Of a specific, like unique design.
Yeah.
In short, any car that's aged 40 years or older is considered to be a classic in official terms.
Oh,
Well, I've just got some years
got
to
a
go.
while
So
ago.
I've just got an old car, yes.
20,
Just an older car.
2047.
It's not classic.
The what's it called? The Mercedes 280 SL. They're really beautiful. They're from like the mid 80s, and those are going up and up in value. So I'd say that that's now a classic. They're
5 turbos, a classic.
335 turbo.
Although I had the campus edition of my first car.
Right, campus edition. What is that for driving around
It
university?
was like a grandma's car. It was.
Oh, was that the before one that I saw that you had?
It's
Spills as well.
Yeah, the one. I think it got hit by another car
By another drug dealer?
before I went to uni.
Shame. I've
It
been
is
hit
a
by a
shame.
car
It's a
before.
damn shame. It had a subwoofer in it and everything.
Of course it fucking did.
It was so tiny. It was such a funny little car. I miss it.
I miss my Volkswagen Golf with the choke.
You don't miss that shit.
Charles had loads
Your
of
car's
cars.
an amazing car now. You have an electric vehicle. Well, half
I do have a hybrid EV.
hybrid.
you got best of both worlds.
Yeah.
White and brown.
You know, the
Hopeless.
petrol engine might not be dying out if they can make the sustainable fuel more cheaper. At the moment, it's
Yeah.
like £10 per litre, but if they can get it down, it'll
Sustainable fuel.
yeah,
What do you mean?
and it just works in the petrol engine. Like you can even mix it with petrol.
Can you make it at home just like a...
In a
a
big
mixture
old
of
bucket.
oil
I don't know how they make it, but it's like the only carbon it outputs is the carbon that it put in it to create it. So, like that was already in it, basically.
Carbon neutral fuel.
And what's
Yeah.
the exhaust fumes?
Yeah, what are the fumes?
That, just the carbon that was
Yeah,
already.
like
Well, that's not true though, is it? Because if it's fuel, if it's petrol, it's still going to emit like
Oh,
monoxide.
it might be like water or stuff like that as well. I don't know. I can't remember what it is.
All right.
It's the same kind of thing that Formula One are developing.
Yeah, you've been done a kipper.
By
Craig.
2030,
Craig's
they're going to be
Craig's
carbon
taking that
neutral.
propaganda straight up. Nah, you are right. There are some elements of
Is
how
that a propaganda,
petrol will
is it?
still stay
Keep
around.
the manual. Keep the manual
Don't keep
transmission.
the manual.
I want a gear
Manual.
stick.
What? Don't keep the manual.
Don't keep the manual.
I think it's good.
Keep the manual.
I mean, I can see why people would want to. I mean, when you've got an automatic car, it's easy. Isn't it? But
Nice. Trot's already putting his protective eyewear on. Those look
quite
tight.
prematurely.
Oh,
Those look so tight. Right.
God, your ears are like just pinned to you. They're
Oh,
like
they're
flush with your
painful.
head.
I don't.
You look very much like that X-Men character now. Look, it's Quicksilver.
He's back from
Quicksilver,
his
there he
holiday.
is. He's so
Run.
quick. Look at that.
My eyes are bulging.
Watch
so.
out, they might change your casting at any point.
No, please, I got the
Flash,
hair
Flash.
done.
Oh no, the Flash is a really crazy guy in real life.
Oh, god damn.
But at least he doesn't skip cues.
You hear the Queen died?
What?
Yeah. I just found out. That's fucking nuts.
Because they shut everything down, so
That's
you
a big
couldn't
deal.
tell.
That's a
They
pretty
should make a big deal.
They
should
should really
make-
say
They
something
should make a
about
big
that.
deal of it and do some sort of parade or
Yeah.
something. Maybe last at least 10, 15 days. Anyway, it's over now.
Only 10 days.
Only.
I wrenched my neck walking around trying to find a shop that was open for lunch
Wrenched your
on
neck
Monday.
looking for shops.
He was furiously.
I actually had to go to a physio because of how badly I fucked my neck up whilst walking around looking for an open
Bank
shop on
holidays
Monday.
are
you
always a
looking
good
for?
thing.
A shop to eat some lunch.
Just some lunch.
I was just
They
looking
were
for some
spotted
lunch.
lunch. You didn't know that they were closing everything.
Well, I just thought some places were
But he
going
didn't
to
know she died, did he?
I didn't know. Otherwise, everyone closes
They
on
should
Monday.
really put it on TV.
They should broadcast this information.
They should show you at least 10 days in advance.
Okay, right. Let's play some booty.
I think it should be a 7-year morning.
Oh, there's a crackle. I just heard it.
Testing. Crackle.
Was that on stream? Or was it just my earphones?
Cursed. What was it? My
My
ears are bleeding now.
Yeah, that sounded loud. These weren't even in my ears and I could hear it. What was that?
I couldn't tell you. A message from the Queen?
Is it-
From the
A
afterlife?
message from the king.
Is
It
it
was
my
the Queen.
headphones?
If you hear it again, just salute.
One crackle
Sounds
for
like
yes.
static. My speakers just got blown out.
Okay,
My
what
back just got
about
blown out.
you guys have this stream loud enough just to hear it in case it happens again? Because our recording is going to be fine.
Yeah. And we don't care about you
Yeah,
as much
like
as
you-
the recording.
No, I'm going to start rolling now anyway. Okay, audio is rolling. Vision mixed is rolling.
Someone's motherboard got fried because of that. Craig?
Yeah. What about
See,
the
they announced the
fatherboard?
4090s.
Yeah.
Cheap, eh?
2.5. Yeah. I don't think we should get 4090s. I think if we were to get new cards for our PCs in the office, we should get the 4080s. But if they're already twice as powerful as a 3090 Ti,
We know, guys.
the 4080s.
Booty, take
We didn't
9.
even spend a penny.
Oh yeah, hopefully. Actually, yeah. Hopefully they send us 4090s. The 4090s are
What
nuts.
your mouth do?
They're so powerful.
What that mouth do,
What
Trump?
that?
4090.
What hasn't that
Spelling out
mouth done?
4090.
4090, please. We came to your barbecue, please.
Do you guys find much of a bottleneck on your current cards?
I think it's more the CPUs at this
I
point.
don't think so.
I think that the
I think honestly, CPU based.
I'm still running a 1080.
yeah.
To be honest, yeah.
It depends on what games you're trying to run. There's not really many games we're playing at the moment that
Play up.
require the power.
You do need it for
This is the
play
thing. It's not something I would even rush into. To be
No.
honest. Like, I mean, also I've got the 3090 Ti, which
You have
Yeah.
in your machine. We've got 2080s as well, but again, it hasn't really been an issue.
I think all our machines are 3090s, aren't they?
They're the one at home. Well, mine's at home. To be fair, I could just bring it in, but I play more advanced, powerful games at home than I do at work at the moment.
Yeah, probably.
More powerful games, more demanding games.
We haven't played anything that demanding.
Play Up and 7 Days to Die, and
This is the thing, yeah, a lot of very basic games.
Ranch Sim.
Ranch
I
Sim.
reckon 7 Days to Die is using a lot.
I think 7 Days uses CPU
It's,
probably.
again, yeah, CPU issues.
Heavily modded.
I can't believe that we recorded this in June.
I know.
need
Craig's
to,
just
like,
finished
update.
all of the 7 days, so we can finally get back
Finished
to
it,
it.
yeah.
Start doing some new recordings now that we're back.
He's
It'll
done
go out on the
it.
weekend.
We can't keep Craig away from the world of 7 days.
What are you going to do with that?
I can't wait to
7
get. I've gone through the to-do list of all the unedited sessions now, and once I finish the current ranch sim, it's just play up. I can't wait to go through all that.
You
You
can't
might
wait.
have to be a bit
Yeah.
more selective with that.
Really?
Well, I don't know. The thing is, like, there's a progression to it.
That's the
There
thing.
is.
Like, I
Some really
can't
good
really
and
cut it. I was
some-
struggling to cut them down because, like, there was one round when I was really heavy-handedly cutting it down. It's
Yeah.
like you start and then it ends. I'm like, well, no, hang on. People want to see all the bit. in
I don't know
between,
what people want to see.
even if you guys aren't talking. Like, so it's a tough one to cut down. So I think it's just longer episodes.
There you go, audience. Longer episodes. You heard it here first.
Yay.
A message to the
It is
king.
interesting, especially when you guys are getting into like conveyors and stuff.
I just want to get back on that ranch. All right, Craig.
Hmm?
I want to get back on that ranch.
You should.
It's been too
'cause
long.
I'm about to finish that.
I think the end of this year, they're bringing in like tractors and farming and stuff.
Nice.
It's basically farming.
There's still
sim.
loads of upgrades.
You guys haven't tried the new farming sim yet.
Yeah, but
That's true.
not much of a muchness in it.
It's been out for a year.
I know.
Yeah.
Nothing's really changed. I tried it briefly, and then got
There's
mad.
Well, it
like
never
the
does.
distribution part of it now, right? Where you can
Yeah,
sell
and you
the
can
stock.
build. You can build like construction on your farm a lot easier. Like there's a build top-down mode to place.
They
walls
better
and
not
stuff.
change the player animations.
Oh my god.
What?
They're already
animations?
perfect.
There are no animations. It's just T-pose moving around.
Just gliding.
I've got to finish my game thinking of that. 'Cause
You
that's how-
do.
That's how my character moved because I don't know how to
Do
animate.
Craig. I've made a horror game in that time.
Have you?
Yep.
Is it finished? Is it out?
No.
Oh.
I followed a tutorial, so
Oh, it's a
kind of
copy.
like a copy of someone else's game.
I mean, I didn't follow one for mine, but you know it's still a copy of someone else's game.
Aren't all games
Yeah.
a copy of something else?
Anyway, ready whenever.
Talking of copies of games, let's play Booty.
Booty.
Oh dear.
rotating the
Why is this a
screen.
feature?
Might want to see if you can turn that off.
Then
Let me
I'm
bring
ready
up
whenever you
a
guys are happy
website
shit's working properly.
to see if there have been any subbies before we get started. And lo and behold, there has. Thank you so much to Underworld Chris for 20 months. Looking forward to some big booty today. I know you hacks. Cheered 500 bitties. Oh boy, booty. Lay it on me, Daddy Smithy.
Big booty bitches.
Yeah. There you go.
That's Fat Man Scoop if anyone's wondering.
Fat Man Scoop. Brooklyn Clan. Is it Brooklyn Clan?
I think it's Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know though.
Crooklyn. What the fuck is that?
Crooklyn.
On this character sheet, just because I always struggle to find where things are.
Yeah.
What is the order of, like, why are some skills across the top there? Why are some of them in this box? Why are some of them in that box? Like, how are they
It's
categorized?
just, they're not in an order of sense, they're just put into different boxes.
Right, because I was like,
Like the
sometimes if I come here and I'm looking for something like wisdom or something, I'm like, well, where is it in here? And then it's up there the whole time.
Yeah.
And another time I'll look up here for something and it's in this list.
Yeah. I mean, I won't explain it further because it'll probably just confuse you more.
Yeah, I confuse very easily.
But your main stats are at the top, and your main stats influence that list.
So these are my main stats. They're different
Those are
to
your
the
main, but they influence these. So animal handling is actually a wisdom,
Wait, what does int mean?
intellect.
And that's different to, that's not initiative then. Ah.
No, that would be any.
Is this wisdom?
Yeah.
So is that the same number as that?
No,
What?
that's a saving throw.
Well, what's wisdom on its own?
It is the same number, but you could be proficient in saving throws.
So what does a saving throw do?
It's
I
when
know
something
that-
happens
I
to
know we're
you.
like 20 episodes in nearly, but
It's when something.
Can't.
It's not you actively doing something with your prowess. It's something happens to you, and you have to react accordingly.
Okay.
Like you're being attacked via the mind, and you have to save. Otherwise, you are charmed, like Mikkel was by your bardic performance. He had this wisdom save.
okay.
But if you were to perform a spell that's like a wisdom spell, you'd use your base wisdom. It's attack and defense, basically.
It's all learning. I was only asking so the audience knew.
It's all for them.
Obviously I knew, but
Of course you did. All right.
Oh, I love this song. Let's play this one out a bit more.
yeah, I'll put it on repeat.
A were-rat. Sorry, I just thought that there's something called a were-rat. That's hilarious.
I got
Right,
back at 1 a.m. last night, so apologies if my role play is
a little lower in
9 out of
energy.
10 is
Well,
10
it's
out of
going to be
10.
accurate for your trudge through the jungle that you're currently doing.
Don't worry, I'll carry you.
But then after that, after you've had a long rest, I want you to really role play how rested you are.
I'm very rested and alert.
Shit, Twitch is changing their revenue splits.
Oh, even less now?
I think it depends on if you hit certain targets. I think we'll be okay.
Okay.
I don't know if that camera needs to go
We
up.
can't make any money.
That's okay if we sit like this.
Can you maintain this posture throughout?
Because I just worry, because when we're down like this and then the nameplates come on, are we going to be under the... Oh, fine. Whatever.
I'll try to not be too down.
So I had it a little bit lower, but then when we sat up, our heads were touching the thing. Anyway, how are you getting on, Smith?
Right, me, I'm ready to go.
Oh, right.
I'm just waiting for whatever you were doing.
Oh.
I was ready to go
I thought
about
we
10 minutes ago.
Oh.
So, fuck you.
I thought we were waiting for you. We're ready to go.
Right.
We're like the cattle in a pen, and we're waiting for the sheepdog
We,
to be like, "Why are you here? You're supposed to be in the sheep pen."
Yeah, yeah, and the dog's
We're
like,
cows.
"Well, I don't know, man."
This is fucking nuts.
I don't know.
I'm just getting milked right now. What the fuck?
Yeah.
In that case, here comes the theme tune. And we're coming to you, Smith, in 6, 5, 4.
Welcome back to Booty, High Seas, Low Expectations. You are joining us at the beginning of session 9 of our grand adventure. Today we will be adventuring in the world of the Thousand Teeth as our 3 intrepid adventurers desperately try and make sense of themselves and the world around them.
What does intrepid mean?
Intrepid?
What does that mean, actually?
Intrepid.
You just felt like saying it, did you?
It's a good word, isn't it? I don't know, keen to adventure?
Doesn't know.
Let's find out what intrepid means.
It doesn't
have
know
no
what it
idea.
means.
What does
Does it
intrepid
mean,
mean?
Does it mean like it's dangerous? Or
I
No,
think
we're the intrepid adventurers.
it's fearless, adventurous.
oh,
Nice.
So you're adventurous.
he
Basically,
knew-
I'm just saying
he knew
these
it worked.
adventuring adventurers.
Yeah.
He knew it worked, and that's
Yeah.
fine. That's how language kind of works, isn't it? You just get it.
Just get it,
Sometimes you
man.
just get it.
Just get it. I don't know what it means, but I used it in the right
Sounds
way.
right.
No.
Yeah,
I didn't know what it meant, and I just knew the feel of it felt right
Exactly.
in that context, and that's the
Yeah,
main
it felt
thing.
very intrepid.
Yeah.
I don't think you're using it right there. So, thanks for joining us. Before we start the session, it's worth me saying that this is not the last session. There will be several more sessions. This is perhaps the end of Act 2 of Booty. There will be a third and final act. However, due to exciting things going on in the world of largely Craig, we will be taking a 3 to 4 week hiatus. We should be returning live on October 19th of this year. In the meantime, some exciting things will be happening in the world, that being things like level ups will happen, ships will be crafted, hopefully, and a grand adventure will follow on our return. However, let's go back to find out what happened in session 8 with none other than Chris Trott.
Hi there. I'm here to inform you of what happened in episode 8.
What
So I
did
need
happen in
that.
episode
I
8?
need
Chris Trott, my intrepid person sat next
I'm
to me.
going to intrepidly summarize.
I'm intrepidly excited.
We took a short rest. We negotiated for a better cut for saving the 2 dwarves because we're out on an excursion for lead.
The kobold.
You're lead farmers.
We arrive at the mining site. It's pretty rudimentary. I think that was my whimsical thinking at the time. We decide to practice mining first. Guri, who's the leader of the Dwarven excavation, leads us to an area of rock and we get 3 mining picks. When I return, that sword, Titus and Kapipi are hiding mischievously. Kapipi is bagged and dragged away by a group of kobolds. Not so fucking funny now, is it,
No,
Kapipi?
that was very intrepid.
Sword just notices and gives chase, threatens the leader with his musket. Titus makes Sword jump by shooting the leader by accident. So he comes in, guns blazing, spells blazing, I should say. Kapipi tries to calm the rest with an enthralling song, and it works on 3 of them. And Titus helps by dancing, sending off sparks and colours behind him. I heal the leader and then aggressively wrangles the kobolds to work for us and collect lead and put it in our portable hole for their wrongdoings of kidnapping, essentially. Many hours of kobolds happily appeasing us and filling the hole with lead up to Kevin's waist, Kevin being the hole boy from the ship. We got 300 pounds of lead, to be exact. And
Call it, right, I'm going to retcon that a little bit.
it's written here.
I know it
I
is.
wrote that down.
I know
You
it
can't
is.
change it!
I'm sorry. I'm going to say you have from your haul. We need to decide whether or not you want it in the hole or in a wagon. But basically, I'm saying that you come away from this adventure at the moment with about 400 kilograms of lead.
Wow. Okay.
So just short of half a metric ton of
I
lead.
do believe at some point we start extracting it from the hole into the wagon.
Did you?
But I'll get to that.
Okay.
But 400 kilos, good to know. We make them close their eyes for a reward of them helping us, of food, and then we make them count and immediately run away and go to sleep. The kobolds patiently count until sunrise, which they don't like, and then they run, scattering because they were getting burnt by the sun. We have a nice breakfast, ale, and then get to mining. We first empty the hole into the smeltery. That's what we did. We emptied the hole into the smeltery
I see.
while Sammy the wizard smelts them into perfect spheres. We go for round 2. Titus chips away with reasonable success. I drink a transformation elixir, turning my arms into pickaxes for like 10 minutes of power mining. 6 hours of mining goes by. The dwarves start packing down where we collect enough lead. We make the long way back to the jungle, back along the same path we took. The jungle opens up as we hear a loud snorting noise. A goat is scared, breaks through from their wagon and runs. A dwarf trailing behind. A huge armor-plated hog bursts out. And then there's just a picture of the fight I've got here. There's a big armor-plated hog. However, after a bit of battling, some knights atop some winged creatures,
Hawks, I think they were.
Hawk birds.
and they have big long spears come in.
Sounds
and
something like this.
Even though we pretty much... Oh,
That was a hawk. Do you want to hear that again? That's what it sounded like. They came in. As they flew in.
yeah. They came in with spears
Yeah.
as if to save the day. We had already pretty much killed the thing and claimed this kill, so we negotiated with them, and they would help take the armor plates to the engineer from the Firebirds, because it turns out they're from the same area of the world, and to build and enhance our ship with them. So that we made a deal, and that was pretty much that. We felled a giant hog.
Yeah. I used a lot of magic spells.
Ross used a lot of magic spells.
Did I use tidal wave? No, it was a fireballs. Just fireballs.
You should change tidal wave to Titus wave.
Titus wave, yeah.
Titus wave.
Maybe. When it comes up again.
You got to brand that stuff.
Titus wave!
Titus wave. He's just waving. He's just waving at you. There we go. That is the summary, Alex Smith.
Well
we all got
done.
Big dicks.
Is that something you wrote down, or
It's a continual note.
Just
Constantly
we
growing.
they're in there and they're big?
They're always bigly.
That's Titus's personal character growth.
It's intrepidly big.
Intrepid dongers. Okay, very good. Well done. One moment. So then, we begin session 9, part 1. The party is currently split. So, Sword and Kapipi. As afternoon slips into evening, the daytime heat above the jungle recedes and leaves the air cool and damp beneath the canopy. The smell of living soil rises from beneath your feet as a gentle wind sways
Soil's
through the
alive.
canopy of the great trees above you. It's been several hours since you left the site of the boar attack, and your caravan has made good time, trundling along the main jungle road towards Goldtooth Town. At this rate of travel, you should make town just before nightfall.
I reckon we'll make it just before nightfall, Kapipi.
Yeah, we're making good time.
Yeah.
What did everyone wipe with in the forest?
Well, you're not here.
Titus, you can't speak to
I was
Titus.
flying.
You're in the claws of a giant hawk. And
have that
which
thought.
I
feel like if
with.
Titus was here, he
I'm
would
grabbing
ask.
feathers.
what should I wipe with? I'm doing a lot.
I had to go.
We'll come to you in a minute. So, Sword and Kapipi. Again, you've been traveling along this sort of jungle road that we described earlier when you headed out to the mine. It's the main thoroughfare through this sort of from the interior out towards Goldtooth Town. It's well traveled, hard-packed soil road. There are several sort of, you have your wagons here, your caravan of wagons are laden with lead. And of course, lead is very valuable in this part of the world. There's not very much of it. And it's very prized for things like making bullets and using it in alloy form, in many forms. Alchemists prize it for certain reasons, of which you're heading back to see Master Flagon to see if he can transmute some of this into gold. So the dwarves are going to be sending their share back to Dwarven High Command, who will use it to create ammunition for their rifles and such things. You're traveling along with these wagons. You pass lots of travelers going both in and out of the interior of the Golden
Travelers?
Yep, some pass without
Travellers.
signs.
Good to see you, traveller.
You see members of the church going by, the Church of the Three-Pointed Star, moving in their organised caravans. Occasionally you see knights, other adventurers going to make their fortune. Some of them friendly, some of them don't really want to talk to you. Occasionally the dwarves see people they recognise from in town, other tradesmen, crafters, artisans, people going to extract lumber, precious materials from the
Busy then.
the
Quite a
interior.
busy route.
It is a busy route. Like I say, it's like the main road in and out of the town. And for those people that want to travel into the heart of the Goldtooth Heart, it's full of treasure, surprises, rich rewards for those that would risk the things they may find. One particular group stops stops further up ahead of you.
Oh,
on the road.
stopping travellers.
Those travellers have stopped. Just up ahead of you, a group of travellers have stopped, seemingly to take a drink and root through their bags. They look a bit dodgy. They actually overtook you, so they came from inside the interior. They passed you a little bit earlier on, and you managed to get a bit of a look at them. It's
Told you
three
they wouldn't
travellers.
get there before us. They never do.
No, they're like, oh, let's get past these
blew
slow
all their
dwarves.
energy.
Slow down. You're not going to get there any faster.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna be knackered and want to take a rest.
They tried to take the fast lane, but now the fast lane's full,
Yeah.
and now the inside lane is the empty one.
Idiots should have stayed on your lane.
So anyway, they've stopped now after passing you. You noticed they were a group of 3 travellers. They all looked somewhat battle worn. They looked like they'd seen combat. There was a half orc, there was a human, and there was, you're not quite sure, but you saw a person or a humanoid of average height covered in sort of brown cloth wrappings all around their body. The only discernible feature you could see was a large beak poking from a hood as they went by. Now they've stopped further up the road, and your caravan is approaching them. Is there anything you'd like to do before you? So
Fishy.
You don't say that to
don't-
them. You say that to each other. It seems.
Yeah, I don't mean Titus. I reckon something's up ahead.
Did you call me Titus?
No, I said I don't mean Titus when I
Oh,
said
'cause it's
fishy.
Sorry, I thought you called me Titus.
No.
You know my name, right?
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
is it? You know it, right?
Yeah.
You want to say it?
Don't need to, because I know it so well.
See, because I know your sword.
Yeah, yeah. And I know you're going to tell me why you think I think they're suspicious up
Oh.
ahead.
I think you think that they're suspicious up ahead because you saw some suspiciousness about them.
Well, they look a little rough and tumble, you know.
Yeah, something's a bit fishy. And I don't mean Titus.
That's not my name.
No, you're
The caravan continues. As you continue this, Guri looks up to you and says, "All right, boys. We passed many dodgy figures on the road. It should be fine. I would keep your wits about you."
Yeah, these look particularly dodge. And I got a dodge sense about me. I've got a
Well,
good
we'll
nose
just keep
for
the
it.
wagons moving, and
I used to be dodge myself.
just keep ourselves to ourselves. Be all right.
so as the caravan approaches, again, the road is sort of double width, so it allows traffic in both directions. You are travelling on the right-hand side of the road. They are to your left as you head in towards Goldtooth. You can't see Goldtooth Town yet. You're still
We've been
very
on this
much
side of the road.
in the jungle. You're on the opposite side of the road to what the UK would normally drive on. Yeah, but the rest of the world, there's a tiny percentage of people that drive on the same side of the road as we do.
Yeah.
I'm used to one-way streets.
You're used to one-way streets, exactly.
This feels weird.
Doesn't make any sense.
We're gonna
to you.
crash. We're gonna crash.
The total culture is famed for its one-way systems.
The whole island.
It's all current-based.
Yeah.
They're all like, well, whichever way the current
Oh, I
goes.
have to go back around
We've
again.
only got one straight road,
That's it,
and it's one way.
and it's not a loop.
No, you figure that one out.
How do you? It's an analogy for life. Once you get a certain way down the Tortle
You've
road,
got to commit if you're going down that road
Yeah.
because you're never coming back.
You've got to know when to turn off.
well, we'll have to delve into Tortle town planning at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
So as the caravan trundles down and approaches these mercenaries, one of them puts their bottle back down into one of their packs that they've left at the side.
Oh, classic bottle put downer. You
The
see him?
half orc steps out in front of your caravan and raises a hand.
Cool, that's half an orc. Sorry.
Is that what you say?
No, go on. Okay. Sorry, I feel like
We got no time to be stopping unless you got a problem.
The caravan stops.
Oh,
So unless you want to roll over this half orc.
Time to stop there.
we don't have time.
We don't have time. The half orc stands in the road.
Out of the way!
He walks up
There's
to one of the
traffic.
goats, the front goat, and grabs one of its reins to stop the
Whoa,
caravan.
whoa.
Oh, that's our go.
Don't just go grabbing a
You're
goat.
going to get yourself killed out here in the street.
You need to be careful,
Yeah, you need
says
to be...
the half orc.
Yeah, you could have been run down.
This is a dangerous place, and my tracker here says that you may be being followed.
Really?
The only people following us was you.
It'd be awful if something were to happen to you.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
It's only a couple of hours to Goldtooth Town. We would be
We're gonna hit it
willing
before
to-
nightfall.
How do you know that's where we're even going?
This road leads one place, unless you plan to take these heavy wagons on much less suitable pathways.
You got us there.
I'm gonna eye up the other people because he's very much. I feel like he's giving us his attention while maybe the other groups. I would be rifling around at this point.
So this half orc, it's a short, the one that's holding the reins. They're a short half orc, broad and clad in patchy mail and leather. One of his tusk-like teeth is broken, and the other one pokes from his lower lip up over his top lip. He seems like he's seen battle recently. He's quite scarred up. His gear is in not great condition. He has a heavy sword over his back. Off to the left, the other members of his small party, there is a female human with short brown hair, also a medium build. She wears a tarnished metal chest plate held in place by leather straps over a dirty padded brown gambeson, which is like a padded jacket that you'd wear under heavy armor. They seem to be watching you intently, this interaction intently. However, the other figure is looking around, keeping their eyes up and down the road, looking into the bushes. On their back, they have a heavy crossbow, so slung over their back with a quiver of crossbow bolts at their waist. None of them seem to be brandishing their weapons yet, but they are clearly able to access them fairly quickly. And like I say, the character clad in all of the brown cloth covering most of their body is looking up and down. Because of the time of day now, there are quite a few shadows, and this one seems to be keeping in the shadow. You can't quite make them out. They're about 20 feet away from you.
We know they're there.
On the edge of the road. You know they're there, absolutely. It's just they're sort of like, imagine the road has several large trees and bushes. Well, I mean, the whole thing is lined by thick vegetation, and they're keeping very much to the edge of the vegetation where it casts a shadow, but they're keeping an eye out. That's what you see.
Look, we don't want any trouble. We don't want you to be causing any trouble to us. We're just trying to make our way back to town in one piece, and I'm sure you'd like to make it in one piece as well, right? Looks like you've already been through a lot. You don't want to go through much more, do you?
Oh, yes, we have been through the ringer.
Yeah.
We are mercenaries, and we have been working on behalf of the Three-Pointed Star. Do
Yes.
not trust that church.
Well,
Believe me.
not religious personally, so.
Neither are we. We took out a contract, and then they failed to honor it. And now
Noted.
we travel back to raise our appeal. But, as I say, my tracker over there, and he points to the one that's like in the shadows looking up and down, informs me that you are indeed perhaps at risk with your, and he looks like across all the wagons, precious cargo.
Wow.
And thought, well, this may be an opportunity for us to put our skills to use and protect you on the remainder of your trip.
Look,
We do good rates.
I'm sure you do.
We've got these other guys that are with it. They're used to this. They do this all the time.
In fact,
So we're,
Huh, these dwarves, they look
Yeah.
like miners, not fighters.
yeah, but they do it all.
what do you think we are? We're the ones that got hired to protect them.
Just two of you.
And you're trying to take our jobs?
There's not just two of us. We're the only two you currently see.
Unlike your tracker, who I can very obviously see back there. He's trying to stay hidden.
He's not
You'll
trying
be
to stay
careful.
hidden.
If you want us to protect you, let us know. But
Yeah, do you
we'll charge
need
coin.
some help actually getting back to town? Because for a very cheap rate,
Yeah, you'll be
we
careful.
could look after you.
Okay, persuasion.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, go for it.
Where's my
In
persuasion?
the list.
Because my persuasion is +9.
It is. I thought you were joking.
Oh, it's a 4, so that's 13.
Oh, you think we need to protect ourselves?
I mean, look at you. You're all messed up.
We faced many our number in our most recent battle. Many. Those bloody loblins.
Maybe you're Loblin attacked on the continent. Aren't they usually out underwater and stuff?
No, the loblins are sort of subterranean. They live in coastal boroughs,
Right.
vast towns dug into the earth, of which we were hired to remove them from. They sit on church land, supposedly.
Well, technically, church land sits on them, but yeah.
Huh. It's a funny joke, Hobgoblin.
Yeah. I've been known to have my moments.
Still, it is not the Loblins that seem to do you harm. Some other form of small creature tracks you. In numbers, many numbers.
Oh, what? Seriously?
If you'd like to know more, there will be a cost involved.
It's not the spiders again, is it?
No. You know the.
You don't think it's the...
Yeah, I think it's them.
You don't think it's them?
No, I think it's yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, how much? How much? Just
A few hours work, well, each of
You
us,
said a couple.
50 gold per mercenary. Three of
Per
us,
mercenary.
150 gold should do it.
God. I said I wasn't religious, but I'm easy to blaspheme in cursed form. Jesus Christ.
Who is
150.
that? Never heard of them.
It's a hobgoblin, like.
It's a hobgoblin deity.
It's a hobgoblin
He
deity,
sits
yeah.
on the floor.
What's the three-pointed stars deity that you might take in vain?
I don't bloody know. Triangulus.
Ah. Triangulus. Christ.
Wait, you're mixing the two
Jesus,
together.
try it.
Are you wasting my time? Do you wish to die?
No, we don't want.
Who's gonna kill us?
Clearly, why would we want to die?
Well, the way you're acting makes me think you might. Death is all I know
if
these
we're
days,
being
he says,
followed-
looking down at his sword.
Mate, we just fucked up an armored hog.
Yeah.
A hog.
And spiders. A spider king was up there.
Yeah.
So you've managed to kill a pig and some household pests. Well done.
God, I don't know why you're mocking us. Why would we want to hire such assholes?
They were bigger than normal ones.
You don't tend to hire mercenaries for their personality.
That is true. I mean, Christ, though, we could open a nice negotiation.
For 150, I would like a little bit more pizzazz, though.
Yeah. Jazz it up a little.
Jazz it up a little
Pizzazz.
bit. At least put a smile on.
Oh,
Come on,
actually,
can you
don't
smile?
know.
He sort of tries to do like it does a grimace. And like his broken tooth kind of catches on his bottom lip. His other one sort of like, have you ever seen like a dog that's got like, like one tooth that sticks out and they look a bit like
Bit derps. Yeah.
my nan's got a Shih Tzu. Horrible to look at. Just horrible. Big goggly eyes, one tooth that sticks out.
But how's the Shih Tzu?
Oh, brutal. That's my nan. All right, that's it. I'm gonna kill your character now.
That's it. I'm killing your character. Look, all right. You know what? I thought you were having us on, and I thought you were gonna just steal our shit, which would be a terrible mistake for you because we fucked up a massive hog and several spiders. But it looks like we can work together on this because the things chasing us, I don't really want them to chase us anymore. We had a bit of an altercation with some kobolds.
Oh, the kobolds. That's what you were talking about.
So you know.
What the fuck did you think I was talking
I
about?
thought you meant those ones from the... no, it doesn't matter.
The kobolds. Oh, shit!
Whistling out of the forest comes an arrow that pings into the side of the wagons.
150 deal!
Right, momentary. Right, you wait. Titus.
Right.
Titus, let me just get this up. After a spectacular and somewhat terrifying flight over the jungle in the clutches of a giant hawk, you now see beneath you Goldtooth Town. You're several hundred feet above the town, which bustles with activity like most days. It's taken perhaps 30 minutes of flight to get you to this point from the site of the boar fight, and you're feeling rather chilly because it's cold and you're high up and you're moving at quite some pace. You also don't seem to be able to find anything to wipe with. Which is causing you
Feathers.
no small amount of alarm. As you reach for the feathers, you find that every time you try to wipe, your fingers push through the tiny hair-like structures of the feather and come away with a brown hand. It takes you only moments to realize that prestidigitation could once again be used for this.
Fuck, of course. My ass. And clean my ass with prestidigitation.
It's quite a good spell.
Amazing. I should. I'm worried
They
about
use it
wiping.
all the time at
I know.
Hogwarts.
Yeah.
You head over the town and out into the bay, where you see a very large ship that seems to be the destination, as the hawks you are, the hawk you're in the clutches of, and indeed several other hawks ridden by the great knights with their lances, spiral down, reducing their altitude onto the deck of this massive ship.
Wow.
Nice.
There is a cry in the air as the hawks signal their return to their home base. Beneath you see a very large ship. It has a deck that is perhaps not typical of other ships in that it is flat. It has a large area of space for which for the hawks to land on. Underneath the large platform, which makes up most of the deck, are what looks like sort of small archways, which have not nests, but they look like little hutches or bunkers for each of the hawks. This is sort of like a floating giant aviary, right? And on the top is a deck staffed with many people that help to fit, refit, and grab and harness all of the hawks and things like that. The ship is entirely based around these hawks. It's one of the biggest in the bay at the moment. It dwarfs a lot of even the larger sort of ships of the line and things like that. This one doesn't seem to have many cannons or anything. It seems to be more of a transport ship for these hawks. It is easily a couple of 100 feet long. And like I say, has many crew busily moving around this huge flight deck. The hawk lands. Well, just before it lands, it hovers and deposits you somewhat gently on the deck. There's a 3-foot drop onto your chest and stomach.
Oh.
Give me an acrobatics roll to see if you can get your feet underneath you before you hit the floor.
It's 10 plus 2, 12.
Okay, yeah, you don't take too much of a hit. Yeah. You land just on your hands and feet, splat down, and as you look up, you see already the feet of a quite small diminutive figure, and they say to you, "Welcome to the Gilded Wing, pride of the Castilian Navy." On the deck, you're greeted by a middle-aged gnome. They're wearing a green flight jacket with many medals adorning their breast pocket. I am Wing Commander Flack, and you are welcome aboard my ship, but I would urge caution. This is a busy and dangerous environment, with lots of large hawks and those who see to fitting them moving around at all times. There are no balustrades or banisters on the edge of this flight deck, so please be careful you don't plop off the edge. And then he gives you a small hand to help lift you up,
Thank you.
and then you'll...
You have a massive deck.
Thank you.
How do you handle such a large deck?
My deck requires a large crew to keep it
Yes.
in ship shape. We frequently polish and varnish it, oil it, and keep it in a good state of repair.
Yep.
My deck often gets covered in huge amounts of bird poo, as you can
Of
imagine.
course, yeah.
So we tend to just push it off the edge.
Nice, that's fair enough, yeah.
Yes.
So you own this fat deck? Big fat deck?
This whole giant deck.
The big fat deck, that's pretty cool. What do you do?
I've been given this ship. It is my honor to command Castelia's one and only giant hawk carrier division. We use it to explore, scout, and raid internal structures in the interiors of islands all around the the Thousand Teeth.
Nice. So you're just like the commander of big hawks and giant decks.
Indeed, my speciality is the giant creatures, our proud flying steeds, which are the hawks.
That was great. It was a good trip. Cold a little bit, but
Yes, you need to.
shaky. I probably wanted some sort of carriage next time. I think if I was doing that again, it's
Well, we're not in the.
quite the fright.
We do have such contraptions and carriages,
Oh,
but
no
because the night squadron were
Oh yeah, we just raw dogged it.
exactly, we raw dog it. Sometimes we have to do that frequently with the
fine,
deck
yeah,
as well.
Small price to pay. I think what, half an hour?
Did you enjoy the view?
Oh, it was great. Honestly, really good view. You don't see that often.
No.
You don't get up there often enough. I don't fly birds.
That's unsurprising. It is quite the
actually a rare treat,
special
yeah.
treat. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, these hawks were something that one of our explorers discovered a century ago.
Oh my goodness.
They were much like the other Castelia units. You may have ran into some of our ships, which specialize in monster hunting. We found these and decided to steal some of the eggs and
really?
raise them as our own.
Oh, wow.
The original hawks themselves, sadly, were destroyed in a conflagration of
It happens.
fireballs and flaming
Yeah,
arrows.
yeah, yeah.
Those,
How do you keep these big chicks in check?
well, they are bound to a rider on their cracking.
Oh, wow.
Or hatching.
cracking?
Some people call it hatching.
Okay.
We call it a cracking.
A cracking, of course. Sorry, I thought you said cracking. I had flashbacks to something that happened a few weeks ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, big cracking.
Oh,
Nothing to do with cracking, in a way.
it's just a couple of different letters.
Different letters, honestly. No, it's been a weird trip.
Well, and he talks to a couple of the knights who've jumped off of the thing, who bring them up to speed. You notice they're all wearing quite thick gambesons and jackets under their armor, which helps keep them warm. My men informed me that you were taken here as a request, ultimately a transport request.
Yeah.
And if you require passage back onto the pier, one of our staff can row you in.
Oh, I'll swim. Don't worry about
Okay. Well,
that. I guess, what do you do to have fun around here? Just while we're
Fun?
here? Just a bit of small talk, yeah.
this is a military ship.
Yeah, but what do you do when you take off that?
When I'm on
that
shore
coat
leave,
and that hat? Yeah, what are you up to?
whoring. Largely a lot of whoring.
Oh, brilliant. I went
sure-
to one, like a whore house.
Right.
Is that what you mean?
Which one do you recommend?
Oh, I don't know what it was called. But there's one in the centre of town.
Oh, the Wandering Crab.
The Wandering Crab, I think that's the one, yeah.
Is that
Well,
the one
I was
with-
going to go hang out there and high five the...
You're going back to the whorehouse.
Yeah, I was going to go back to the whorehouse.
I can come with you. You could perhaps. I've got some time now.
Oh, brilliant. Well, maybe we should row then. I can swim, but...
I could ride you like you ride the hawk.
Let's give it a go.
You want to try that?
I don't think I've let people ride me before.
Okay.
But I can swim. You can see these? They get really swollen sometimes. They're not too swollen now. They've
The gills.
healed. Yeah, the gills, yeah. That helps me swim. It's good.
The gills help you swim.
Well, they don't help me swim, but it helped me breathe underwater.
Right.
Anyway, hop on. Let's try this.
All right. The gnome
It's quite
climbs
a
up onto your
jump
back.
down, so we're just gonna prepare for a big old jump.
Okay. He's got his flight suit still on,
Oh, brilliant!
and he has like what looks like a life jacket as well. That's like stitched, like a stitched. It's. I mean, you know what a life jacket looks like, right? It goes down around his chest. And it's 2 bars extending down, and it straps around his back, and it looks as though it could expand if the right thing was done to it. Perhaps it's a spell built into the fabric of these jackets. I'll try not to inflate this, but if things do go awry, just let me know. Give me, I don't know,
I
a
will say
fishy.
my fins are very sharp, so if it might
Your
burst.
fins?
Yeah, I've got like those on my ears.
Your ears,
These,
yes.
yeah,
yep.
don't touch those.
Don't touch the fins.
Really
the
sharp.
spines.
They are the spines of those bad boys.
Okay.
They will cut you. So just watch out if that bursts your little bubble. You could die.
Well, I mean,
I'll save you.
It's quite a large. It's about 40 feet, 50 feet if you jump off the edge of the deck here, but should be able to survive it.
Sure. Should we just do like a bomb? Like a
bomb?
Yeah, where you basically tuck your knees, hold onto your knees, and then you kind of jump into the water and kind of do.
Well, I best not get on your
Well,
back first then. We could just both bomb off the
It could be a
side.
cannonball.
Same thing.
Same
surely.
thing, basically. But we'll yell cannonball at the same time. Are you ready?
Okay,
Ready?
so you step
Alright,
over
hop
onto
on my
the
back.
edge. So this ship is moored slightly away from any of the piers and pontoons. It's slightly out because there's just not enough space. It's a very big ship. You've probably got a couple 100 feet of swimming to get into the nearest large pier, with which you've done before with the rowing boat. They've got ladders going up the large struts and things like that, so you can climb up onto a pier. You walk up to the edge that's nearest the shore side of things. So you've got one that points out into the ocean proper, and then this end of the pier, of the flight deck is the one that's pointing at the town. You walk to the edge of that, and he looks to the left and goes up. Right here then, tally ho.
All right.
Good luck.
After 3, we'll both say cannonball.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Cannonball!
And he doesn't jump.
Oh.
And he turns back around, walks back down the flight deck. Ah, got him.
What the fuck?
So
Okay.
you hit the water, sploosh, and we cut back to these guys.
It's like the head of a carrier fleet on military business. I was like, he's going with it. He's just going to cannonball.
Cannonball is the last thing that crew sees as this fishman that's been dropped onto the deck by a hawk just cannonballs off the side of the flight deck. The crew of the flight deck look around and they're just like, oh, that's a long way. That's a big jump. But you are a Triton, and it makes sense. Anyway, back to you guys. The arrow has struck one of the wagons, and you need to roll initiative.
Fuck, cannonball! No, it's an arrow. Seamless transition.
Was that 19?
It is a 19,
That's
so I got
strong.
an unnatural,
Strong roll.
inorganic 20.
I got a
Inorganic.
Inorganic. Does it make a
Evil.
difference when it's
Two.
natural inorganic?
Yeah, if it's a natural 20, usually a critical, but on initiative
Okay.
means nothing.
Mine's a
Right, so it's a
4
bit more of a-
total.
More of a punch.
Okay, 1 second.
Although technically, if you're a warlock, I do believe you can have a skill, which if you roll a 19 or 20, it acts as if it's a critical hit.
God, what's happened to his voice?
He's imparting knowledge, that's what that sounds like.
Right.
Okay, right. I mean, okay, yep.
Just put me right at the top of that initiative.
Right, at the
Right
tippity
very
top.
So,
Okay. So you're 20. BP, you said 4?
Yeah, boy.
Okay. Okay. Sword.
hello.
You're not first. As the first arrow thrums and whacks into the side of one of the wagons, the dwarves dive for cover. They are not fighting dwarves, as the mercenary may have suspected. They hide underneath their wagons, pulling down pieces of cloth and leather around them in a desperate attempt to seem like small, pathetic targets. A kobold bursts from the hedge line.
It's them! Yes, we found them. We finally caught up. We'll take all the things that they promised they'd give us. Food! Food!
And then one of them jumps onto the top of one of the wagons.
Is it still daylight?
No,
You
it's
said there
like
were shadows
it's
being-
coming. Yeah, it's becoming darker.
they're
It's still
safe.
there is still daylight, but because you're under the canopy, their sunlight
They're safe,
sensitivity
right,
is somewhat managed. They've been sneaky, and their feet are covered in mud. They've clearly been dredging through the thick forest and canopy in an attempt to keep up with you. One of the kobold jumps up onto the wagon nearest you, above you. Right, so you're at the front of the caravan. It jumps onto the front caravan's wagon. The lead goat's wagon. And attempts to attack Sword in the back.
Are we
so
still inside the cabin, or have we got out to talk to this guy?
You're not in the wagons, no.
You're not
You're
in it.
walking along
Oh, of course,
beside
'cause
them
it's
because
full
they're
of
now full of
lead,
lead. You are on the front left of the caravan,
Okay.
and it tries to attack Sword. Sword! It hits you, or it tries to hit you with a dagger.
Got 13 to beat.
It fails. As it jumps to try and slash at you from atop the wagon, it misses. Its tiny arms not quite giving it the reach required to reach the back of your head. Oh, hold on. It does get advantage. Its second try, however,
Oh, it's got 2 attacks?
it doesn't have 2 attacks, but I I forgot it has a thing where if it fights with its friends, it gets advantage on attack rolls.
Oh.
It cuts at you and hits for 2 damage, slicing your neck. It catches you as
you
you
little
try to
shit.
duck out of the way. A small nick, and
God, you nicked me.
blood trickles down.
Oh,
the
blood's
side
trickling
of
down. Oh, nightmare.
I says that you've only got 17 health. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay,
17 health.
he's done. Within the bush, another kobold
I must be next in the initiative.
pushes through.
Shit.
And from it, a bright orb of light bursts forth from the canopy. Well, not the canopy, rather, the hedge, for want of a better description. Out of the hedge, a ball flies towards your little group. It is a chromatic orb.
Oh, bloody hell.
And
It's
It,
all of them, all
uh,
the colours.
Chromatic.
We are going to try and hit a lot of you. However, the orb flies wide, zooming up above. It seems as though maybe the caster tripped and the angle of the orb is not quite right. This colourful orb of swirling, hissing pain smashes into the canopy above the scout that is on the other side of the road. Raining from the canopy, little droplets of acid drop all around, cascade all around them, catching them on the shoulder. It squawks and jumps out onto the road proper. You see as it jumps out onto the road, the light catches it slightly, and there's a large black beak and twinkling intelligent eyes under this cloth hood that it wears. You may recognize this as a Kenku, which is
That thing's on our side.
It's part of the mercenary
Part of
band.
the mercenary group. We're paying 50 gold for this.
We haven't paid them yet, though, have we?
Not
Did
yet.
we agree?
Just keep an eye on their performance.
Right, okay.
They can fight for us.
Sword, your go. Also, that chromatic orb, you can see where it came from now. There is a koboldy character that is draped in what looks like magical adornment. It looks as though it's wearing some form of robe. In its hand, it clutches a arcane focus, or what you think is a focus, which is this bundled together
magical.
wand.
All right, I'm going to get out my Morning Star and go for the kobold that nicked me. So I'm pretty pissed. I'm going to swing, and as I swing, it erupts in green flame. Green flame blade.
Yep.
So I'm going to see if I hit first. That will be a solid. What did I get there? 11. Plus my sword attack. Apologies. My thing. There we go. Plus 5. So that's 16 to hit.
You hit.
Excellent. 1d8 plus 2. So that is 8 damage.
You,
And
how would you like to kill it?
I'd like to uppercut with the Morning Star on its little koboldy chin.
Okay.
And
You have the perfect angle. It's just already swiped down at you and basically presented its chin to you.
It sounds like a hollow metal baseball bat.
That's really sad. Clunk!
Yeah, a real
Okay.
clunk. But also it erupts a green flame from it, which can leap to another creature if it's within.
Which would strike the sorcerer.
Wait, is that sorcerer on our team or against us?
The one that fired a chromatic
The
orb.
Kenku.
That's against us.
No, that's not a. So the chromatic orb came from a
From the
different
bush.
from a bush on the right-hand side of the
Right.
road. It fired out, and you saw that was a koboldy magic user of some kind.
Okay.
So that's what this would jump onto. On the opposite side of the road was the Kenku, who had parts of that chromatic orb rain down upon them, causing them to squawk
they got-
and jump into the middle of the road.
They got acided a bit.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so is there a creature within 5 feet of me?
Yes, the koboldy sorcerer is within 5 feet of the other kobold, just
Okay.
inside the hedge.
They will take 5 damage equal to my spellcasting ability modifier, which is a plus 3.
Okay.
They
much
take
damage
3
is that?
damage.
You take 3 damage. You hear a
Spellcaster?
Not really, mate, but yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, okay, I won't worry then.
Yeah, don't categorize me in that way. I'm more of an artificer.
I prefer. Can we not have labels, please?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Another koboldy bursts from the hedge. How many koboldies could be in this hedge? Who knows? The hedge is thick and dense and full of kobolds. It jumps from the hedge and goes for the mercenary that was talking to you, the half-orc. Friend of bad people, it says. It's screaming like an extremist
We've
from
not
the hedge.
established a rapport. They've actually been quite bad at Carry on.
You know, there's no possibility you could have said all this as I run towards the enemy.
It has another dagger held high, a rusty, angry blade held above its head as it swipes for this mailed half-orc who sees him.
Time to earn your 50, mate.
Ha 50 it is, he shouts, and as he sort of relishes the opportunity to fight this kobold, he draws his sword in a flash. It's a big, long, wide, short blade, sort of almost like a gladius or a traditional Roman sword.
Cool.
It's for hacking and chopping and thrusting.
Flat
and,
top.
Yeah, this not flat top. It's got a point, but it's for close,
chunky.
barbarous work. Yeah, exactly. He quickly pulls it from his scabbard, and as the kobold runs towards him, he effortlessly parries the raised dagger away. Ha ha! Just like Loblin's. Pathetic.
Christ.
Oh my goodness. Okay, right.
This half-orc seems a little on the racist side.
He just hates. He just hates. All right. He just hates.
Hating of
Just full of
people.
rage.
Right. Let's have a look at this. The orc now fights back. He goes to make a hit. And he does a counterattack, essentially knocking the dagger to the side. The kobold that's running from the bush with the dagger raised high, the dagger is knocked from his hand as he does one sweeping motion up to knock the dagger that's raised into the bush. He brings the sword back down and it bites deep into the waist of the approaching kobold. It stops momentarily as it bites deep into the spine of the kobold, and he drags the blade free, spilling the guts of the charging kobold out onto the road. It stops momentarily, drops to its knees with a gargle, and goes still. He's instantly killed the charging kobold. Who's next? He shouts.
Oh, that's a bit mean. That was a little cruel.
Cruel?
Whereas I'm lawful good.
How is this cruel? You've just knocked the head off of one with a single upward stroke.
Yeah, but that was cruel.
What this guy's doing is really cruel. Wait one sec.
My moral compass is all over the place.
It is. Now, from the hedge of infinite kobolds steps a champion of the kobold people.
What you did to these fine young kobolds is unforgivable.
As he steps from the hedge with a shield in his hand, a weapon. This is the one that they've they've given all the good shit to. This one's a fighter, slightly taller, half a foot taller than the diminutive kobold. This one, he looks ready to fight. Still much shorter than anybody else, but he's half a foot taller than the other. The dwarves are looking at him like, oh, yeah, all right.
But relatively speaking.
Well, that's big for a kobold.
That's
all
big
right?
for a kobold, yeah.
And Kapipi, he eyes you up and goes, you, the betrayer.
I'm not a betrayer.
You. That was the wrong voice. I need to up the register a bit more.
You, this is deep for a kobold.
God, piercing.
You charmed my friends. And that's all I can say in 6 seconds.
He goes to attack you.
You don't understand.
War isn't about understanding.
He says as he draws his reasonably well kept blade, and he goes to hit you. He has one more. I should really mute this so you can't hear me make my little rolls. It's cheating.
I couldn't hear them till then. Now I'm going to listen.
No, I'm listening.
18 to hit.
Yeah, that just hits. Mine's 17.
Okay.
That's right, isn't it?
Yes.
Just checking myself.
He does 11 damage.
Ooh.
No. Oh no. Oh, with what?
With a large sword. A long sword.
Sliced me.
Yeah.
He sliced you, yeah. It's slashing damage.
Ow. Cool. That took like 25% of my health.
Yeah, you'll rule the day.
That you met Kobold Dragonsworn.
You don't understand, Kobold Dragonsworn. This is a big misunderstanding.
No.
I'll wait for my go until I...
He says, he takes a moment. Could it be a misunderstanding? Am I wrong? Has everything I've done in my life up until this point been a mistake?
No.
It says.
A resounding no.
You don't understand. I'll explain. The moment it's my go.
Very good.
I wish I had took more initiative on this fight.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have got so out of
One
hand.
more arrow is flying. You hear the unmistakable sound of an arrow in flight. Here it comes. This one heads towards Sword's face.
Watch out, there's an arrow somewhere. Keep your eyes out. I can
Arrow!
hear it in the air.
Spinning around wildly.
19 Sword.
Oh yeah, that hits. Right into my forehead.
6 damage.
God, that for what it did to my head, that's not so bad.
You took a massive headshot there.
Fucking hell.
It's
It's got a sucker on the end.
This is like a blunt trauma arrow. It's not a piercing arrow. It's like being hit by a very hard rock.
They put a rock on the end of this
It's a
arrow.
rock. They're experimenting with new forms of weaponry, and this
Ow!
is this is just a flat rock.
It left a dent in my forehead.
Kapipi, you'll go.
So that guy, I'm still arguing with that guy, right? No, you don't understand misunderstanding.
Head honcho.
I'm going to try and use, might be a mistake, I'm going to try and use Charm Person to try and convince him that we agreed that we would give them their reward back in Goldtooth Town and they'll meet us there.
Okay.
So like you don't, so we'll have the exchange and he'll probably say you stitched them up or whatever. But no, this was always the agreement. This was always just to see if it'll diffuse the.
Well, I mean, charm person. How does that spell work?
The saving throw, I believe.
So, yeah, so you attempt to charm a humanoid. Is this
Yeah,
a
he's humanoid. Yeah.
You see within range, it must take a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. If it fails a throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends or until your companions do anything to harmful to it.
Rolled an 18.
Ooh, it's 14 to beat. It shrugs it off, Craig.
Even at the high level. Yeah.
You trying to charm me, are you?
No, I seriously, that's what we agreed.
I'll enjoy eating from your shell.
I'm not inviting you in my shell.
Who's Michelle?
We're going to see her down at the Goldtooth Town.
Enough talk, turtle.
So you've got to use that spell slot because you
At
tried
least
to
he
charm them.
understands
Oh,
the
yeah.
difference.
You can now move.
Oh, that's all my.
You've definitely talked enough.
Slot. Oh, weird. Right, I'm up here now. What else can I do, sorry?
You can move.
Okay. Oh, bugger. I'm going to go and run behind the other side of the road behind the other mercenaries.
If you do, you provoke an opportunity attack. An attack of opportunity.
They can't get me, I'm a turtle.
Okay. All right. That's an interesting theory.
a
Let's
large
see how
target.
it plays out. 1 second.
It's either that or I stand there and he's going to get me.
12 to hit. No. Okay. You evade and stand further back.
Yeah, as expected.
So confident.
As you
in
move
running
back,
away.
as you turn and move, or as you turn and move slightly back, you see further down the caravan there's a couple of kobolds just gleefully chucking lead into the hedge, who are like on the top of one of the caravans, and they're just like,
They're unloading.
yeah, they're unloading.
They're unloading.
You shout at the dwarves. Some of the dwarves,
Wolves, get out here. Jesus.
oh god, all right, and they see that it's
stealing.
just some of like the minor shitty kobolds. These ones don't even seem armed, so they get up out from underneath their wagons and start basically trying to beat them away. I was going to say beat them off, but quickly changed that. They're trying to beat the kobolds off with like just planks, wooden planks and things like that. They're like swinging, and the kobolds are like, yeah! And they're like, but they can't because they're dwarves. They're finding it hard to like reach, and it's poorly thought out why they'd have quite such high wagons. But they wanted the capacity, and clearly that's what's costing them right
the
now.
decadence of
It's
the
the decadence of
multi-tiered.
dwarves. Again, once again, the greed of dwarves is legendary.
Yeah.
Titus, we cut back to you as you hit the water. Spladoosh. You're in. You're waiting for the gnome to drop. You're waiting for the splash.
Where is he? Oh, he's gone. He's gone, isn't he?
He's not coming. Or rather, the gnome hasn't seemed to have broken the water.
To shore then.
To shore. You swim into shore. No problem. You're moving with speed, alacrity. You move faster in the water than you do on land.
Oh,
You quickly make it to the base of one of the pier struts. There's a large ladder that you can climb.
I will climb it.
Very good.
I'm climbing the ladder now.
You climb the ladder.
Ah,
It's quite a tall ladder. You make it up to the edge.
shake off like a dog.
Some of the people that are unloading on the docks and things like that sort of give you a momentary glance, and they're just like, I just climb out of the ground,
swam
out of
here.
the water.
That's why I'm here.
But-
What are you staring at?
Very impressive, yeah. I wish I could swim like that. Bizarrely, so many sailors here, we just don't know how to swim, says one of them as he throws one of the sort of boxes that they use for transporting fish onto the deck of his ship.
That's tragic. You should try swimming now. Do it. Jump in.
Roll to persuasion.
Is that 19?
It is. Yes.
Sorry, you need...
You know, he never really thought about it like that.
4.
He jumps off the pier, the high pier, about 30 feet, into the water.
Oh, he's not swimming anymore. You just got to move your arm. Oh, he's gone down. Huh? I'll walk on.
You continue on.
Yeah,
Right,
just
okay,
continue walking,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
convinced a man to jump to his death.
I convinced him to jump to his death, yeah. Where was that brothel? Is it just...
So
where is
you're
it
like,
from?
you're at one of the outer piers at this point. So yeah, it's going to take you a good sort of 15 minutes to weave your way back through all of the traffic on the decks and on the piers and into the main town. But that's where you're heading, I
I'm
presume?
going to head to the brothel.
You're heading to the
To
brothel.
high-five people coming out of it.
Okay, right. So you make it through the pier, no problem. You get back to the central hub area, the sort of terminal area where most of the piers convene. You're on land now. It's cobbled. Once again, you're in the place where you first
Cobbled?
turn. Cobbled. Nice. It's cobbled floor. And to your right, you've got, bound down to Master Flagons, which you should be meeting them at some point. The caravan should be coming back down the main road past the Rusty Axle. The Rusty Axle was a few doors down from the brothel you went to, the Wandering Crab. So if you head up the main street towards the Rusty Axle, on your left you'll find the Wandering Crab, which was the brothel where all the half-orcs were in the four-way Fuckfest you had.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I'm going to go in there.
Okay, you walk
Just say
down.
hi.
Lanterns are being lit, torches are being lit down the streets as the night. It's still fairly light. It's probably about 5 p.m. at this point, and the sun is still above the horizon, but it's soon going to be dark. So, like I say, the town is making preparations for evening. People are already drinking, walking around. Several punters fall from the doorway of the Wandering Crab as a matron-like figure shouts at them, "And that'll be the last time you use lobsters in that way," is what you hear.
Oh, what did you do to the lobsters? With the lobsters?
And they look at you, and it's just a couple of human sailors. They're like,
What were you doing with them?
Oh, well, we wrapped them in coconut leaves and, well, I pushed it up Roger's ass here.
Oh, and he didn't want that. That's why she got kicked out. Why did you get kicked out for that?
Roger is like clearly high as balls, and he's got this like small jar of
yes.
what looks like sort of smelling salts or something, which he takes a huge huff from, and Roger says to you, "Oh, the lobster's song is a sad and forlorn one. Up and up it goes into the lobster's hole. Will it find its meaty covers?"
What are you huffing there, Roger? Roger?
It is the lobster's aid.
I'm right here, Roger.
It's the lobster's aid.
What do you mean lobster's aid? Let's have a sniff.
You sniff it.
Oh, my God.
It's a very strong, pungent smell. Immediately heat can be felt around your forehead and your temples as a head rush occurs, and your face feels very flushed.
Wowzers.
And there's a rumbling in your tum-tum.
Oh. What are you doing with that lobster, mate? I say we should cook it.
And he holds up the lobster in front of you.
Let's cook it. Let's find somewhere with a pot, and we can boil the water, and then we can slap it in there. How long has it been dead for? Is it dead? Is it still alive?
Roger.
Please, stay with me, Roger. Roger, for God's sake, snap out of it. Let's eat that lobster, Roger.
Well, that's why we stopped.
Oh,
The lobster stopped moving. And that's time to say the fun is over. When the lobster no longer can find its way from the hole, then the fun is gone.
right, I see. It's one of the... Okay, it's quite a big lobster.
And then the other guy, let's call him Paul.
Hello, Paul.
You're right. Yeah, we could go to a local inn and see perhaps if they have a pot, see if we can convince them to stew the lobster up.
We've got the lobster.
We do have a whole lobster, and it's quite a big lobster, and he holds the lobster up, and it's a large
That's
lobster.
a large lobster. It's been busy.
But it's still wrapped in the coconut leaves.
Yeah.
But the claws are out,
Right.
and like every so often it sort of twitches, but it does seem pretty dead. He's holding it up by the tail, and it's just like,
Look, it's almost completely dead. We need to cook this quick. Otherwise, it's not going to be as tasty for me.
You make a good point. You clearly have eaten lobster before.
Yeah, and you guys seem quite whacked out, so I could probably have the lion's share.
Maybe we go up to the Rusty Axle just up the road there?
Yeah, just up there. I pointed at it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go there and cook it.
Ah,
Do you
yes.
think they'll let us use their kitchen, even though they serve food and make money from that?
Well, it's going to take some persuading, but I hope so.
Oh, well, I've got a +4, buddy. Let's do it.
Let's go. And Roger and Paul, Roger's like walking as if, he's waddling up, he's got a bit of a sore butt.
Been through it, have you, mate?
And Paul's there like with his arm over his shoulder, like supporting him as they walk up. And yeah, you accompany them up to the Rusty Axle. You walk in the front door, and it's a bustling evening, already busy. Lots of food, fine smells fill your nose as what smells like mussels, moule frit. A garlicky white wine sauce fills your nostrils. It smells delicious as patrons fill the tables. Laughter and a golden light and warmth fills the inn. Famous for their high quality cuisine, the Rusty Axle has filled tables aplenty with a rich bouquet of food and smells that you make your tummy rumble further once the initial heat has resided from your forehead and temples, and your arsehole seems to tighten once again.
Sure.
Barkeep,
I'm going to need a pot. I'm going to wave Roger's hand, waving the lobster.
hello.
Look what we got!
We've got a lobster to cook.
It's almost completely dead. We should cook it now. Please, barkeep.
The barkeep comes up to you and says, "Oh, bloody hell! What are you doing back here?
Well, I've come to cook my.
Where are the dwarves? Where's the lot you went with?
They're on their way. I flew by Eagle Hawk.
Eagle Hawk?
One of those.
There now I know you're talking nonsense.
I'm
You
not
got high
talking
with your
nonsense.
mate.
Have you been drinking?
I know. I've had a little bit.
Well, of course you have.
Sometimes people buy me a drink as well when I don't want to be rude.
I'll get you one.
All right? I'm easily bought. What do you want this pot for?
I want to boil this lobster.
I can get
little
you
bit
a
of a
pot.
home cook.
We've got like a fondue set we could use. I'll replace the cheese with hot water. See what you can get on. Table setup?
Yeah, bring it on. Oh, table setup. Wow, nice.
10 gold though.
10. Do it for 8.
All right.
Nice.
All right, I'll set you down. Penelope. Out of the kitchen comes Penelope, who is a half-elf, dazzlingly beautiful, pink hair, laden with plates. And she's delivering a few things to different tables, and they're loving it.
I'm loving it.
What do you want then? She says in an equally broad accent.
Wow,
I mean, they're not very diverse people. They all sound very similar on this island. Penelope, can you sort of maybe with a table and get one of them fondue sets? Bring a vat of, start one of the little mini fires we got on one of the tables and for them little water. Yeah, that's no problem, she says, yelling. They set you up with a table.
Wow.
Back to the kobolds.
Nice.
Okay.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die, is heard.
They're stealing our lead.
Another arrow this time whistles across the fight, but this time it comes from the quiver of the Kenku. Kenku gold. No, Kenku has loaded his crossbow in the commotion that's been going on in the melee near the ship, near the wagon. Sorry, the Kenku has managed to load its heavy crossbow, and a thwang and squawk is heard as it releases a heavy bolt into the hedge. The hedge of infinite kobolds. You hear a as the kobold sorcerer takes the heavy quarrel to its shoulder. Taking quite the strike, you hear the sorcerer, as I say,
Quick! The Kenku has an eye for damage.
ooh, and it pulls one of the quarrels out and blood cascades out of its shoulder as the Kenku silently moves for shadow once again,
I do a thumbs
reloading
up and a
its
nod of
crossbow.
approval, like that kid in front of the computer at the Kenku.
The Kenku does the exact same gesture back at you. Its movements matching yours almost exactly. The kobold sorcerer decides to blast the living shit out of you. Give me Dexterity saving throws, the two of you.
Oh. That's 16 plus my saving throw of Dex. Makes that. Oh, wait, no. It's 17 total.
So I'm doing. Am I doing it as well?
Yeah, in that
so
little
it's
box.
that one there.
Yeah, plus 4 for you.
So
Wow.
is that 14?
Yeah.
Plus 4. 18.
18 and 17.
Okay.
Respectfully.
You notice the sorcerer raise its hands. You've seen this before in fights. Kapipi, maybe not, but you know that this is. You've seen something.
They're surrendering.
They're not surrendering. You see this
Thank
is
God.
you've seen other fire mages and things like that in your battle sword do something like this similar, and you know that something's about to happen, something calamitous. You yell for Kapipi to dive out of the way. You signal basically, this looks bad, and you sort of shove him.
Do like a hand gesture of
Yeah.
like a little turtle. This is a turtle in this hand, and I'm doing like a diving gesture and pointing away.
A book. How many words? So I just have to jump
Camera
out of the way.
gesture, 3 words, dive out of way.
Okay. Triangulus, Christ!
A ray of fire emits from the hedge. A beam of searing heat carves a hole in the small amount of vegetation that's obscuring this sorcerer's location. Previously, it had been throwing spells from within the hedge. This incinerates any sort of bit of living plant matter in front of him to create just a perfectly carved hole in front of the sorcerer now. You, the half-orc, and Kapipi all dive out of the way, avoiding any of the damage. You manage to escape it in its entirety. Unfortunately, the female human is not so lucky. It's caught full face by this scorching beam of heat and is incinerated. Screams and the smell of bubbling, burning flesh can be heard and smelt as the ray catches the mercenary and once the Kenku is thankfully not in the path of the ray, but the human is. And
Yikes.
once the glowing gout of flame dissipates, just their boots are left where once the human stood. You've dodged a bullet. Well,
We'll call it 100.
well, I mean, it's good news for you, isn't it? Sword, you'll go.
All right. Oh, yeah, fire? Sure. I pop off like a little flask of something which has cogs on it, and I kind of point it like a remote control and clunk a little switch on it, which causes a flaming sphere of 5 foot to just erupt. I want it to start on the left of the bush, and as a bonus action, I can move it 30 feet, so I want to streak it across the bush,
Okay.
setting the whole bush on fire.
Good God.
And I've got like a little cog here that's like remote controlling, like moving it left and right.
Nice.
Artificer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do I have to do for that?
Basically, anything that ends its turn on that sphere of fire will take damage, fire damage. But I'm basically also obscuring and blowing up the bush where all the kobolds are in.
So
control,
if it's aimed at the
You got an FPV
sorcerer,
headset for it.
if they're already in it as you cast it, do they take
If they
damage?
end their turn still in it,
Okay.
they can technically escape it if they
Okay.
move and end their turn elsewhere,
Okay.
which is why it's not a higher level spell, I'm guessing.
Right. Good. Is that what you want to do for now?
Yeah, because that's my action and my bonus action.
You are sweeping the bush with flame.
Yeah.
Very good. The Kobold Champion now is still trying to get at Kapipi. It runs down the caravan. Several of the dwarves have managed to bat the raiding kobolds away. They've escaped back into the hedge. The dwarves have now once again sort of gingerly hid underneath their wagons, still brandishing their pieces of like blunt instruments and wood and things like that, but they're still hiding. The Kobold Champion manages to go around you. However, it does provoke an attack of opportunity from the half-orc, who misses, whiffs him as the Kobold Champion deftly ducks underneath its latest swipe.
You need a
Moving
longer
past you.
sword, mate.
That's another bit of helpful commentary from Sword there during the battle. It ducks and runs towards Kapipi. Its sword, once again, held high in what is particularly bad form. It's shield ahead of it though, so it's going to try and swipe down at Kapipi.
You don't get me on a turtle.
You won't get me. I'm a
Slippery
turtle.
bugger.
Yells the thing. 15.
Told you.
Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't hit you. Okay, so how do you deflect the blow as it sweeps down and tries to hit you?
Can I just stand there and do nothing and he's just whiffed it that much that he can't hit me? Or,
If
or
you- yeah,
would you
if you-
rather
I
that
mean,
it was more...
it's more if you wanted to like use your shield. I mean, I can describe it, but if you wanted to use your shell, for example, to block it, then let me know. Otherwise, yeah,
I just confidently
you
just
stand totally
there,
still and
just-
say,
and then just turn,
"Can't, mate."
just turn my
You
back
angle
to
your
it.
shoulder ever so slightly,
Turn my back to it.
as in his rage
Where did I get this
and in his
confidence all of a sudden?
frustration, he miscalculates his sweep and the length of his, as Sword said,
the chosen
overly short sword. Again, Sword reminds him, you need a longer sword, mate. As he sweeps, you turn slightly, he misses. You feel the gust of wind as his blade gingerly misses,
course, chilly.
I'm going to use the same word, closely misses your shoulder. Okay?
Yeah, that's all I say. Haha.
Sticky Mickey, it's your turn.
It's my go. So, how many of them are near me at the moment?
Just one, this champion.
Can I try to use sleep?
Yes.
The spell sends creatures into a magical slumber.
Yep, you can try.
All right, creatures within 20 feet.
Centered on a point you choose. I know sleep. So roll the you roll for how many hit points that you determine, right? As in, isn't it? There's a save and then you roll how many hit points?
5d8.
Yep.
But though I'm doing it at level 2, I don't know if this changes it. How's this work, Charles?
It's 5d8.
So I don't have to do a d20.
Nope.
So just
Is there a save?
It's just if you
If you
max
hit
out
the
their HP.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
yeah, no, okay.
5d8.
So where's the most dense?
Well, I'm
area?
guessing you're going to target it on the.
on
So
the-
how it works is you select a point,
Yeah.
and then once you. So let's say that the Kobold champion is the center of that point, it's the main target. If he falls asleep and you still have additional HP, so what you're rolling here is a number of HP,
Yeah,
right?
but I want to make sure that the center of where I cast it is going to hit as many of them as possible.
Right.
So I just wonder who else is in range of this guy that just swung at me.
So the
Because I
thing
crossed
is,
the road
you
from there.
have allies within the sphere of this target. So if you're unlucky, you could end up putting your allies to sleep as well.
All right.
Also, you do kind of want to try and center it on the champion, because if you center it equidistance from you and the champion, for example, it will target perhaps you first, because it starts, I believe, with the lowest HP.
Maybe.
I'm gonna give you
Can that
a.
happen to me?
How could this happen to me? Target the Kobold champion with your sleep.
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah,
it.
start
Yeah,
with the
just-
creature that has the lowest current hit points.
I assumed I'd be immune to my own spell. Maybe not.
Be quite fun if you weren't.
All right, well, I'll do it there.
Okay.
So I just click this
Roll
little
the
roll for me.
HP.
Will it roll for me if I do this?
No. So click it, dismiss that thing, and then next the sleep spell should have the d8s you need to roll. It doesn't. So just roll 5d8.
Okay.
Here you go, is 2.
Maybe that's 3. So
And 2 more after that.
that's 3,
God, that's awful.
4, 5. 5, 9,
14.
14. This is going to go so well.
You still try to beat me with your pathetic spells? Fight me, turtle beast,
Says the champion Kobold.
Your effects have no effect here, traveler.
Taunt me.
Your spells are too weak for me, traveler.
Fine, next time I get a go, I'm really going to go ham on you.
Oh, what are you going to do? Use your unarmed strikes?
You'll find
Oh,
out.
claws!
It taunts you. Titus,
Oh,
the bowl is placed upon the table. The fire is lit. It's a small stone table with a recess in the middle that allows for a small fire to be stacked and lit to allow you to place a small metal cauldron above that fire. There's a cross iron grid. It's a great little setup. And it's not long before the water within the bowl is bubbling gently.
Quickly, Roger. Time to toss that.
Ooh, Roger's back on the sniffing salts, and he's like,
Lovely.
and his forehead almost touches the table before he hears you say quickly, Roger. Whoa.
That's it.
He picks up the lobster.
It's time to put the lobster.
Goodbye, my friend. As he dangles it above his head, he looks up and dangles it.
Roger, he's not your friend.
Oh.
He would
And
never be your friend. You wouldn't treat a friend like that.
He drags the claws of the creature across his lips.
No. What you did to that was not a friendly act.
Ooh, ooh.
We're going to eat it.
Pooey, 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 he says.
Pooey.
Pooey.
Can you give it a rinse? Is that what you're saying?
Pooey! No, the hot water will save it. And he flops it back
Save it?
down. The hot water will make all of it, neutralize it. Nothing survives boiling water, right? Bit of flavour.
Sure. Yeah, well, it's got a shell. We're going to crack that bad boy open. Roger, are you okay? Are you going to enjoy this lobster the way I'm going to enjoy this lobster?
And then the lobster goes in the pot. Roger just collapses, forehead on the table. Bang!
More for me.
Paul's
more,
there,
more
though.
for me. Paul, mate, what are you having?
What about me?
Sorry?
What about me?
What about you?
Yeah, what about me?
I don't know anything about you.
I want some lobster.
How are you, mate? Where are you
All
from?
right.
Where are you from?
I'm from a place just, about 5,000-6,000 nautical miles from here.
That sounds really far.
Yeah, I'm a settler. Been here for about 15 years now.
Oh, okay. So where are you from here, though?
From here?
How long have you lived here?
About 5 years.
5 years. But
No,
you're still telling people you came from 6,000 nautical miles away.
Well, none of us. I mean, there's a few native species, but most of us have just come from, all over the world.
Why were you kicked out of that brothel for the lobster thing?
Well, we paid good money for
Yeah.
a private room,
Yeah.
one of their water rooms, got a water bed,
Oh, I haven't tried that one.
and while me and Paul, me and Roger were going at it.
Yeah.
What we were planning on doing with the lobster.
Yeah.
The lobster bloody clipped the water bed, didn't it?
Oh.
The water bed broke, flooded one of the rooms. All the water comes gushing out.
Right.
Front
So
door.
it was damaged. It was you damaged something. It was
Yeah.
Negligence
And then
on
they
your
asked
part.
us to pay for the water bed, and we said, look, we're taking a lobster in there.
Yeah. No, they don't have insurance. You should pay for the water bed that you broke.
So you think I'm in the wrong as well?
I think you're in
I
the
can't
wrong.
bloody
I'd
win
take
today.
you to a small
I
claims
can't win.
tribunal.
You would.
I would, yeah.
Well, lucky there's very little in the way of courts
There
or
is
rules
very
here.
little here, and that's lucky on your part. But you came back with a lobster, and that is currently almost ready. So we should eat that bad boy.
And he sort of
Which
sits up
part
and looks
do you
into
want?
the
Do you want
pot.
the claws? Because I kind of want the claws. Do you want the body?
I'll have the tail.
I kind of want the body as well. You can.
I'll have the head.
You have the head.
Yeah.
The eyes are the best part, mate.
Are they?
Yeah,
I haven't eaten lobster before. I only use them as sex objects.
Well, that's weird. That's weird that you wouldn't eat them, but you.
I didn't know you could eat them.
Well, why?
I thought that's what everyone used them
You've
for.
lived here 5 years, 6
Yeah.
years.
Where I
You've
come from,
never
there's no
eaten
lobsters.
There's no lobsters. You
Nope.
came from 6,000 nautical miles. There's no lobsters.
No lobster between here and there.
Well, you missed out because you're about to have a great treat. of
Is this
the
nice, is
eyes,
it?
Of the eyes. It's
How
the
you meant to
eyes
eat?
that
How you
really
meant to eat
good.
the eyes then?
Just gobble them down, crunch on them. They're
How
on the
big are they?
outside. They're not very big. They look like small kind of
Things
like
that one's seen.
beady- Sorry.
It's bloody blessing the things that
Well,
one's seen.
exactly. More flavour.
Yeah.
There's flavour in the eyes because of it. Anyway, the rest of it's mine.
So you're having the whole lobster. I'm getting the eyes.
I'm pretty much having most of the insides of the lobster.
But you're saying when it comes to flavour, the eyes have it.
the eyes have it. The eyes.
Very
have
good.
it.
Right.
Should we crack this bad boy open?
Yeah, let's get her out.
Yeah, she looks ready. Just grab it.
What?
Just get your hands in there. I don't have any utensils.
Are you sure?
They didn't put any utensils on the table.
Is it going to be all right?
It's going to be bloody hot, but you should do it quickly.
Persuade.
That's a 20. Nat 20.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Nat 20. Okay. He puts his hand straight into the boiling tank. But he's so inebriated from what he's been doing inside the brothel that he doesn't seem to notice it. You see his hand. Whoa, that's bloody hot! Oh, Christ!
it
He flicks it
smells.
down. He gets a bit of his ale, stuffs his hand into an ale,
Nice.
cools it off. God, it was warm in there.
Yeah.
You having any, Roger? You having any? And he sort of pushes him, and Roger just slides off the table.
Conscious.
I think Roger might be out for the night.
I think he's had his fill.
I think he's all right, isn't he?
Let's crack this bad boy open. Let's get some garlic butter,
Yeah.
and I'll have that, and I'll smother it in the meat that I'm going
Okay.
to now devour. And we'll start crunching.
Right. Give me a sleight of hand check for how well you break up this lobster.
Okay. That's a 5th. Do I have to roll for that, or is it a specific thing? 15 on there.
There is a sleight of hand if you've got any
2.
bonuses. +2.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, you crack up this lobster like a pro.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I tuck in a little bib.
You put a little bib.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah. Okay, getting lobster ready.
Ah, yes.
You crack off the tail.
Oh.
Expertly pulling. You suck your tail out in one, do you? This is a large amount of meat. This is a large lobster. It's the equivalent. You've just basically put like 2 whole chicken breasts in your mouth.
It's really good.
Extremely gluttonous. And
It's good.
and Paul's watching you, and he's broken off his 2 little eye stalks, and he's like,
Oh, how are they? Come on, Paul.
they don't
mate, speak
taste.
up.
It's a bit like eating a twig.
Bit like eating a twig. Yeah, best twig of your life, mate.
You say with a mouth
Whoa.
stuffed full of juicy
Oh,
lobster.
it's really good.
And honestly,
Probably this was a bizarre.
and exactly, that's what I was going to say.
Unbelievable.
It's pretty good considering like how long it was up there.
It was basically dead before it got.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, but you're all right. It's seemingly going down pretty well. Other patrons of the inn are actually looking around in envy. Like they're all just eating like basic stuff. But
This ain't on the menu.
you're having a lobster dinner in
I brought this.
this is a BYOL. Yeah.
Bring your own lobster scenario.
Yeah.
I brought it myself. These guys
BYOBL.
were too drunk to enjoy it. So I'm having it.
You're explaining to the inn how you exploited some drunks that had a sex object lobster that you're now enjoying eating.
This was up his ass.
BYOBL. Bring your own butt lobster.
Bring your own butt lobster.
You
Yum.
proclaim loudly.
Best lobster ever. Free?
Free.
Free lobster.
He
But I
said-
didn't wasn't all free. I spent at least 8 gold on this setup.
At this point, the other patrons have already turned around and gone back to their eating, but you're really
Honestly
going
though,
as if you're
fantastic lobster. 10 out of 10 lobsters.
10 out of 10 on Lobster Advisor.
Yeah, very tasty.
Oh boy. Right, back to the battle. Kapipi just did a very unsuccessful sleep spell, as once again, the sorcerer kobold. Several of the kobolds now lay dotted around the place, pieces of them all over the floor. The rogue's got a couple of them just bleeding out. Well, I mean, they're all dead already, really. You've cut 2 in half almost. The sorcerer is unhappy about this, frankly. It tries to hit you with another chromatic orb. It hurls a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at the half-orc and at Sword. This time, fire. This ball of flame flies towards you.
Bit tropey at this point.
Bit tropey at this point, Sword shouts.
I've already used fire in the bush. I used fire earlier.
They've all just got a taste for fire at this point as he rolls to hit the area around him. He rolls a 12.
Does not beat my armor class.
It does not beat either of their armor classes, as once again the chromatic orb sails high. The Kenku this time is looking out for this son of a bitch. All right, he doesn't want to get splashed like last time. He doesn't want to get, the runoff of a fiery ball, and instead the orb sails off into the distance. You hear the squawk of a monkey screaming.
That put like a manky.
That might have been a monkey. Again, all the things you've seen for some reason are following you around like a troop of animals.
We've wronged so many
The
things.
kobold sorcerer yells in anger.
God's sake, I'm such a shit sorcerer. I was meant to be powerful. They said study hard, you'll become a wizard and impress all the other kobolds. But no, I can't hit a fucking barn door.
Sword, your go.
I'm going to press on this existential crisis and swing my Morning Star at him. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Thank you. That is a solid 14 to hit. 15, sorry.
Just hit.
I'll ease your burdens, mate. And I swing at his face. 1d8 plus 2. That's a solid 6 points of Morningstar to face damage.
Nice. Oh, also, it ended its turn within your sphere of fire. How much damage does it take for that?
Oh, yes. So that would be, I believe, not very much. But enough, A little lick of pain. It is a whole heap of... where is it? 2d6. Let me roll that for you. 9 points.
Oh, that means then that your strike kills this sorcerer. How do you imagine it happening?
I hit him around the face, and I just point down at his feet, and I move the cog of sphere under his feet.
Yep.
Toasty.
He melts from the ground up.
Oh!
As it catches, the incineration begins, as he suddenly loses an inch, then another inch, until he realizes, as he looks down, he's melting like a candle into the floor. Seconds pass as this kobold sorcerer thinks about his degrees, thinks about all of the qualifications and training he went through, the chance happening of the fact that he was imbued with magical power at all, and how that was all wasted on one shitty ambush in a jungle, moments before the fire engulfs him entirely.
I never went to school.
A kobold sorcerer yells in frustration before that yell becomes a blood-curdling scream. Right.
It was a surprisingly deep voice for a kobold.
Over his shoulder, the kobold champion sees that now it must be all up to him. He's used to his kobold brethren abandoning him, pathetic, worthless, barely even known to be dragonkin in his opinion. He's an elitist fuck, you know? He really thinks he's better than a lot of them, and he's out to prove it. This is his moment. This is his perfect moment.
I see that all in his eyes.
Yeah.
me.
Well, you don't. Kapipi
Ruby.
does. As he
Kapipi's
strikes
all right.
Kapipi once
You
again.
don't have to do this. You can get out of here alive.
It's too late for that.
It's too late for your friends. It's not too late for you.
19 to hit.
All that way.
Oh God, I think you're gonna get me. There's 17, so yeah.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
11 whole damage is done to you with his glace as he swipes and cuts and thrusts, desperate to prove all of those naysayers wrong. He was just a laugh in the face of the wizards that trained for years, where he just spent in the gym instead, just getting fucking buff.
Oh. Ah.
Kapipi, you'll go.
We can end this now. I'm gonna whisper you something. Listen close. I use dissonant whisper,
Yeah.
which will put him into racking him with terrible pain. He must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 of psychic damage. Or must immediately use.
Wisdom 14.
Oh yeah, sorry. Wisdom 14.
It fails.
Listen here. The pain is coming. The pain is coming. Here comes the pain.
No,
Here comes the pain.
I don't have a small dick. Those potions were normal.
Your penis
It didn't
is
shrink it.
small. It's
Those
a
are good
small
muscle
one.
building potions.
It's less than average.
No, it probably is though. My biceps are bigger than average, but it has to come from somewhere.
You're
The potions
making
we
up
just didn't
for
need
it
around my groins and
elsewhere.
my arms.
Listen. And then, yeah,
How much
3d6.
damage?
Oh, sorry. D6.
Aw.
Okay, borrow that.
Yeah.
Hey, mate. The 5. That's a 9.
And does it also have to like run away, did you say?
So the type, if available, to move, must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
As you do this damage, as it appears to burst into tears, it runs from the fight, leaps between the gap between the front wagon and the next goat. The goat snatches at it as well and takes a little bite, which it yelps. No! And it disappears off into a hedge.
I just realised that I cast this at level 2, so I had another D6, didn't I?
Well, the good news is that the rustling recedes,
Oh,
and you
okay.
can no longer hear the kobold champion.
He's gone.
You are out of initiative. As the battle ends, you examine the situation, and all of the noise, the Kenku nods to the half-orc, signifying that they seem to be safe for the moment.
How is everyone? How are you doing, Sword? I'm pretty messed up, mate.
Psychologically, undamaged, totally fine with all the repercussions of our actions there, and otherwise just a bit perturbed.
Starting to think we should have just given them the doggy bag.
Yeah, we didn't have any food at the time, did we? Did you
Yeah.
have a doggy bag?
Yeah, we had our doggy bags.
I don't know what you
we-
ran. I feel a little bit bad.
I don't
and
anymore.
remorseful.
I was starting to feel a little bit
No,
guilty,
wait.
but then
No, I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm over it. Let's get the lead back in the wagon. What
Yeah.
annoying little shits. Dwarves!
Dwarves, they're fine. We're fine. The kobolds only they threw a few bits into the hedge, but nothing actually happened to them.
Wasn't
We've loaded
asking.
them back onto the wagons.
Yeah, that's
The
what I was
mercenaries are there like, hello, well fought.
Yeah, you lost one. Sorry about that. Sucks.
Yes, we did.
Got the boots though.
New pair of boots. Nice.
Well, I thought, you'd want to keep them as a nice memento of,
Same
We-
size as me, it's good.
well, you're not friends. Okay, weird.
We were acquaintances. We had fought together for only a few weeks. They decided to travel back with us. It's sad. No, it's not sad.
They made a terrible decision there, didn't they?
They should have got out of the way. You need to make split-second decisions in the battlefield, and they clearly did not. And I got a new pair of boots.
you're going to give them a funeral or anything, or
What? Give what a funeral? This pair of boots? He holds up the pair of boots and pours out the ashes.
There
Oh
is
wait, there's a
nothing
bit of whole foot in here still. Pulls out like the front half of a
It's
foot.
more the sentiment.
yeah.
But either way,
you could close off all the streets or something, and
New boots.
he does have
He
new
held,
boots.
he held up again almost to like try and drive home the point.
It seems wasted not
Anyway.
to use them.
You know what? Go get with these new boots, new trousers, money. You said you'd pay us.
Yeah. So 50 gold each, right?
Yes.
close your eyes, hold your hands out.
Yeah, if you could. But
No, I'm not. Those kobolds clearly had something against you, and I'm not going to give you the chance to let that
Fine.
happen again.
50 gold apiece.
Pay the man
And what's
for
your other mercenary's name over there with the beak?
I do have a name for them. 1 second. That's Rattle.
I noticed they do a really mean thumbs up.
Yes, that is Rattle.
Hello, Rattle.
It says hello, Rattle back at you in the sound of your own voice.
Weird. Did you hear that?
What?
You sounded just like me. Hello?
And he says hello back.
Look! It's like an echo.
Echo.
And he sort of just stares at you, like, just like.
Not quite what we thought it was.
I toss a sack after having counted them onto the floor in front of them. There you go.
Onto the floor.
So it's just about, I kind of try and, so it's not like disrespectful, I'm just trying to be a bit cool, trying to,
The Kenku quickly sweeps over and gathers up both.
There you go.
There you go. It says back.
Very good. So that's us paying you for your services. Now, what about you paying us for saving your life?
yeah.
I did not see you save my life, says the orc.
The guy just ran away in pain. I just made him in pain.
He could have had
You
you.
not see that?
Could have nipped your Achilles or something.
There will be no payment from us. We are the
It's
mercenaries
100
here.
It's 100 gold if you're asking.
I am not asking as he ties on the 50 gold.
Oh, okay, worth a shot.
Farewell, travellers. Keep an eye on who follows you next time.
Yeah, I can't help but feeling if you hadn't stopped us, they wouldn't have been an issue because we were moving.
Yeah, we had like a bit of lead time there and you stopped us.
All right. Well, agree to disagree, the orc says.
Are you
As he
going that
puts
way?
his sword
Because we're
back
going
in.
that way. It's only
It's
one
gonna be
way.
awkward, like.
You
We
gonna, like-
travel faster than you. You're laid down by wagons. Perhaps we will cross paths in Goldtooth Town if you make it.
What was your name, sir? Sorry.
My name,
Yeah.
Spurn.
Sperm.
Spurn with an N.
Oh, sperm with an N.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Thanks.
Takes a swig from his water bottle.
Thanks for your service and all that, and hope we never cross paths again.
I hope we never have the need to, but if you need mercenaries like us again, we're good fighters.
All right.
We'll be in town.
We'll
Yep.
see you in town then.
Good morrow.
No, today.
Very good, very well. And they both just like start walking ahead of you, trying to like noticeably a little bit quicker than what looks comfortable because they're trying to make some distance.
All right, we're ready to go again.
Your caravan continues. You thankfully, peacefully make your way to Goldtooth Town.
Yes.
Just an hour or so later, You break through the trees as the jungle turns to city outskirts, and the city outskirts turns to the city interior. Before you know it, and as the sun is very much set, the moon cresting high in the sky, you reach the outside of the Rusty Axle. Inside, you hear the familiar voice of Titus, loudly exclaiming how he's had one of the best free meals he's ever had, to all that will listen.
Tonight's fine dining was free. I sourced a lobster from 2 drunken heathens,
I kick open the
and I
door.
boiled it.
Well, well, well.
Oh,
It isn't the legendary noble Titus.
you've made it, but you've just in time. There's one bit of lobster left. Who wants it?
What is it?
It's lobster.
Yeah, but what bit is left?
It's the claw. It's pretty
didn't
good
like the
stuff.
claws,
It's a bit of
thank
claw
you.
stuff, but
You don't know what we've
so-
been through.
Do you want the kind of the shell? Would you like that? What do turtles eat?
I've never had it before.
We can halve this
Just have
claw.
a little nibble of the shell, mate.
You got any like lettuce or anything?
Honestly, no. You can drink some of the soup. It's quite cool.
I'll drink some of the soup.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
that
Ignore him.
is-
That's Roger. This is Paul.
What, the guy on the floor?
Yeah, the guy on the floor is Roger. He got a little bit inebriated. I found them waving this lobster around like it was nothing, and in we popped.
Well, while you were dining like a underwater king, which I guess technically you are,
Yeah.
we had to fight off another thing. The kobolds came back to bite our asses.
Oh, did you just feed them and let them go?
Nope,
Should have done
we
that.
fought them to their...
You killed
Yeah,
the
yeah,
tiny
we
little creatures
killed-
that were kind of fairly harmless.
Wow.
You had a-
One of them got away.
One
don't
was
worry.
beefed up, one was
One
juiced.
got away. But how many did you slaughter?
No, just
Several.
numbers of them.
Well,
What were they? Were they trying to kill you, or they?
yeah,
Yeah, they
they were out.
They wouldn't have just left if you just gave them a bit of food and then scurry away.
So it wasn't really on the table, was
No,
it?
they
An
fired
option.
an arrow.
They came
and
in.
Stuff.
They came in arrows.
They're very angry.
Yeah, they were pretty pissed. And one
We
was
probably should have just given them the food the night before.
initially,
Sounds
yeah.
like that would have been a.
But you know what they say about hindsight?
They
What do they
also said,
I don't know. I'm hoping you could tell
Oh
me.
no, I don't. I've never.
I never
I don't
lived.
even know what the word means. What does it mean?
Oh, it's something like intrepid.
Behind sight, like behind us, like sight from behind.
Anyway, this claw is lovely.
Yeah,
and
it's good, isn't
tasty.
it? Very
it's
good.
Almost like,
Dip it in that, that's good stuff.
What sort of like herbs and spices have you got on top?
Oh right,
It's a
okay.
real
So what
delicacy.
happened is, so Paul here, hi Paul.
All right.
Hi,
This
Paul.
is Sword, Kapipi.
Right, hi, Paul.
Sticky
What's
Mickey, may have heard of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
This is soup.
Chowing down on
I think
this.
I heard you did a good gig, one of the Crown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Crown gig.
Yeah, just a couple of nights ago.
And there was a
yeah.
bloke with, juggling what was it?
Spiders and
spiders,
buckets, yeah.
and spiders. Yeah, I
That was a
remember that.
nightmare,
Yeah,
that
The guy
yeah,
that spilled them all, yeah.
yeah.
Paul, tell them where you put that lobster
I am
before we
just
devoured it.
stuffing the
What
last
type of
piece of
soup
meat.
is this as well?
And Paul
Oh,
just
it's
puts
good.
his hand
He's enjoying the soup.
on Roger and pulls him up from his stupor, like literally just. And Roger's just like,
It's a good lobster.
"This is where I put him."
Right. So what he means by that is that the lobster had climbed up into Roger's asshole. Now, I found them outside the brothel. I think it's a sex thing. I think the claws are involved. the
Kapipi
nibbling
and
little
Sword
eyes.
Constitution checks.
What about the soup? What is that then?
So the soup is actually what we boiled the lobster in. We hadn't cleansed it, so we thought maybe it would just clean itself in the boiling fluid there.
So all the
You are
dirt's come
enjoying-
off into
11.
That's actually most of Roger's detritus
in the soup.
inside the soup. Yes.
Kapipi,
I
give me a
haven't had the
Constitution
soup. I
check.
don't-
What is wrong with you?
Sword,
didn't
you
eat
just
the
about
soup.
keep it down, but you're retching quite badly.
I didn't eat the soup. I'll point out that the soup was entirely your choice. You didn't want to eat the shell.
4.
God.
Kapipi, you vomit back
grateful.
into the soup bowl.
That's embarrassing. I'm so sorry, barkeep.
The barkeep's looking at it just like drying a cloth. Just like,
I
God.
don't know. Born in a barn. Actually, probably was.
Why'd I eat it again?
Just enjoying the soup. I wouldn't recommend eating that, Paul.
no. Outside, the dwarves are like hitched up their goats. They come in through the front door, and they're like, "All right then. Well, we can lend you a wagon if you like. We can't lend you a goat. We've got to take them for rest and feeding. But you should, between the three of you, be able to push the wagon round to wherever you need to take it. We'll leave the wagon outside. your load is out there. You might want to keep an eye on it. It's very valuable, but the people around here tend to not openly steal.
Thanks, Scurry. Cheers, mate. It's been an interesting experience.
Do you want some of this soup?
What's in it?
Oh, just.
That's a good question. I'm glad
herbs
you
and
asked.
spices.
So he asked what was in it before you started
He
gobbling
looks
it down.
in and he's like, "You vomited in this soup. You trying to feed me vomit?"
Oh, I did vomit in it. I'm sorry, I forgot. You see, because I
He's
just
travelled with
vomited.
you. This is what he offers you.
Gentlemen, it's been a long day, fraught with danger.
Yeah.
I suggest you perhaps get a good night's sleep, pay somebody to look after your lead for the evening, and then perhaps attempt tomorrow with a fresh head, because right now you're making terrible decisions.
What is a fish head going to do?
Who do we pay
Don't know, ask Titus.
to look after the lead?
Hey, would you like to look after the wagon?
I can get one of my boys to keep an eye on it tonight.
Actually, no, you were
We
useless
can
in
just
that
wake
fight.
Master Flagon up and just get him to take it now.
Yeah, let's just push
we
it
just-
there now.
Should we just push it there?
Then we've got the whole night
push it
without
round
having
the
to
back.
worry
I need to
about
sleep,
it.
I need
like
to
the
rest.
stress.
I need a
Oh,
rest.
you're tired.
I'm tired.
Oh,
the
he's
lobster
tired,
filled me
look.
up and it's got me all
The
drowsy.
earlier we get it to Flagon, though, the
drowsy
maybe he
and
can
full.
spend. He might be
My
able to
belly
spend
is
all
full.
night making it into gold, so we can go to sleep and wake up and have it there in the morning. Otherwise, we're going to have to
Saying
wait
makes
for it,
sense.
aren't we?
Let's take it. Let's do it.
Then
All
we
right.
ain't got
I will
worries.
sit on the wagon.
Okay, what do you want to do?
We're going to take the wagon to Master Flagon's
Now,
right now.
right now.
Okay, go for it.
How
gonna
far is
push.
wait? How far is Blake?
Not far, like a
It's not
10
too
minute
far.
walk.
Around the corner, wouldn't it?
10
If I
minute walk away,
recall,
guys.
it's just that way.
All right, so yeah, you're out there between the three of you. You work relatively easily to drag this wagon. It rolls well on the
10 more
cobbles,
minutes.
on the paved streets. Just give me a couple of strength checks. Each of you roll 2 each.
Looks like a 9
Oh wait, that's.
plus 0.
You say 2 each.
Yep.
19 and a 16 for
Nice.
old Swordy.
9 and a 14.
Okay.
2 and a 3, which means strength.
You're rolling like garbage.
Where is my strength?
At the top.
Doesn't
Oh, 2 and
matter.
a
You roll
3.
something like a 2 and a 3 at this point.
4
Just
and a 5. I'll
presume it's shit.
Actually, it's a 4
I'll
and a
presume
5.
it's rubbish. Okay, yeah, between the three of you, Kapipi at one point, as you're pushing it slightly down a hill, Kapipi kind of gets like worryingly pushed. He's at the front trying to slow it down, and because it's lead, it's quite heavy.
Easy.
So he's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Slow it down.
But luckily, Sword manages to dig his heels in at the top and sort of drag it to a stop as you get to the bottom of the hill. Turn left and head along the promenade until you get to Master Flagon's shop. Luckily, there still is a small light glowing in the front window, and
knew
you
he
can
was a
tell
night
that
owl.
he's inside.
Yeah.
Flagon, open up!
You yell.
I yell. Flagon, open these doors right now!
You hear this like, oh, God, like in clanking
I
of
bet
like
he's doing
bottles
another
and things on the
weird
inside.
ritual.
Like,
Wake up, Flagon!
Who's that? Who's it? Who is it?
and he opens the door and he's just like,
Oh, it's you lot.
Flagon, I'm so glad you're here.
I thought it was the town watch or something.
No, it's just us, but we're exhausted.
Wow, this is quite the large cart you've got here.
It is. It's all
Full
lead.
of stuff.
Pure lead.
My goodness.
Good stuff.
All in little spheres.
Well, push it round the side and put it in my workshop.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christ, have you not got a spell or something? We literally just hauled it all the way here without a goat.
what could I do? Okay, hold on. And he waves his hands, and the wagon just begins to shrink.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! The lead!
It's okay, it's reversible. And he shrinks it down, shrinks it down, shrinks
Well,
it
you
down.
could have done that the entire journey.
Well, I wasn't there.
Wait a minute. Can you do it the opposite direction?
Yes.
So we could have just got you a little bit of lead,
Is it-
and you made it into a lot of lead.
Does
It's
it
not
last
lasting. It doesn't work like that.
longer than a minute? Because I can do that, but it only lasts 60 seconds for me.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
I can maintain the spell for a few minutes. There you go. Push the cart around the side, and then it's now like sort of shopping trolley size, so you can
Nice.
you can more easily push it.
They look like little marbles.
Lean
now.
in and
Yeah.
hold my legs back as it rides.
You push it around the side of his shop, down the small alleyway that's at the side there. Round the back, you see the two sort of barn-sized doors on runners roll open it's the same stone workshop at the rear of his shop that had the circle where he combined the mankeys. On the floor inside, torches are lit. It's a fairly windowless room, so the torches are usually lit. They're sort of glowing with an arcane heat. You can't quite see a flame on them. And inside is the familiar large workshop of Master Flagon. The magic circle is still on the ground, but in its place instead is on top of the magic circle is a conveyor belt-like contraption. So, one second. So there, at one end of the space, there's the conveyor for the small wagon and the lead at one end. So he directs you to push the small wagon at the moment onto the end of the conveyor belt, and then he waves his hand and it returns to a larger size. At the other end is a stone elemental, like currently dormant, just in a pile, just like next to another sort of like a wheeled pallet, essentially. And he'll be ready to take whatever comes off of the conveyor belt and stack it on that. In the center of this conveyor is quite a complicated looking metal apparatus which sits over the conveyor itself. And in the center of that is a large pointed prismatic crystal, like a gem, that points down towards the conveyor. And the metal apparatus is sort of inscribed with lots of little runes and symbols and things like that. And yeah, there seems to be some sort of system involved.
Very fancy get up you got here.
Processing the lead.
Oh yes, it's my own design. It's a system that I've used in the past, but it's been in storage for some time. I'm quite looking forward to using it. However, it won't be tonight. I think perhaps if we retire for the evening, I was just about to close up shop, if I'm honest with you. It'll be very secure here. My elementals are excellent guard dogs. We can convene in the morning. The process should take no more than 30 minutes to complete.
Is this a good, just because we've got no kind of, scale of what's a good amount of lead and what's not, like, is this a good amount of lead for a good amount of gold?
I'm glad you asked. Well, what are we looking at here? Perhaps
Lead.
400 kilograms of lead. Well, 100 kilograms of gold should be achievable. It takes about 4 parts of lead to create 1 part of gold.
How much like coinage is that relatable to? Like
Let me do some maths, quick maths. A gold coin weighs about 10 grams. So 400 grams of lead becomes 100 grams of, 400 kilograms of lead becomes 100 kilograms of gold. I take half, you take half. We have a nice 50-50 split. I feel that's reasonable. That leaves you with 50 kilograms of gold, precisely. You would walk away with 5,000 gold coins from this deal.
Yeah, I mean,
That's pretty.
what sort of options do we have here? We did.
It is non-negotiable.
Oh, it's entirely non.
You will. I can, as long as the process goes well.
You're a good bloke, you are.
I should be able to deliver you 5,000 gold coins tomorrow, but keep it quiet. We do not want people to know that we have quite so much lead here.
Is it safe in there?
Yes,
No,
it's
I
very
like-
safe within this confine. This is a heavily enchanted room.
Ah, good.
I like it. I like your
I
get
like
up.
this.
Honestly,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
should have a little back and forth. Maybe like a little brain off, because I've got some intricate pieces of technology that uses magic, and I'm
Very
sure I
good.
could share with you some instruments.
Yes, I'd be quite happy to show you how this apparatus works tomorrow.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, until
We'll be
then,
back then.
40 winks for me.
He begins to wink.
Counting them.
It's my night ritual.
He's just 20 on each eye.
One eye
3,
each.
4.
And I'm going to go off and count some sheep.
Very good.
Sort of feel that.
You may sleep in my shop if you wish, or you can find inns. Which would you like to do?
Just sit here, I think.
I forgot to get one of those portable bedrooms from the dwarves. What to get
Oh,
one
I
then?
think I have something. If
You have bedrolls.
we have bedrolls.
You may sleep and get a good night's sleep in my shop.
All right, we'll sleep in here then.
Cheers, Flaggy. Can I call you that?
You can call me what you like.
We
Alright,
we
Flaggy.
have done a
Hobgoblin.
big job for you.
Blaggy.
You have. I am appreciative. Thank you for coming back and fulfilling your side of the bargain.
Brilliant.
I look forward to making us both a little bit richer tomorrow.
Hell yes. Let's do that. Until then, kip time.
It is, and that
I lost
concludes. And that concludes session 9, part 1 of Booty. High Seas, Low Expectations. We will continue in the morn in part 2, where you will get your gold and go to buy your sparkly new ship, or second-hand ship, as the case may be.
That's just part 1.
Thanks for watching and/or listening. We hope you're enjoying this. Thank you very much to our Patreons who are also supporting this and our other podcasts on Patreon. We very much appreciate that. You can catch all the episodes of Booty so far on the Hat Films YouTube channel, as well as in podcast form on many different platforms. See you in part 2.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye. Okay, quick break. And then, we'll
Start
continue
recording.
with part 2,
Indeed.
which should be a little bit quicker, I imagine.
Yeah, we've got a half an hour or so.
I like the the two timelines cutting back and
Yeah.
forth there. That was,
Like that.
He like that.
Breaks it up a bit.
You know what we need in this warehouse?
what's that?
A full coffee bar.
Yeah?
There is literally a cop by
Yeah, you have to pay for that, don't you?
And they take
Takes a
so
long time.
What would you
Age?
What would you get as a coffee bar then? Like a coffee machine?
Just a coffee machine.
Or
A small coffee machine.
I'd like a coffee machine and a barista.
Or we should get a milk frother.
we
Craig,
should probably get
Make
some
little
like
lattes for each other with instant coffee.
we could make that into more of a kitchen-y kind of area.
I'd like you to be in like a
We
uniform.
could have a fridge.
Oh, like with the
Yeah.
the apron.
Not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
Just a
small
noise.
bar fridge.
Don't-
And
don't
a
make
little
noise, you've got
chalkboard.
Sound.
Let's do it.
Put it in the
Little
hallway.
menu.
Put it in the toilet.
Put it in the
Yeah,
toilet.
put it in the hallway.
What's happened?
If we were to have a fridge, but because of the sound.
Put it in the
it's
hallway.
constant-
Put it next to the huge canister of gas
Yeah.
And the hand grenades.
and hand grenades.
I mean, the fridge you could probably just as long as you don't as long as you don't open it, you can leave it off while we
Go to the
start.
toilet.
Anyway, we had
Hey, chat.
quite a crazy donation.
Did you?
At least I think we did. Let me just double check.
He's hoping you did.
Yeah, there it is.
What? Let's get
Big up
it.
to One Mad Shrimp,
One Mad
who
Shrimp.
tipped £400.
What the hell?
Saying, for all the donations I missed by not catching you live, Booty is by far the best D&D show out there currently. Keep up the great work.
Wow.
Thank you, One Mad Shrimp, for your massive contribution.
insane.
We appreciate
That's
it.
amazing.
Might buy a coffee machine and a fridge.
Yeah, you might
We
facilitate
literally just mentioned a coffee machine
our
and a fridge.
caffeine.
That will go towards those things.
We're definitely
but
going
thank
to
you.
get Craig a nice little outfit.
What's what like
I want him to look like a
Made
proper little
like a-
barista.
a barista outfit? What,
Yeah.
what a barista outfit wear? Like a
Overalls,
penny. Yeah.
penny,
A penny.
maybe a nice little
Pinafore.
like
We
fascinator.
got so many Starbucks aprons at home. So
Oh right, I see. Well,
Shit,
just bring
yeah.
one of those in. We have to spend a penny then.
We don't spend a single
you
penny.
still need to buy the machine.
Of course, yeah.
Actually, can we hire Ree
Yeah,
to make our coffees?
we'd probably love that first.
Ding dong, done.
I'll read these other subbies out, these are from a day ago. I'm assuming Smith read these, but thank you if you subscribed while Smith did some solo streams. Big up to The Poco, who's a 15-month saying love you guys, thank you very much. Underworld Chris, who's a 20-month saying looking forward to some big booty today. I hope you enjoyed it so far. That felt like quite a big half. I
Yeah.
almost thought he was going to just continue on and then
I guess.
I
we have
mean,
like
I
a-
guess
is
this'll be
it
a-
big enough that we could even split that one into like
I
three
don't know.
parts? But
I mean,
probably not because
Probably best
after
not
the
to mess
battle,
with
it's
the
it could be
format
like
now.
an appendix, not appendix. Epilogue,
appendices.
epidermis.
I don't know, but yeah, it felt like a good chunk.
It should probably be the wind down to the big break, I guess. Now, this
Yeah.
second section.
Anyway, big up to I Know You Hacks, who threw 500 bitties our way, saying, lay it on me, Daddy Smithy. Thank you. And Always Molasses is a 33-month saying, here's to 33 more.
Amazing.
Indeed, thank you very much. And Nullified User has subscribed on Prime.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your donies and subbies.
Thanks everybody.
And for watching us.
Much appreciados.
Today. Obviously, you can catch this. So I guess this episode will be out on YouTube next week, Wednesday and Friday,
Indeed.
and then the podcast versions will be a week. So there's basically just a week gap. So hopefully you can just
If
catch
you're-
up
yeah.
if you've not caught them. But I imagine if you're watching it now, you've probably caught up.
If you're live streaming it, unfortunately, there will be a bit of a wait for
Yeah.
the Act 3, the final section.
But something to look forward to. But old Craigle's getting married, isn't you, mate? And he's got some. He's going on honeymoon and stuff, so he's going to be away. So
Yeah.
bit of a gap.
Sorry.
He didn't. He didn't.
We actually expected to finish this, well, or at least do 10 episodes before then, but shit happens.
Stuff gets in the way.
I mean, obviously Smith was ill last week, so couldn't do that episode then.
Who are you getting married to?
I haven't decided yet.
All right, it's just going to be an on-the-day moment.
It's kind of like a.
I'm just going to have a quick
So
pee.
I actually just signed up for
pee as
Married
well.
at First
Oh,
Sight.
we both
actually.
have a pee.
Yeah, let's save time.
What do you eating, Craig? Oh, it's one of those fuel bars.
Yeah.
Why do you got acid reflux all the fucking time?
Full fill.
I'm just get a fucking vending machine here.
Well, because It makes no sense.
You have to stock it.
We'll stock it, and then we'll be like, have you any change? It only takes coins. There's no card option.
Why don't we just,
Fuck, I've got to
why don't we just start our own petrol station?
start our own.
They seem to be making loads of money.
They certainly do.
The coffee machine could happen then.
Here we get a little coffee machine,
Yep.
probably. I don't know. Are they? It's getting a good one.
Or a microwave.
So I was going to get one at home, and then I thought, nah. Milk
Oh,
frother.
right, okay.
I got a milk frother instead.
Oh, we got a
Just
couple of
'cause
those.
nice little.
Just the jug one that spins on the inside. Yeah,
Does the trick, doesn't
that's
it?
what we use. We use a pour over, which is one of those
Yeah.
V60 funnels, and then a bit of milk frother if you want the frothy milk,
Oh, of course I do.
and then a little
Yeah.
bit of caramel syrup, a little bit if you want.
Yeah, I don't really have that much. I don't like the sweetness too much.
Same.
Sweetness, but I appreciate
You don't have to have it in every
it's an
coffee.
option. I feel like I do though now that you've mentioned it. And if I bought it,
It's the season for pumpkin spice. Are you into
no.
that?
Again, quite sugary. I'm just
It all kind of roughly tastes the same, doesn't it?
very
All
sweet.
the syrups.
Why
they
don't we,
do.
instead of stopping at the coffee bar, why don't we turn it into a bar? Like, just have bottles across the back there.
We were going to.
Turn it into like the Queen Vic.
We were going to have it like
Or pub.
the original design was to have like that, but then there's no reason for it. Although it's just blank right now.
What about,
So having something would be nice. Maybe just brick wall it up.
this is an idea for
Let's
coffee.
reveal that brick wall behind that silly wood that we put up there. Get it rustic.
What if we do a every week, like we are with Booty, we do a soap in the warehouse. So it's like
It's always
so
just
it's
in
always in the
bar.
warehouse,
In the bar.
but it's live, and you know, you'll play someone, you know, like I'll play someone, whatever.
I like the usual.
Get out of my warehouse!
Another
yeah, but
usual,
pub.
usual.
Someone will be the Danny
usual
Dyer
beer.
character, and
The usual. I strongly dislike that trope
What?
of people saying like the usual or you know what I like. It's like staff in like pubs and things rotate far too quickly for most people to
I
know
like to
what
say it
people
in
want.
pubs I've never been in before.
Oh, the usual.
Usual.
Fuck off, mate.
Put it on the tab. You've never been here.
Chuck one of those in my mouth.
But yeah,
I was using my right hand.
it's awkward to say the usual, even though it's normally the usual. Like if I go to not a bar, but like a coffee place that I normally go to, they know more often than not. what
Do
I
they?
want. Yeah. So they'll just put it in straight away.
Where do you go to? Coffee number one.
Yeah. It's one on Queen Square.
And where do you live?
I also live up above Coffee Number 1 on Queen Square.
He lives in
He
their
lives in
kitchen.
the office, actually.
I live above it, and I
The
go
old
down
coffee.
and like the usual. I'm like, don't ever say that to me again, you fucking cunt.
They're like, wow, you're an angry
I
individual.
can't believe you
get mad at
suggest
silly
other than
things.
the usual. I'm gonna have something really abstract because you said that.
I want the milk brewed upside down.
Brew it upside down. Pour it over yourself. I'm leaving.
I've had enough.
I'm
This is
so
stupid.
angry.
I'm
he
just
lives
trying to
He
find.
lives above.
I'm just trying to find the name of the shipwright. Curse these unordered notes.
For me to find out. I don't think we've been there actually, so no.
Maybe I
Can't
didn't
tell.
give them a name. I remember them being like, I think they were a Furbolg.
What about ship wrongs made right?
Ha! That's good. Let's get another one of those chocolates before you snaffle them all.
Pretty good, eh?
Use your left hand this time.
Yeah.
Still gonna eat it though. That's good chocolate.
Oh, the dust on the floor.
Oh, it's raining, man. Surprised you haven't been tempted.
Take one or two.
When in boot. Shit.
You just bite something.
What happened? You just shoved the fucking dice in his mouth.
flakes.
Right, you just-
Oh my god, you almost bit into a dice.
One was a D100.
You're literally like a toddler. Oh, he's choked.
choking on the dice he keeps gobbling up. He didn't look where he was grabbing it from.
I can't believe you just ate a dice.
I fully bit down on it too. It was a real shock to the system. I'm gonna go give it a little wash. So would you consider this part 2, Smith, like a summarizing wind down to the end of,
Yeah, quite possibly.
to the start of this lengthy break?
Check, check.
Check, check.
Yeah, there isn't a huge amount for you guys to do now. Where the hell is this goddamn note?
What about
Oh, here we go.
Ship Me Daddy?
What happened there, Trot?
I tipped out the bag. And then I picked up
I knew they were called something
12
oak heart.
and put it straight in my mouth. It was a dice.
You didn't notice in your fingers what you picked
No,
up?
I'm an idiot. Someone could send me edible dice. That would be lovely.
Well, we did edible underwear and we know how that finished up. I mean,
There was no underwear left at the
there's
end.
no fucking underwear left. I always was like, what the fuck is edible underwear? I'm fairly sure it's just those like sweets, isn't it? Those like
On a
beaded
string,
sweets.
Yeah.
So shit, that's like so much. I always,
And also, there's so much work.
yeah,
They're
like
not edible.
crunch,
Right? You've got
crunch.
like how long are you down? Like you're nibbling. It's just. I feel like you lose any kind of moment there. It's not. You see a video being used in a good way.
You don't eat them, you just wear them.
Swear 'em. I guess you can lick them down.
You could lick them
Isn't
down.
that the- yeah.
What if it's made out of like a full gelatin underwear?
Yeah. That could,
You
can
slip it
just-
on, and it's just like a
Some
big.
people do with those. What is it? Those little treats, those desserts where you tip it upside down.
Oh yeah,
Then
and the
some people
liquid
just go-
spills out. But it's like the shape like underwear.
They gobble it down.
Yeah.
But shaped like underwear. Yeah.
Or it's a big foam banana.
Slurp it up. Big foam banana. Strings of foam bananas.
During that episode, some people were complaining of a crackly mic on Smith. Did it get cleared up pretty quickly? I changed a setting on the computer. I don't know if that did anything or if it just miraculously fixed itself, but thanks for letting us know anybody.
Thank you, everybody.
I'd say our recording will be fine. It's just,
It's the stream experience.
but hopefully it fixed it for you guys.
Okay, well, I'm ready to continue if you guys are.
Let's.
Don't know if they can hear me.
I think they're just choosing to ignore you, Craig.
Why is chat ignoring me? Yes, fix shortly after you notice. Brilliant. I did the audio DG thing.
CPU overload. Classic. All right.
It was on and off for a bit. It could also be the just the receivers, I guess. All right, let's start rolling again.
Oh wait, I'm not.
You're
pressing it.
fine though. Audio rolling. OBS rolling. Cam rolling. Cam rolling.
Wonderful.
This camera rolling.
How much do you use these? They're just backed up something.
I've never had to use them yet.
And you never will.
And to be honest, as
Hopefully.
long as stream doesn't go down, I'd use the stream VOD over these. Because it's all vision mixed already.
That was so loud.
You really did flinch from that one.
That
Flinch
song-
like a bitch.
You were just doing the Vicar of Dibley theme, right?
Yeah.
They had that hymn at the Queen's funeral, and,
The
so,
Queen died.
and it was a different
Why are we
melody.
only just hearing about this now? Why wasn't there a parade or some sort of 10-day ceremony?
But yeah, that's not how that hymn goes. They must have changed it for the TV show. I was ready to sing along, and I could never knew when.
You're like, finally, a one I know.
One I know, yeah.
You know. Yeah, who the hell's learning all these hymns? Like, apart from like choirs. But like when you're like, I don't know whether you ever used to go to church,
People go to church.
You better learn.
but
from
we
my
used to go to
wedding.
church when we were like in like primary
Yeah,
school.
but you keep
If
mumbling
you kept
until
going, you
you
probably
pick
remember
it
it
up.
all.
It's so annoying. It's like, come on. I mean,
Did you not have it on the overhead projector, and then have in school we used to have.
those are the
pointers.
ones that are like Christian songs, not the hymns.
We had people you had two people up there with
Jacob's
a
Ladder?
pencil each, and they had to point at the line and then at the word as you go, and then they point to the next line and then point. Did you not have this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was Jacob's Ladder a
I
song?
never got to be the projector
I feel
guy.
like it was.
Isn't that a story?
Something about Jacob's Ladder.
His
Is that a
crab,
song?
Jacob's Crab Ladder, I think, the full time.
Jacob's Crab Ladder. Yeah, it was something about God and Jesus was clinging at it.
And that Jesus stopped banging Mary Magdalene. She's a prosy, and that's why you've got crabs. And then that's where the story came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, prosy? What's a prosy, sir?
Joseph's Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh, that's the one you're thinking of.
No, that's another one.
Oh,
Did we see that one?
What's that, sorry?
yeah. I was in that. I was Joseph's dad.
You were Joseph's dad.
Yeah, I had to feign crying for a whole song.
Isn't that a thing with Jason Donovan?
Jason Donovan, the
think I
kebab
played
van
Jason
on
at some
top of the track.
in a school play.
Sure he did something with Technicolor Dreamcoat.
There is a Technicolor Dreamcoat showing at the Hippodrome at the moment.
I think he did that.
Is Donny Osmond in it?
Why?
From the Osmonds.
Is there anyone I want to see?
You want to see Donny, do you?
Well, he is
Joseph. Is he?
There is
What,
no
the
other
biblical Joseph, reborn as Donny
There's no
Osmond,
other
as member of
Joseph.
a family band. Right, Craig, play the music.
Right.
Right, I'm going to play the music. Music playing. Coming to ACAM. Cutting to ACAM now in 3, 2, 1, cut. Music should be fading in any minute. This is a peek into the production office of the show, Booty.
He never says this stuff.
Okay. Okay, talent on stage. Get ready. Coming to Smith. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back to Booty, Session 9, Part 2. Today, you join us at a moment of change. This could be considered the end of Act 2 of Booty. And indeed, will see us take a short hiatus of 3 to 4 weeks whilst Craig goes off and gets bloody married. Craig, if you're unsure who that is, it plays Kapipi, your favourite turtle. So this is going to be a little bow on this part of the show. It's probably not going to be quite as long as the previous session, simply because it won't take that long. But we hope you enjoy it, and it'll set us up for the final act of this great adventure, which should be full of hijinks, high seas, and low expectations. Last session, the gang managed to get the lead wagons out of the jungle after a little bit of revenge from the kobolds they so evilly wronged. However, they killed all the kobolds and one of them ran away crying about his penis. Meanwhile, Titus found himself back in town eating what he called the best free meal of his life, 10 out of 10, would eat ass lobster again. That's what you missed if you haven't watched part 1 of session 9 yet.
They rushed to this part 9, episode 9, part 2.
I need to be up
Yeah.
to
They'd
date
watched
now.
that before,
Yeah, bizarrely.
and then they're like, "Oh,
Now you've ruined
I
it
should
all."
probably watch. You spoiled it. For me.
Yeah, how do you get through other things? Like shows must be a nightmare navigating. Like you do
Always
things.
start at the newest one episode
Yep.
and then go backwards,
Right. Okay. Like
and then go, oh, that's how it would have worked out. I've watched this all badly.
all the wrong way. Exactly. So, viewer/listener, we hope you've enjoyed the story so far. And if you wonder where the hell's the podcast or the Switch stream or the show on YouTube, well, it's coming back on October 19th. There you go. Might be a
And
few
with
days.
a furore.
With a bang. Level
Because
ups.
it's not just 10 episodes.
No, it's going to be more like 13 or so.
Wow.
Lucky for some. Hopefully not unlucky for us. Anyway, where were we? Oh, that's right. Our adventurers wake after a wonderful night's sleep in the perfect temperature and
so cold in here.
Out, Michelle.
out of his shell, you awake on the floor of Master Flagon's lovely little shop. You've had a lovely night's sleep, quiet, magically insulated. It's just a really good place to have a nap. Your bedrolls were comfortable. The wood floor was insulated against bugs and pests and breezes and gusts
No
and
woodborne
drafts.
beetles to be seen.
No beetles to be seen, much to the turtle's dismay, because I reckon he might like bugs.
It
know me.
certainly felt like a long rest. Would you say that it
I'd
felt like
say-
a
Certainly a
long
long rest,
That
yes.
did feel like
It
a long
felt
one.
like
Good.
a long,
Yeah.
I slept for a long time.
I
Though.
would say that.
rejuvenating
Long
rest.
Recover your HP
That
and
was
recover your spell slots.
Making sure.
You silly little butt lobster muncher.
How's Ross's stomach after, Titus's stomach after engorging a full
you
ass
want
Constitution
lobster?
you-
check.
That's a 9 and
+1.
10.
It's not great. It's not bad either. You've got a real rumble of a tummy going on. You're thinking maybe next time you may be more careful when eating butt lobster. But equally, you haven't really learnt much of a lesson.
You got to risk it, in you.
You do. So you think maybe next time, when given the opportunity, you'll make a decision on the spot.
I think I'll just cook it for long next time.
Boil it for longer.
Running poops. Just
Okay.
now.
I
Did you hear
literally.
them slop around? I did it in that corner.
He
There's no
points
toilet
over
there.
to what looks
What?
like a very ornate vase, a large vase.
There was a powder and stuff in it, but I think it's all mulched down there.
That's disgusting.
Just as you're talking about this, cling, 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 Master Flagon walks through the front door looking refreshed and ready for the day. Oh, good morning, my friends.
Morning, Flaggy.
May I call you a friend?
Morning, Flagon.
Are we
I
friends?
pooped in that vase.
Oh my God, that's my grandfather's ashes.
Oh,
Oh
Nice.
what the powder was.
You've pooped in it.
It was really wet. Yeah.
Oh, I wondered what that lobster bisque smell was.
I'm sorry. I'll clean it up. Prestidigitation, clean. You're clean now.
My grandfather's ashes.
They've gone.
They've gone.
He isn't
I
going to
cleaned
need
it up.
him.
Yeah, I told you I cleaned it up. He's been wiped away along with my poo.
I don't know which is worse, poop covered ashes or no ashes.
Why did you just keep him in an open vase in the corner?
Yeah, it's on you.
On the floor. It looks
shouldn't have
obviously
done
like
that.
a toilet.
No, you're
Wait.
right. Yes, it's my fault.
You didn't tell us where the toilets were. Where are the toilets in this place?
Yes.
I can't navigate my way through.
You make excellent, reasonable arguments.
You put a pot in the corner.
Yep.
We make a
Of course, a regular human being would just poo in the corner of a room like a
You've got to
dog.
make a rational
You
decision. I'm not
understand.
going
Sorry,
I'm not
yes,
going
no,
outside.
you're being very reasonable
I
here.
won't do it outside. You should tell us where the
They
facilities
look like
are.
a chamber pot.
You just went to bed and you left us in here.
I allowed you to sleep.
Yeah, this is on you. Anyway, your granddad's resting somewhere else covered in shit.
Where does it go?
I don't fully
Where does the
understand
filth
that.
go?
I don't know.
You're
I
the
don't
magic
understand half
man.
the stuff I can do. I can do a
You don't
tidal wave
understand
out of
half the
nothing.
stuff you could do.
I could
Do you
be in
think
the
maybe you
desert.
shouldn't do the spells
I
if
could,
you don't?
I could be in the middle of the desert and get a tidal wave out of nowhere. How does that happen? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
Well,
I
I
don't
think
start thinking about these things. It
As a
sends you
fellow
into a
wizard-
spiral.
No one tells us this.
wizards have the
Don't tell
arcane
me
ability
my
to
life.
manipulate the fabric of reality. That's why we manipulate the fabric of what is real.
Do you
Where's
have
the
like a
fucking
master?
fabric? What they keep talking about
There's
there?
no fabric.
It's like a
It's a
linen,
lie.
I
You don't
think.
get told how to do this stuff.
No.
There's books. You kind of
Oh, they're
trudge
boring
along.
as
No
hell.
one knows what they're doing.
Well, it isn't true.
Most of the wizards don't know what they're doing.
You can't claim that most wizards
Most
have no
wizards
idea
don't know
what they're doing.
they're doing. They're reading the books and like, oh, I think I can try it. They give it a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If not, they keep going.
So you're saying natural talent is all that we can hope
I'm
for?
just saying, I didn't have a guide.
Okay, well, you should. You should go to wizard school. I can recommend a few. They're about 6,000 miles away.
Already.
Can't be bothered.
Hurdles.
This is what happens when you're taught on the bottom of the sea.
Yeah, this is.
Useless
Precisely,
place.
clearly.
Stupid people.
It's a nice
I
place.
hate seagoing folk.
Why is
quite
everyone
quiet
racist?
I hate sea folk.
It's quiet there. It's nice and peaceful.
I can't swim.
Guys, I tried to
You
interject.
can't swim. That's fair enough.
Sorry,
I can teach
Master
you. I taught a
Flagon.
guy earlier.
Did you?
Yeah, I taught him how to swim. He jumped off. I think he. No, he drowned. No, he did drown. Sorry, I can't teach you.
Oh, okay. What were you saying, Peepy?
I was just going to try to just calm us down a little bit. Can we just focus on the lead at hand here? Obviously, we have a certain amount of lead in this room with us right
What's
now.
in workshop? We're in the shop.
In this
certainly
building.
are. It smells like
with
shit
us
in
right
here.
now in the other room.
Yeah, okay.
And,
The shop is made of wood attached to the front. And there's a stone workshop behind, but there is a door through, so
why are you just focusing? You know there's lead back there.
there's lead, yes.
We bought it last night.
Yep.
Can we go through to it and make it into some money, please?
Yes.
When?
Do you want to go now?
Please?
Let's go now.
Thank you.
Let's
Good
do it.
idea.
Let's see what-
Why waste the day?
Why waste
wanna
this
see-
He walks
day?
behind his like bar, his like his counter, through it and leads you through back through some double doors out to the back of the workshop.
You got any breakfast?
No, there's no fucking breakfast. There's
Okay.
just there's no toilets.
Yeah, okay.
Stop shitting in things and stop eating things at random.
Where
Stop
do you,
shitting in
Where do
things.
you shit?
Stop
Where?
shitting in things. I go
Don't tell me you
outside.
shit on the floor in
I
prestigious.
shit on the beach. I dig a hole in the beach, do a poo in it, cover it back up.
You
with
slept on that beach.
I slept on that bit. It was you that covered my shell in shit.
No, that was the local children. They are awful for it.
You can't do that every time. How many times a day do you shit?
Thrice.
Thrice. You're going up and down the beach.
You can tell he shits like clockwork.
Nobody
He's
bats
got
an
a
eye.
He
routine.
does what every wizard does. You just clean it up with
I
your
prestidigitation
Of
away.
course you do. I knew it.
It's
Now,
going
where
into-
does it fucking go?
Where does it go? We don't know where it goes.
I posit there is a poo realm. Another plane of existence
A
where all
plane of
poo
poo.
and
Heavens.
detritus goes.
Heavens
poo
forbid
realm.
we never accidentally tread upon those lands.
I believe it's the ninth ring of hell.
That would make sense.
It's all poo.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's the ring of hell as well.
Yes.
Where all the
Heavens
shit ends up.
forbid anything spawns in that lab.
Oh boy, it's a poo monster. In you go. Right, okay. Right, anyway, like I said, yesterday, torches are lit. Right, so you see the, I'm going to give my voice a rest from that super tight throat voice. The conveyor belt is there, and it begins to work. He's like, he waves his hands, and the rock elemental floats and forms itself into, you've got the floating torso, a sort of head of sorts, and some floating arms, and it starts to crank a crank on one end of the conveyor belt, which causes the belt to obviously rotate. I mean, I hope you can imagine that. It's a conveyor belt with 2 rollers, one at each end. If you turn one roller, it rolls the whole thing.
Which way?
I know.
Clockwise?
It's rolling it anti-clockwise.
And it's going that way.
No. So it stood on. Needless to say, it will draw the conveyor belt. Will go
One
from
It can draw.
To the other place.
conveyor.
To right or right to left?
It's
Where
gonna
are we
it's
stood?
gonna take the
Where are we
left.
stood though?
You're looking at the conveyor belt.
Okay.
Behind it is where the handle is on the right hand side. So the lead is going to go from your left, camera left, to camera right.
Okay. So
Okay.
we're watching it from here.
Yep.
That seems
you
like
got
clockwise
it.
to
You got
me.
it.
From our angle, it would be.
It would
Yes,
be.
but
He's on the other side.
from the
So he's the other
elemental's
side.
perspective, which is on the other side of the belt,
Oh, so we're in his point of view now.
it's going anti-clockwise. He's
I'm looking
rotating
through
it
his eyes.
anti-clockwise. You're looking through the elemental's eyes.
Plague, what are you doing to my mind?
So the elemental is working the conveyor belt as Flagon walks around the back of the belt.
Gosh,
Road
excuse
work.
you.
I was trying to.
Yeah, that kind of works. It's cranking it and it's moving the conveyor. Flagon walks around behind the conveyor belt as well and steps up onto a small platform, which puts him above the previously described prismatic gem, which is held in a metal arch above the conveyor belt. The conveyor belt is 10 feet long, 3 feet wide. He gestures towards one piece of lead. Right, I just need to check everything's calibrated. He gestures towards a piece of lead on the pile of the wagon. It floats up and lands on one end of the conveyor. He puts his hand out and on top of the prismatic gem and closes his eyes. As he focuses, the gem begins to glow. Oh, gentlemen, one thing before I start this proper. Please put on the protective goggles I put over on that table over there. And he gestures behind you. And behind you there are several forms of protective goggles.
Oh,
good.
your ones look cool. Sword?
Are these the right ones?
They're perfect fit.
Those are the right ones, yes.
Oh, God, I
These
think-
shall protect your eyes from harmful arcane rays. I, as the caster of the spell, am unaffected, but you, as the onlookers, may wish to protect yourself. You look divine. He puts his hand on the gem, concentrates, and the light within the gem begins to glow ever brighter, until all of a sudden the arcane energy leaps from the gem down onto the conveyor in a beam.
Whoa!
A wide,
Whoa.
a
That's
beam
under
of
dark
about
vision.
a foot wide.
I can see everything clearly.
Way too bright, way too bright.
Glows. One second, let's get the description of this. The arcane energy glows with a reddish orange hue. It emits from the edge of the crystal, and the conveyor pulls the lead towards it. As the lead enters the area of the beam, the energy seems to reduce the lead, so the lead begins to shrink. And you can't see the lead for a moment as the energy of the beam itself engulfs the piece. However, as the conveyor belt continues to pull the lead through the beam, on the other edge of the wall of energy comes out a smaller, about a quarter of the size, nugget of what looks like pure gold.
It's working.
Flagon explains that as the lead hits the arcane energy, the energy from the beam focused through this incredibly powerful crystal blasts the very atoms of the lead to change its composition to gold. It knocks various elements of atoms. It's more complicated than this, but essentially it rearranges it at a molecular level in order to create gold from lead.
What's he talking about?
And he
So it's just
concentrates.
changed lead into gold.
Absolutely. This
Magic.
is a transmutation.
Just say
could
that.
just say
then.
magic.
Just say that. Magic.
It's magic.
It's magic. It is
magic.
Magic, now I
Looks
understand.
It is magic.
Everything that's happening here is magical.
Everything seems to be working. He takes his hand off of the gem, and the bright light recedes, and the beam stops. He takes the gold nugget off of the belt, looks at it, seems good, brings it over to you to examine. Here we go.
Can I give it a bite?
Pure gold.
Will it dent if I bite it?
Yeah, it should do.
It's
Soft
soft
enough.
gold, isn't it?
The metal is softer. As soft as lead.
What's it taste like?
Oh yeah, it dented.
It tastes metallic.
Oh my god.
It tastes kind of like lead,
Oh wow.
but if lead were now gold.
Yeah.
What's actually happened is the beam is just painting this lead gold. You scratch it a little bit underneath, it's still lead.
Oh really?
This isn't really a transmutation. This is just a.
Wait
an
a
elaborate-
sec.
Do we know this?
No, I'm kidding.
I was literally about to ask, is this actual gold or are we just like...
Sword knows as an artificer and a person who's worked metals before that this seems to be in every way real gold.
I take the gold nugget, I open up a little vial of clear liquid, I put it in, and I shake it.
What are you doing that for?
It remains inert.
It's gold.
Oh, I've got my own test. Can I take it out of there?
Yeah, I suppose.
I put it into my hands like this. I shake it. Yeah, it's still there. It's gold.
Oh,
It's
wow,
actual.
yes.
It's actually there.
It's witchcraft. It's magic.
How long is this going to take to transmute the rest of it then?
He looks at the Hall of Gold. I should have the lot done within an hour.
That's crazy. I
You may
swear,
stay and witness, or
I
you.
swear he said
half
30
an
minutes
hour.
yesterday.
Yeah, I heard the same
could've-
thing.
I
Sworn.
underestimated the amount of time this would take.
Yeah, well, that's underestimated.
It's a man.
Well, I said under
Well, the
30 minutes
calculations
within
are
an
gonna get
hour.
wrong.
Within an hour.
Fair
Within an
enough.
hour. Within.
It's all going
I
to be
can't-
gold, right?
yeah,
We're
I
not going to come back and find silver because your other calculations have gone wrong.
It's
or
the
anything.
inaccuracies I'm worried about.
There may be silver in
If he doesn't
the
know
ore.
how long it's going to take, what else is he going to get wrong? Maybe he'll get our cut. wrong.
How long do you think it would take for you to get 400 kilograms of lead into gold? How long would it take you?
Well, I can't do it.
Well, we wouldn't.
I've never tried to do that myself.
Yeah, we wouldn't assume, without the.
I'm
Always
basing it
say
off
this-
of the words you've said yesterday.
Last night, if you weren't sure, you should have overestimated and say, oh, it's going to take 2 hours
Yeah,
to
yeah,
transmute. We'll be like, oh, that's really quick. And then when you did it in an hour, we'll be like, whoa, look how quick you've done it. The thing is, you promised 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and now you're telling us it's going to be an hour. You see how that's double the time for us now? And
I-
it's-
an hour
just
isn't a problem.
psychologically,
We don't
it
mean to come
feels
down
like...
Hour
Well,
isn't the issue here. The issue is trust.
It's trust.
Yeah.
And
It's-
we're
trying to form a relationship.
we're trying to
here.
form a trusting bond with you.
we just
And I
want
don't
an
know
apology.
if you're going to do other things. I mean, is our cut still secure?
It's still secure. Half of that wagon will be yours in gold.
And it's going to definitely get to
I don't know.
100
I
kilograms.
don't know. Half, 75%, 100%. You
Why-
don't know, do you?
Why are you saying percentages?
Because I don't know. I don't trust you.
You don't trust
I
me?
don't trust you anymore. That
That's
half
a
an hour makes
shame.
a big difference. At twice, that's 100%.
I feel like we'd
Increase.
built a bond over a long period of time for it to be shattered so quickly. I wonder.
Oh, let's go get a drink.
Can I take the goggles off? 'Cause it's-
Take the goggles
Put them back on quick!
Oh,
Put them back on, you're going to be
Mine were
blind!
off. I was, Jesus.
It was a test. That was a test. It was just a test. You
okay.
can
I
take
think
them
this
off.
was built for gnomes. It already hurts the eyes.
But let's get a drink. Let's
He walks
enjoy
back over to the
ourselves for an
gem.
hour.
Come back within the hour. I will have this little lot done for you as
we
he places it on and it begins to glow
Do
again.
we trust him enough to leave it? Like, is he definitely going to get... Like, what
What's
if
he
he
gonna
does it?
do?
What if he does it and he gets
If he doesn't, I'll
150?
tidal wave the shit.
What if he gets 150
Drown.
kilograms out of it and then tells us he's only got 100 kilograms out of it and then we only split that?
Well, we
Oh,
saw
I
the
don't know
size.
who to trust anymore.
We saw the size, right? The size shrink. It was about quarter of what it was.
What
So
if I enlarge the gold for at least 1 minute? Maximum 1 minute. That's all I can do, 1 minute. If I enlarge it for that time, does it increase the weight? I think it does. I know it does.
But then our cut's going to be less.
So then we need to sell it at the exact
Oh.
60 seconds to
The shit place.
almost quadruple our earnings. The 5,000 will turn
Well,
into
what,
20,000.
hang on. Why didn't you just do that with the money we've already got?
Oh,
We
so
could have
it
bought a
lasts
ship.
for 60 seconds.
We could have bought a ship like days ago.
Well, I just
yeah, well, they've been like
Why can't
novelty-sized coins
I- Yeah.
rather than nuggets.
Wait, should we? Yeah, we've got the nuggets now, so we'd have silly coins, and then we're like, "What's this?"
What's this big
And like, by the time it
nonsense
melts
coin?
down, it would have shrunk again.
Yeah.
60 seconds is all we have. Is there a way we can game this?
I feel.
Let's go get a drink and think about
You
this.
know, like the meat vendors.
Yeah.
They're like they go on a auction and they speed through
I think
it.
they actually say words though.
Do they?
Yeah. I
So
think
we have 60 seconds to get this giant pile of gold sold
Fast.
and handed over with the money
Transaction
in our
done.
pockets.
Wait, hang on. Are we selling Master Flagon Sir?
Yes?
Sorry.
Sorry, you were talking so much garbage, I kind of phased out.
We're just trying to really figure out how this works. Are you making gold for us to sell for coins, or are you going to make us gold coins to just take and buy things with?
I can press them into the shape of coins, however, they will not be minted with any particular space
So we still need to sell this to the bank.
You know that, like, in this world, like, gold coins of many kinds exist. Many, there are ones from different nations. There are ones that have been from history. Like there are different weights. The thing is that really gold coins are done by weight. Right. Some of them will be minted with certain faces. Some are preferred over others because it's easier to identify what they are. But ultimately, as long as the person receiving them is sure that it is indeed gold they're receiving, they can weigh it.
So are we able to just use this gold to buy a ship with, or are we going to have to?
I will provide you with pieces of gold, pieces in terms of pieces of 8, pieces of coin. I will press them into circular pieces of gold.
Can you press them into coins which are half the size of a normal coin, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Why would you want to do
Are
that?
you sure you can pull this off, Titus?
Should we tell him? Does it make a difference if we tell him? He's probably done it before himself.
Yeah.
He looks sneaky.
Tell him.
Right, what we're going to do is we're going to get the gold coins. Now, I can make them big for exactly 60 seconds. Now, if we have a window of time, which is the 60 seconds, and we can sell them to someone,
This is a good bit. Here we go.
or at least trade for something else, within that 60-second period, before it shrinks back down to its regular pithy size, we may quadruple our earnings.
I see what you're doing. I would wonder,
Tell me you even thought about this.
who is it that's willing to do a deal of that magnitude within the window of 60 seconds? If you were about to part with something
know.
worth thousands of gold, you'd probably want to make sure the deal was pretty fairly defined, right? How many times have you spent thousands of gold in a matter of seconds?
Well, can you do the magic trick but for longer?
Yeah, can you do it for longer?
I can
you said you
maintain
could-
the spell for longer, but
How
not
much longer? How many longer than 60 seconds?
They
a few minutes.
They can count it in a few minutes, surely.
A few minutes. That's a good point. They've got to
What do you
count
think,
it.
Sword? Or do you think it's a good idea, bad idea? What do you reckon?
Can you do 60 seconds of like a chunk, and once he's counted that and it's
Yeah.
out of
So
sight,
we're
then
gonna
you
pay-
do the next 60 seconds.
There's
We're going to
some
pay
sort
you
of-
in
I've got a
100
rest, I
coins at a time.
Yeah, and then
Count
we
them.
enlarge it just before he starts counting
He
it.
puts it into the bag.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
This is a stupid idea.
Okay, Master Brainiac.
Why?
You tell us a better way.
Nobody is going to believe you. All you're going to do is end up ruining a deal you tried to make, and a
Okay.
person will feel
Yeah,
deceived
think
or
about it.
tricked. And on this island, you do not want to make enemies like that. Believe me, gold is a language everybody speaks.
Right.
I'll
But
be
more
hon-
gold.
He stopped.
is-
He stopped. I think I
stopped
swear
there.
that was going to be more.
Thing is,
wants more
He just stopped.
more gold is more than less gold, though. That's the language that people understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but not if it's.
By all means, give it a go. Give it a go.
Oh, but
Why do you
my-
think this will work? Why do you think this will work? You're using large
We're
gold
just
for 60
entertaining the
seconds.
idea. We're not saying we're necessarily going to do it.
Look.
We're just entertaining the idea. But thinking about it, guys,
What if we make all three?
we
of us
already
big?
have.
What if we shrunk the person that's receiving it so it looks
Yeah.
like they got massive coins?
They've got 1 minute to decide how big the part. Yes.
Do you know?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of a shoehorn?
Is it like some sort of instrument?
It's a horn for forcing your feet into a shoe.
Yes.
Oh,
Fitting your bigger feet into a small.
Do you feel
shoe.
you may be trying to shoehorn a spell into a particular situation that may or
Yes.
may not
It might
work?
be, yeah. And thinking about
precisely
it,
what we're
guys,
trying to do.
we already have a guaranteed 35% discount on the ship.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
That's true.
So maybe we just buy the ship with the money. We're gonna have loads of money left over. Maybe we don't take the risk because we might mess up this
Are you
discount.
suggesting we do a regular transaction?
It's strange for me because I like to try and bargain my way out of things, and we all do that, and not pay people with food and whatever. But maybe in this case, maybe Master Flagon's right. Maybe he's right. Maybe we just take the discount and not mess up this. Because say it goes wrong, I'm not saying it will, but say it goes wrong, we're then going to have to buy a ship at full price.
We might actually just go to jail.
Oh, yeah. I guess
Is
that's
that
an
an
option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might get
that's done.
criminalised and stuff and ousted
Like-
from the island altogether.
Yeah.
There is that.
So So should we just take
We're going to leave you to it.
You still want the coins half size or
Just
regular size?
regular coins?
Yeah.
Very good.
Sorry for wasting a good
Does
chunk
it matter
of your
what
time.
face is on them?
I won't put a face on them.
Can you put my
Why?
face on them?
Put my face on them.
You want
No,
me to
mine.
put your faces
Can I
on
at least have one coin
All
with my
three of our
face on it?
faces.
Yeah, that'd be
Split
quite-
Mixed amounts?
into 2/3. Yeah, so a
We can
try of
start our own
each of our faces.
currency.
them? Okay.
And can I get one?
Will
just
that
so we don't
increase or
spend.
lower the value?
Can I get one on a chain for around my neck? Just have my own little face on the coin.
You can take a coin and find a chain and put it on. Yes.
No, I need it with a little hole in it though. If you can do that.
Just a little hole punch.
So I
You
can,
can't punch a hole in a piece of gold.
Oh,
no, but
you
if
can't.
but no, what? But then we lose that gold. If you can just shape it that way for those few coins. See you, Master Plague. We'll be back.
I'll see you in an hour.
See you in an hour.
Let's go.
Hours work instead of like going down to the mines all okay. See you later.
The blazing bright light emanates from the gem.
Fuck dark vision in certain
Jesus,
situations.
I can see everything. Extra bright.
You said about going to jail.
Yeah.
There's no law on this island.
Oh, well, yeah. You know, you're not wrong, but we would be hated by everybody and
would.
unlikely to make a regular transaction again.
Thank you. You're just convincing me that was the right choice. That's good. That's good. Sorry, I had cold feet then.
You guys want to go to a brothel or go get some beers?
Wandering crab?
We can wander into the crab.
I don't know. Clientele is not my.
Well,
The beds are all crusty.
yeah.
And I've got to be careful. I can
kinda
only
what you
choose
said.
one person to do that with in my lifetime,
mate
and then
for life.
then I die.
That's true, actually. Yeah. I didn't think of that.
God, yeah, that's.
But you guys, if you want to enjoy yourself, but I'll probably just go down to Turtle Bay and try and get another
Let's have a beer and
Let's have a beer.
beer and a turtle.
beer and a turtle.
Beer and a baby turtle, just to
Because
celebrate.
he'd have
You're
heard the
back
song.
to Little baby
turtle, you turtle.
He'll have heard the song from the other night, and he loves the
just to kill the hour.
Yeah.
Okay, you head down to the Turtle Bay, and at the front, at the little host desk, you see your half-elf friend from the previous time. Gentlemen, welcome back to the Turtle Bay. Sticky Mickey, it is a pleasure to
What
see
did
you
you think of
again.
that show the other night, eh?
Oh, mwah, magnifique. If only I didn't get bitten by one of the many spiders that were chucked onto the crowd by the man that was juggling the buckets of spiders.
Well,
It would have been a perfect night.
Nothing to do with us, I'm afraid.
No, I do not blame you. May I seat you?
Sorry?
Could you
In
what?
this place? I thought you
In front
served
of
food
all
here.
these
There's
people.
public
I thought you
here.
served food here. This is disgusting.
We just want to sit down and have some food,
We want to
please.
sit somewhere.
I will seat you.
You will do what to me?
Sit you.
This is not the Wandering Crab, sir.
Sit.
What?
Sit. May
I just want turtle.
May I seat you?
Three
Oh, point
small
to a table.
turtles,
Point to a
please.
table.
May I seat you?
Stop it! I can't
Please,
believe
I just want to
this
seat
guy.
you.
I can't.
I don't.
If there was an authority here, I would be calling upon
I'm
them
so
right now.
hungry.
Why?
Take this mess
We'll
to the table.
just sit down somewhere, please.
Pourquoi?
Thank you.
Why don't you just sit us down?
You yes. Come, I will seat you.
No, we
Finally.
just want to sit down.
Oh, just take us there.
Okay, this is
Don't
a.
say anything.
You want a booth?
Excuse me?
In where?
A booth?
I've never
Never.
been so humiliated.
May I seat you in a
Against
booth?
my will.
Fucking royalty
I can't
under the sea.
And I'm famous.
You are. I am a huge fan, Sticky
Sticky
I
Mickey.
wear a
Mickey, and you
crown
can't say that.
What? I have
And
not
for a
seen your
reason.
crown.
You've not seen my crown?
No.
It's basically strapped to my head.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a big jewel in the middle.
Is there? Oh, there is. Yes, the headband.
Yes.
Well, let me seat you in the booth.
Oh my god.
I will seat you.
Can we just
Yes.
sit in a booth, please?
Okay.
Sit down in the booth.
Look, I'm going to sit over there in that booth.
I'm
And
fully
you think
undressed.
about what you said today.
Why are you doing this?
Look, I'm just going with it. I'm sick of the waiting.
Put your clothes back on. Put your clothes back on.
Fine.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, everyone. I'm just trying to seat these men.
Oh, fuck me.
he's telling
Keep
me
your heads down, boys.
Telling people now.
Right, what do you want?
Turtle.
3 small turtles.
Veal of the sea, please.
Trois turtle? You want baby or you want big?
Veal of the sea. Two.
Smallest.
three
One
legs.
baby,
Youngest.
Yeah.
very
Baby.
small baby,
Anything without life experience is good.
and even smaller baby.
Sure.
Okay, Leclerc. Leclerc is the name of the chef.
Is he?
Leclerc, give them some. They want 3 babas. Trois baba.
Can you believe
Wait.
this guy?
Wait, no. They don't need the shakes this time. No. You want the drinks? What do you want to drink?
We ain't got time for drinks.
You want beer?
Yeah, we'll have a beer. Yeah, on the side. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, beer.
What did you call me?
Trois.
Calm down, peeps. All right, we've got this under control.
Are your seats comfortable?
Look, we just want 3 beers.
Oui. No food?
No,
turtles.
with the food.
Well, you just said you just want 3 beers.
3 beers and the turtles, please.
3 beers, no more fucking lip.
Getting a stress headache.
Oui, I shall have them for you momentarily.
Thank you.
I didn't work.
Triangular Christ.
You see him shuffle off into the kitchen.
He's on one today, isn't he?
That he's on something.
Christ. He must have had that snifter stuff that Roger had.
How did you know he had that?
I saw it in his hand.
Oh, was he still
He was
sniffing?
on the
Oh,
floor.
I thought he'd finished it. He had a lot. He was sniffing it. I had a sniff.
It's like a pungent odour in the air.
Yeah, it makes your butt already big.
So
It's just
Like they call it
obviously the dilating
blowhole.
blowhole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blow for short.
blow.
So here it is, and he comes back. He's put all 3 delicious smelling
yummy,
bowls
yummy,
of
yummy.
turtle stew. Puts them down. It's served in the turtle shell. On the inside, you have the familiar broth,
Wonderful.
thick and
Oh.
fragrant, with
Lovely.
garlic and ginger, a
Smells
little
even
bit of
better than last
coconut
time.
milk, strips of bamboo, and big chunks of white meat
Oh, yes.
floating in
Wait
it.
a fucking second. This looks just like PP.
We've been over
This one looks just like him.
No.
Look at his face.
It's got his smile.
And there's-
Look
there's-
at his face.
Say this.
and they've left the head
my
on
God.
one.
I mean,
It looks just like you.
I'll give you
like
there.
you.
That is uncanny. I'll give you that. But
That's worrying.
I'm a turtle. That's a turtle. Can't be the same.
Oh, I don't know if I can eat this now.
Do you eat the head?
I've gone for the head.
It's crunchy, but like not unappetizing.
It's fine. The skull is nice and soft.
Nice.
The
How,
been-
how
it's
old
been
are
cooked
these
perfection.
baby turtles?
I believe it is a 21 days matured.
Oh,
Oh,
lovely.
lovely.
You can
Have you ever gone younger?
But there is such little meat, it is barely worth your time.
Yeah, but it tastes great though.
it's
Younger
delicacy.
The, younger the better.
It's hard. It is harder to distinguish. Really, it's not worth it. You
Really?
want there is a sweet spot right underneath the asshole. No, I mean in terms of time and underneath the asshole. It is like a little bit of meat.
Just here.
Yeah, just underneath the asshole there. Have you popped that out?
Whoa.
They call it the devil's candy. Because
Cool. That tastes like you're eating a lot more than what was there. That's it really
Fills the
fills
mouth, doesn't it?
it is the turtle's prostate.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I guess the younger they are, the less used that is. So it would have less.
Less contamination. Is that the right word?
No, I wouldn't
I
say
do
that
not
when
know.
talking about.
I come from an
food.
imaginary place where we have an accent like this and apparent abundance of vocabulary in your common tongue.
What do you say?
Common tongue.
Can we just eat our
You
food?
stop with
Sorry,
the
yes,
insults.
no, I'm a big fan. They just overtalk sometimes. It is sticky Mickey. I like to spend as much time as humanly possible with him.
I'm already halfway through the Turtle Bay song, by the way.
Oh, I cannot
I've
wait
got,
to
I've
hear
got
it.
the intro done. Do you want to hear it?
Oui.
Dun 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 ka. You like that? That's how it's going to
Oh,
start.
it stops there.
At the moment, yeah, we've been very busy. We've been up in the mines.
Hadn't you
Oh.
shown that bit already?
Not
Was that a different song?
That's a different song.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It is sad. I am very sad
Why
that you have not continued this story. You have had much time. I give you a great deal.
It's only been a
I
couple
let
of
you
days.
run away. I let you leave my restaurant last time without paying, even though one of you tried to frame us for food poisoning. Remember that? Oh, you forget so easily. Oh, did like you forget to finish my song?
no idea
Sticky
what-
Mickey, I am a fan, but I can only be pushed so far.
Why the
Before I was
why
that
the
spitting in your
Why
meals.
the sudden change?
I was spitting
I
your
told
meals.
you I've started on
Stop
the...
spitting in my meal!
I
Ah, you
just
got
tell
it
you-
right in the face.
The reason it's taken me so long is because I'm taking so much care with it. Do you hear the finesse in that intro? That is like no other intro to a song.
It is
When
just
that-
a drum fill. I know what that sounds like.
To the common ear, it's just a drum fill.
Are you
but
saying
to-
I have common ears?
No.
Don't insult my ears. I'm half elf. I've got a little point. You know, it's just sort of strange. half elf.
Half elf.
I am half elf.
Half elf.
Half elf.
Half
Half
elf.
health.
Wait a sec, you put the...
Ah,
let's just-
hopeless.
Can we just eat in peace and pay? like
Sorry,
normal
yes.
customers?
Enjoy your turtle. Leclerc, our guests are hungry. He says, wandering back to the kitchen.
I like that guy, he's nice, isn't he?
He's alright, isn't he?
Yeah,
I want to
he's a
meet
good lad.
Leclerc.
Why? What a good chef.
Sounds like a good chef.
Do you want to send
I want to
compliments?
send compliments to the chef.
Nice. Yeah.
Hello, I'm back.
Oh, well, that was before I even called
That's
you.
the level of service we provide
Thank
here.
you.
It is.
Can you just bring Leclerc out, please?
Okay, Leclerc. And out waddles Leclerc,
Hello, Leclerc.
who is a really fat loblin.
May I call you Charles? No? We'd
Yes.
just like to say this food has been absolutely divine.
Exquisite.
Exquisite.
Oh,
He
he's
claps
happy
his
with
little
that.
claws together in happiness.
Clicking.
I am very happy. Thank you.
And we just want to say, all together, after 3, 1, 2, 3, compliments to the chef.
That's me.
That's you. Compliments to you.
Nice one.
Good sir.
You did good.
Do you like the baby turtle?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I cut the turtle's heads.
You did.
my
Oh,
clothes.
yeah, you end their lives.
You missed one
Oh,
of
Yes.
that's nice.
them. You missed one of the heads. I had to. I went
Yeah,
off.
he missed one, but it was fine. It was
That
more-
one slipped through the net.
Yeah, I got it.
Excuse the pun.
Soft skull.
He's
Very
a funny
soft
one
skull.
too.
Yeah.
Wow, you got a lot going for you.
I do, and I have a lot cooking in the kitchen. So if you'll excuse me.
There
Little
he goes.
bow.
There he goes.
Thank you, Leclerc.
Lovely
And he
bow.
waddles back.
God.
Nice.
For a little bit extra, this is the half elf talking again. You can eat the chef. I'm kidding. We do not eat them. Some people eat them. We do not eat them. We mainly eat young turtle.
I push my bowl forward. It's really fucking rude.
I'm sorry. I
right
guess
there.
there's no chance of a tip anymore.
Hell no. You
Is
spat
that
in-
it?
You literally spat in my food.
I think
I didn't
that-
spit in your food. I spit on the floor. I mimed spitting in your food.
It looked
it's-
pretty
it's-
authentic.
Yeah, it's the action of it. You shouldn't really like. If anything, he should probably have his for free.
You are very entitled.
We'll pay for
You
the
are
other-
all very entitled people.
the
Where did
cus-
you
the
earn
other-
such
The
entitlement?
customer's always right. Have you
No,
ever heard
that's
that?
not true
The
here.
other customer.
The guy that eats the turtle pays the bill. That is what we say here. We do not say the
It
customer is
literally
always
says
right.
that in a
Don't say
placard
that
up there.
It says
but
eat a turtle,
it's just-
pay the bill.
It's just a clash of cultures at the moment.
You think the turtles are free? You think the turtles catch themselves? You think the turtles come up the beach and go, hello, I'd like to be made into a delicious stew? No, they do not. We have to convince them, and then they come in.
Oh, right.
Or a persuasion.
Wow.
They're very
wow,
persuasive.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right, we'll leave you to it and we'll do what we do, which is eat and then pay.
Good. That's what everyone should do.
Yeah.
That's what
Although I
we
still think he should be on the house
Why?
because he spat in his food.
I did not spit in
You
his food. I
mimed
mimed
spitting
spitting in
in
his
his
food. We've
food.
been through this. It was miming. I mimed.
Okay. Well, do you think if we mimed paying for the bill, that would be acceptable?
No.
Exactly.
So me miming spitting in his stew is not acceptable. You'd rather me spit properly. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that the.
I can do that if you like sticky Mickey, spitty Mickey, pain in the ass Mickey.
Wow.
I've had a bad day. All right, I've had a bad day. I
only
chuck
the
I
morning.
tuck away whatever that is. It's making a noise. Sorry.
It's in the morning. It's like barely.
How, you've just opened.
What's happened?
I am another morning person.
Oh, he's a grumpy morning person.
I drank like 18 bottles of wine last night.
Right.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of wine.
A lot.
Yeah.
But for half elf, it barely touches the sides. And then I do 4 hours of meditation. I'm fine. Half elf.
So you haven't even slept.
No, I meditate. I think about things like how fucking drunk I am.
A lot of contemplation time.
Here's a fair bit.
Clearly doesn't work. Anyway,
That felt like a veiled insult, a polyveiled insult, may I say. Oh, you're eating it now. It's not full of spit. Oh, good, good, good. You, why aren't you eating?
Oh, and sorry.
Good.
Oh,
Okay, I'll be
mine's,
back.
yummy.
mine's cold now. Can I send it?
Oh, it's probably because you've been bitching for so long, Sticky Mickey. So maybe you just eat your fucking stew and I go back to the kitchen and we just,
All right, you go back to the kitchen.
Yes.
God, I don't know how favourable I'm going to write that song now.
I heard that. I am
You were
elf.
supposed to go back to the kitchen.
I can hear. How do you think I knew they were going to ask me earlier? I heard you
his
think.
ears. It's
He's always
special.
listening, isn't he? He's like,
If you don't make that song good, Sticky Mickey, I will send the big shark people after you, and they will fight you, and they will break your turtly bones, and I will turn you into stew.
I'll make it very favourable. I have one more question before we leave.
Yes.
Are we allowed to bring our own food in here and eat it?
Well, we do BYOBL.
Bring your own lobster?
Bring your butt lobster.
Okay. What I have is...
It's quite a popular policy.
We have a couple of doggy bags from last time we were here, and we've not had a chance to eat them yet.
Yeah.
Is it okay if we eat them here?
Yeah, we can eat them up for you if you like.
I don't
No,
want
no,
you.
we
don't
wanna
eat,
eat
we
them.
want to eat them.
No, we'll eat them.
No, we
No.
want to eat them.
I don't know why.
Are you going to have them cold?
No, we
No,
want
we
them
want,
heated
we
up.
want them heated up.
Yeah, we
if
won't eat them
possible.
up for you.
No, we want to eat them up.
Just take them
Isn't
if you
going
could.
anywhere.
Can you
It's
heat
just-
these
it's
up and bring them
just-
back?
Okay, I'll
please?
take these back. We eat
Thank
them for
you.
you, yeah?
Well,
Just
heat
do
them, yes.
just like the heating part.
Takes a minute. Leclerc, I hope you're hungry.
Wait a sec.
Can we eat them?
God, how many different forms of this joke?
10 minutes later, he comes back. Oh, I'm so full. Thank you for that.
What?
I told you we were going to eat them.
No, we asked you to heat them.
Oh, heat.
Yes.
Yes.
Heat them.
Heat, H.
So I missed earlier. I thought you said eat.
I thought.
Oh my god.
You should enunciate more.
So we've now lost those
It's
turtles.
heat with a hard H.
Have we now
Wow.
lost those?
Turtles for
those
No,
three
they're
tur-
not lost. They're in my belly.
Yeah, but
they're
we were
here.
gonna- They were our food. We bought them.
X
in.
marks the spot.
Turtles.
We paid for that.
We bought them in with us.
No, you didn't pay for that, actually.
No, but they were a gift, so they're effectively ours.
Right.
And then we bought them in, and now you've taken them from us without anything in exchange. So if anything, we
Correct.
have these meals for free in exchange for that.
Okay.
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 Another free meal,
Well,
boys.
It's got to be the hour done, surely. Would it?
God, it's beyond the hour. It's been 2
God.
hours.
Wow, I've been here
Okay,
for
you need to
ages.
pay for these.
No, we just said we're going to have them.
We will pay for the drinks only.
Did you have drinks?
I assume there would be
I
drinks.
finish off the last of the beer. No.
We didn't have drink,
We
and
did not.
these are in exchange for those doggy bags you just took from us. We have paid for them with food.
All right, the drinks in exchange for the doggy bags?
No, the turtles. Because it was like for like. We had
Very
we had
confusing.
veal of the sea in those doggy bags.
That's expensive.
Yeah, but you gave them to us previously, and then you just ate them from us when we said heat them up.
Honestly, Sticky Mickey, you used to be a fan. It seems now that you seek to only swindle me and
I'm not
honest Leclerc.
swindling.
A very honest Leclerc in the kitchen. He had a nice meal a minute ago. You give him a meal. He's very thankful. He says, you say compliments to the chef, and then you bring him a good meal, and he says, oh, thank you. They show their appreciation for me. And then you come in, and now you say you want free meals too? I do not understand. How is this happening,
This
Sticky
feels like
Mickey?
there's a big misunderstanding going on.
Mickey,
here,
I think that the
multiple
way to
times.
solve this understanding is for you to reach inside your pocket, Sticky Mickey, and give me the money that you are required to pay me for the turtle.
I'm going to walk out.
Not this again.
I'm leaving.
You don't like where you going?
Yeah, can we be honest? You created this
done.
mess, and we'll see you out at Flagons, all right?
Create this mess. He just took our
Sticky
food.
Mickey.
How much?
He says, patting his
How much?
Sticky Mickey. I require from you 5 gold.
5 gold. How come last time you were charging us hundreds for these?
I saw an easy mark.
Okay, so we were right to get them for 5 gold. You say.
Yes, 5
What
gold.
if I play you a little bit more of the song I've written?
Yeah, go on then.
What's your name? Sorry.
What's my name?
Yeah.
It's for you to know, for me to find out.
But I don't know.
And I can't find out.
Okay.
I guess we're at an impasse. You can call me Charles.
Charles. Okay. I'm going to sing a song about you, Charles, and Leclerc in the kitchen.
Yes.
Okay. This is just a rough draft.
Oui.
Boom, 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 boom. Turtle Bay is where it's at. Leclerc in the back making veal of the sea. Veal of the sea. Charles out front trying to sell people turtles. Sitting them down, eating all the turtles that Charles brings from the back where Leclerc is. It's Turtle Bay. That's where I'm at.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Okay, 1 gold.
1 gold. Thank you.
You get this.
Thank you very much. Right, we'll be on our way.
We're already out the door.
We're already there.
Thank you, Charles.
Before Charles knows what's going on. Ah, shit! It happened again! Leclerc, we are broke. This is it, man. This is our last week. I think I spent all the budget last night on wine, and now I keep on getting, how do you say, duped. Ah, Leclerc, what will we do? Our dream of opening Turtle Bay, it is falling apart because I am a drunk alcoholic. Both things are the same thing, I suppose. I need some wine. I am such a caricature. I need a cigarette. Right, you walk out onto the main thoroughfare.
There you go, guys. I refuse to pay for a meal.
He doesn't pay.
I don't know how you do it every time.
Wherever he goes.
In fact, he paid me a gold.
He paid you.
He paid me a
Oh
gold.
my goodness, that is impressive.
Anyway,
I almost feel bad. Almost.
almost. That's unlike you.
I know. I'm starting to feel feelings.
I'm feeling gold. I can smell it.
Nice.
Oh, am I bleeding? No, I can smell it.
An hour has passed as you walk back into the workshop of Master Flagon.
Flagon! An hour has passed.
Flagon, open these doors, Flagon!
We demand our gold.
Come out here, Flagon, you scum!
Oh, it's you lot.
Oh, hey, Flagon.
Thought it was a town watch again.
Sorry.
Hello, Flagon.
You always get people's attention like this.
It's easier.
It does seem to get people's attention
came
pretty
here
fast.
pretty quick.
It's
Pretty
really
quick.
awkward when you knock on the door and no one answers,
Yeah.
and then they hear it eventually. So we just
You've got to go.
So your
right.
go-to is, come out here, you scum.
That, and you, here you are.
I'm here.
Anyway, how you doing,
I'm
mate?
here. Can't
Good.
can't deny it.
Can't
works.
argue with success.
How's the lead stuff going? It's good.
It's great. It's all done. Yes.
Oh, it's all done.
No problem.
Nice,
Yep.
sweet.
Coming in, and then you come in, and there's an elemental who's just stacking the last bits of gold coin. They're in tall, wrapped bundles of 10. They've wrapped them in paper for you, and they're all stacked up on a little wheeled pallet with walls to keep them in. Here we go. As promised, 4,500 gold.
Fantastic.
Whoa.
4,500. I swear it's 5.
I'm sure it was 5 as well.
99.99% sure.
I'm 100%.
Well, that's even better.
What happens to that extra 500?
What?
You said 5,000.
50? 50.
The same time that you said it would take half an hour. So it's taken twice as long, and we've lost 500 somewhere. What happened, Flagon, mate?
I must have been a miscalculation.
That's impossible.
Oh, we'll just put the 500 in them.
Yeah, you just put.
Yeah,
There
put
isn't any
500
more.
in, we'll call it
It's all
even.
gone.
Where's it gone?
I spent it.
On
What
what?
did you spend it on? You spend it.
I gambled it away.
Oh, you're going.
How? In
I gambled it away.
You're in your
It only took me 30 minutes, and in the 30 minutes time that you were still eating turtle, I went round to the pub and gambled away 5,500 gold.
I'm gonna grab him by the scruff.
No!
And lift him up.
Woo!
You're gonna give us that fucking 500 gold, or I'm gonna feed you to your own stone golem up his arse.
Oh, it's got an arse as well. For some
I
reason,
know, I
decided to give
spotted it.
I decided to give it an arse.
I'm gonna shove you right
I
up
knew
there.
that was a mistake.
I will shrink you and stomp on you
not
like
this
a
small.
cockroach.
And what
Okay.
are you gonna do to him?
Okay. Wait. Just don't tell me what the turtle's going to do to me.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do to you.
Oh, it's even
Make
more
you scared,
sinister.
right?
Hey, it's really sinister.
Throw against them.
Despite being a wizard of immense power, I am for some reason in your thrall. Okay, I took the 500 for compensation after you shit in my grandfather's urn.
Oh, for God's
You're not going to be able to buy a new one, are you?
I could buy a new grandfather for 500 gold.
How?
Pay you 500 to be my grandfather for a week. Which are you taking it?
To do what? Sorry.
That one.
Yeah, I
Welcome, he's
would,
my
I
new
would do it. I
grandfather.
would.
What, you're gonna be
Hello,
his
Granny.
grandfather?
Yeah.
I'm paying you 500 to be my grandfather for a week to prove the point.
Well,
give us the
there's a
500
part of me
then.
that wants to watch this.
Okay, here's the 500,
Yes.
Okay.
and here's the 4.5. And he
Wow.
points to the trundling.
Do you want to
thing.
just
Hang on,
count it with your servant?
Yeah, I'm gonna swear. Hang on. What am I slapping down here? Let me get my unseen servant to count this.
So,
could
you'll be
take
back
a-
here tomorrow for a week of grandfather work. Yes?
Yeah.
Grandfather
Or I
work.
could be like your actual grandfather, who was never there for you.
Oh dear God, how do you
Oh,
know?
the realistic one.
Was that because
That's
he
a
was
good
dead?
package.
Sorry. Yeah.
He was there. He was in the corner of the room in an urn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
And now
It's
he's
the only
not.
time he's ever been near you, isn't
Now,
it?
I'll tell you what. A part of me felt like he was there when I was.
Did you hear-
emptying my
No!
guts. As I was emptying my guts, I felt a spiritual alightening.
Like
That
Sirius
was-
in the fire in Harry Potter.
The shady space was in the ashes.
What?
Moving and contorting as slops of shit landed on his face.
Rancid lobster bisque.
Oh no! What's this, Flagon? I did wonder why the urn was talking to me.
Saying, oh no, he's
Don't shit on
shitting
my
on
face. Well, I must continue.
you
following
bastard.
through. I had some dodgy butt lobster. No, but he's cleaned up now.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's going to be a glorious week. You can have a great time.
Yeah. I'll
We can
come
chill
by.
here for a week. There's
Yeah.
plenty of fun to be had at the
I'll do that,
Dusty Crab,
sure.
or whatever we called it, Wandering Crab.
The Wandering Crab.
Wandering
The Wandering
I
Crab.
done exhausted one room in that.
One of the worst brothels in town as well.
There's more brothels.
There's loads of more
Name
brothels.
3.
We've got the Wandering Crab, the Itchy Crotch,
Itchy Crotch.
the Dubious Rash,
Dubious Rash.
and the
I'm
Manky
trying to-
Dick.
Manky Dick?
Yeah, sorry, Moby Dick.
Oh, Moby Dick.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realise that was in Goldtooth.
They're famous, Moby Dick.
Oh, shit. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, that must be
That's
franchised.
plenty. That's going to take ages to get
They've got a
through.
big tank in the middle with a very lusty whale.
Oh, okay.
You pay a big price and you can jump into the middle of the thing, and the whale just.
How much?
Right, okay.
I'm looking at my 500 gold. How much would that be?
About 500 gold.
That's ridiculous. Look, we,
Granddaddy's on his way.
right, before you become a grandfather slave, we need to buy a ship.
Before we do that,
Oh, hang on, what?
for 500, I'll be your grandmother for a week.
Jesus Christ, what is this?
I only need a grandfather.
What about great grandfather?
Great
I'll be his dad. I'll be his
This
dad.
grandfather roleplay is really getting out of. No, I only need a grandfather. I've hired him. Take your wealth.
Sword. For 500.
This is bizarre. What are you doing with all this money anyway?
What do you want the grandfather for?
Well, because you pooed on mine.
But what does that mean? What does it matter that I shat on him?
It was sentimental.
So you want him to be in the corner? Inside a vase?
No, I want
Yeah,
him to do
cheap
proper
vase.
stuff. I want to do fun grandfather stuff.
Oh, you want me like a living grandfather?
Yes.
Not earn grandfather.
No.
A week.
Though it was called Ern. It's strange that you mentioned it.
Yeah, I could do that. Sure. Can we just go get a ship first?
We're going to go take a ship.
You're not going to take ship somewhere,
I'm
right?
going to buy a ship.
Wow.
All the ship talk has got me.
What do you think all
hungry
this
for a ship.
gold's for?
Cover my grandfather's face and shit.
I covered your grandfather's face in shit, I'll have you know.
Well, you know.
I had a troubling stomach from butt lobster. You must understand this. You live around here. Butt lobsters are common.
I know to avoid the butt lobster.
Yeah, it was
the
good.
butt lobster bisque. A BLB.
I couldn't have butt lobster bisque.
I'll say, what would we
Sounds
like for lunch?
fantastic. God, it's got me hungry again. And we've just eaten.
Just eaten.
We've just eaten some some turtles.
Breakfast turtle.
Breakfast turtle, smaller. I had the head. It wasn't supposed to be on there. It was soft.
That's going to do something to your stomach.
Oh, God.
No wonder you're shitting in urns left,
Where are the
right, and
vases
centre.
at?
Don't
No.
shit in anything else.
Anyway, this is
None of these are toilets.
Flagon, this has been hilarious. We need to go and get a ship sorted, and then he's going to come back and roleplay as your grandfather for a week
Yeah, I'll
long.
probably turn up late. I'll probably be wandering in a field somewhere, and you have to call out like a watch party or something. It's like, oh, he's gone walkies again.
Oh, you've wet yourself
I've
already.
also just shit myself
Right,
as well.
okay, yeah.
Roleplaying.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
This
I
is so
wonder what
real.
that was.
Yeah.
Real
Oh,
commitment to the
Granddaddy Ern is back.
He's in
What does your
character
grandfather like to
already.
do the most?
shit his pants.
Brilliant.
Yep, I'm in character.
As long as you can be content with that for a week long.
No, incontent.
Incontent, of course.
Incontinent. That's
yeah.
it, yes.
For free, can I come and be your sibling for a week? Because I just really want to see.
This
This.
is odd.
You could be my sibling for a bit, yeah, sure.
Yes. Sword, you're a grandfather.
Flagon, do you not have anything better to do?
Not really. I can make gold from
I know you can make gold, but like, and then what?
I'm a
is how you're
lunatic
spending your
Richmond.
life? You're trying to get this monstrosity to be your grandfather.
Hello,
This is absurd.
grandson.
I will not be happy until I get to roleplay as your mother.
Look, if you can get some big old
You know what? I
chuggaroos,
can.
could you get that done?
I can certainly make it look.
I could transmute you. I could
Please do.
transmogrify you.
Yes.
I could turn you into anything, but I'm going to turn you into a busty picture of my mother.
Oh, I think that sounds
It's going
fantastic.
to be a great week. You go buy the ship.
Yes.
I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Really looking forward to it.
Me too.
Oh, so am I.
Where's my bloody apprentice?
Mankey?
The manky one.
Oh.
I have no idea. I haven't
He
seen
was
him.
down at the dock. He was unloading something for me.
Oh no. He didn't go like swimming, did he?
I haven't seen him for a few days.
Does he know how to swim?
Can
No.
you swim?
Oh God. Wait, no. I think I may have seen him. I may have seen him staring blankly at some rocks on the
That
floor.
sounds like him.
He'll be
He
back.
was talking to the rocks as
Oh.
if they were his friends. I thought nothing of it and
Good.
wandered
You did-
past with no other words said.
Don't worry, grandson.
We need the ship. Don't come
Let's
to
go.
me.
Let's just back up.
See you later.
See you
sibling,
later.
brother.
Good afternoon.
Come on, mummy
Morning.
and granddad.
Have a good day.
Right.
Have a good day.
Good.
Yes.
Bye.
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 There's something. Close the door.
Okay.
I don't know why you.
A lot. It seems to
Why
be
did you agree to
unraveling.
that?
Well, it's 500 gold, isn't it?
There is something
I've done worse for a
really
week.
wrong with Flagon. And I think we're only going to discover it in the next
I think it's going to
week.
get worse in this next week, to be
This week
honest.
is going to be painful and strange.
Yeah, be all
We're
right.
going to discover some new things about the man who gave us all the gold.
I'm just going to make his life such a living hell. He's going to bail out on the whole deal early on,
Right.
and I'll keep the 500 gold. That's
It's
my
a good
plan.
plan. We'll see how it plays out. He's a wizard.
Oh boy,
If not-
grandfather, I can't wait. There isn't anything you could do to make me not happy about that situation. Nothing at all. Impossible.
You hear that?
All right, let's get the ship.
Yeah,
Then
before we get down
costumes,
there, how
and
much
we'll go
money
back.
have we actually got now altogether? You
Let's
counted
have a
it?
look. Let's see. I mean, yeah.
So we did get 5,000 then, right, in total?
The Unseen Servant.
Because
Bloody
of the-
Countdoor said 5,000, including the 500 for the roleplay grandfather.
Right. and then I got
so going through-
5,000.
Going through, you these are just fun props more than anything.
Oh, it's about 12k
What was the
now.
one you just had?
Huh?
You added one then?
Because
Got your gold.
I've already added it on my one because I thought it was
Oh.
just pocket money.
Look at these
But I can contribute.
strange pieces.
Wow! Minted with many different designs. One of
Where's-
them
where's
has
the one with my
Kapipi's face
face?
with a hole in it.
There it is! Has anyone got a chain?
amazing.
I want to wear it. Just like that with my face on it.
Look at these coins.
Coins.
It's lovely. God, they look real, don't they?
They certainly do look real.
Let's take this to the shipwrights. Yeah, we'll get.
So how much have we got in total?
Looking at it, Unseen Servant is just giving me some fingers here. 12,616.
I can
12,616.
contribute 16 to that if that makes a difference.
Not at all.
Okay.
Let's go.
I got 2 silver.
Save that for a chain or something.
All right.
12.6, eh? That's quite a handsome amount, isn't it?
Let's head to the dock.
Okay.
But also hide the money because
Yeah, let's slap
Robbers.
it in that hole. Hello, Kevin.
As you approach the shipwright, you see out the front of the shipwright 2 figures you recognize having a conversation. One is Amira Oakhart, the very tall, what kind of creature was she again? Furbolg, that's the one I'm trying to think of. A female Furbolg, tall, broad. She wears a brown leather apron over a green rough spun shirt and tough, long trousers. A wooden mallet in one hand and shavings of wood littered about her person. She speaks to Goyo, the frog-like man who you met when you first made dock at Goldtooth Isle.
Did you look at that? He's probably negotiating our 35% discount right now.
Oh yes, he's speaking. You overhear him. Yes. Oh, we would like to take advantage of some of the favors we've done you in the past.
And Mira's like, okay, yes, I will help how I can. What may I extend to you, my friend Officiate Goyo? And
a 30% discount would, I believe, be agreeable.
Wow. He said 30. It's supposed to be 30.
Oh, my friends, he knows you. Come over here. I'm negotiating your discount now.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you like the performance the other
I think I heard
night?
you giggle the wrong number.
Amiria, this is Titus Sword and Kapipi.
Sticky Mickey, you
briefly
may have
met.
seen me
Lovely
the
to
other
meet
night.
you.
They are the people that did Mikkel a favor in returning his
Oh
ship.
yeah, Mick, he's the guy who said we could get 35% off of
Yeah.
35%. Yeah.
Great guy.
35.
Mick was a fantastic guy. Yeah, we've
35. Amira,
yeah.
do you think you can extend such a discount to them?
well, I don't know about that.
You don't know?
35, you say?
no.
35 is a very deep discount.
No, you better talk to Mikkel about that. then.
Persuade
strange.
me. What is it that
Strange.
makes
Well, I mean-
you so worthy?
Will you ever speak to this fine
That
young lady?
it's not so much that,
creature.
that we think we're so worthy as the fact that we're owed this from Mikkel. He promised it to us, and you know that he's such a, what's the word?
An honourable man.
Honourable man.
Honourable. Honours.
And
Well
he-
respected and
yeah.
known.
Respect.
And he said like you owe him favours or whatever. He said that this would be.
Well, yes, but Goyo here has explained that they are requesting 30%.
He
Friend,
just
Goyo
misremembered.
stutters
Perhaps
and
beyond.
giggles like a maniac. You can't trust everything Goyo
He said it was 30.
He forgot to say 5 when he said 30.
Yeah, it was
Because he was
35%, which would make that 14,000 gold ship you showed us the other day only 9,100 gold. We've already had our heart set on it, and Mikkel promised us that, basically.
Do a persuasion roll.
God, I hope this is a good one. Don't mind me, I've just got to roll some dice. Right, let's get a good clear. This is the biggest roll so far.
The
Please.
1,000 gold roll. Here it comes.
Here it goes. God, it's like being in Vegas. 17 plus 9.
Jeez.
26.
Oh, I suppose. What's another 5%? But Goyo, I want you to remember what I've done for you. And you three too. I'm sure you'll help us work hard.
I mean, our
improve the
deal's
ship.
more with Mikkel, so we can't really owe you and Mikkel. Mikkel owes you.
That
if
is
any-
not what I'm saying. Perhaps I miscommunicated.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I'm talking to Goyo when I said, remember
Of course.
what I
yeah.
did for your friends.
Oh, I see.
And for you,
Yeah, for
I
us.
would ask that perhaps you help us some of the repairs that may be required. You intend to buy a used ship?
Oh, we'd like the Corvette Clipper.
Ah, the Clipper.
14
yes.
grand. It's got front mount cannons. This is the nicest looking one. The owner was blown to pieces on it.
This one in the
and
brochure.
It was
There.
used as a blockade ship. That one.
Yeah.
A blockade running ship. Yes.
Yeah.
The Clipper, the
Yeah.
fastest of the three we have.
The fancy one. Yeah.
Indeed, the owner was blown to pieces whilst trying to run a blockade of a few islands over.
That's right. Yeah, that one.
Perhaps we should go and look at the ship and discuss any repairs or customizations you require. I presume you have the gold available.
We do. We're not going to show you because we're.
Fashion with.
I mean,
Fashion.
what does the upgrades do to the price? So the price of the ship is without the upgrades, is that right?
Oh, look.
Indeed, the price of the ship would be around 9,000 gold with the discount applied.
Okay, how
Don't
much does
say
that
like
leave
that's a
us
lot.
left?
Any extra, well, you stand before one of the greatest shipwrights in 1,000 teeth.
3 grand.
We have many experts within the halls of my great shipyard. We would be able to improve it or change it in ways you may wish without having to build a whole ship to your spec. Used.
Yes.
Buying used truly is wisdom.
Let's
That's a good idea.
Let's get the full experience going
Oh,
on here.
yeah,
Maybe
full
roll out
experience.
some champers or something, and we'll have a little tour around, and we'll just like hum and ah
we've got to
about
name the ship.
Maybe we
details.
just lob some bottles at the front of the ship like they do.
Yeah.
It's like,
Withstand
yeah, we've got a
that.
ship, and then smash it on
it in.
there.
Yeah.
And a maiden voyage.
Celebrate. Do
Yeah.
we need a crew?
What are we going to
We're gonna need a maiden for that, aren't we?
I don't know how to fly. How do you fly these fuckers?
Oh, just grab the wheel and then spin
Just
it.
spin
Is there
on
any
your-
like
and the pedals?
ship driving lessons we can have for?
We have people within our field of expertise that would be able to take you out on a few ship trials.
That'd be great. Book
Any
those in.
work required and training would be possible to do alongside each other. We would take the ship into dry dock. We would haul it out of the water to work upon it. And whilst that's happening, you can go out in one of the other ships and learn their ways. None of you know how to sail?
I've got a bit of experience.
Saying
Little
no
bit.
Like we said,
experience
we've
is
got a
silly,
massive fleet, like we told you last time we were here, but we normally get other people to sail them for us. But this one is specifically for us,
Very observant people.
and we can learn quick. Another question. What's the rule with ships? Do they have to keep their names, or can we change their name?
You may name this ship whatever you wish. It is your ship.
Do we go clumsy
true,
goose
isn't it?
again, or do we?
Oh, yeah, it's
can go
got it's
crazy.
building a name for itself, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll have to think about the name.
We'll
That
think
seems
about
like
the name.
Quite a...
Do we go with my face
Important
on the
step.
sails again? I really
I like to
like
just see it first.
I really
Oh, let's have a
like
look at
this,
it. Show us the
No, I
ship.
think we should just work out whether my face
Start-
is on the sails.
Let's not think about that yet. Let's
Okay.
start
As you're
sharp.
chatting,
Show us the ship. Show us the
a young boy appears with a tray and
Oh, what the?
a wooden
Jeez.
jug and goblets.
Backhanded.
Please do not be alarmed. This is one of my apprentices.
Okay.
You requested drinks, did you not?
Why is he so
And,
Yeah, I
uh,
did, yeah.
She takes the cups
Kevin?
and fills them, and it's a this is a blueberry wine.
Oh,
Lovely.
Thank you.
Hands went out to each of you.
Now this feels like the experience.
Oh, this is
We're just high-paying
lavish.
customers.
Now, may I show you to the ship you may be interested in purchasing?
before we do. Cheers.
Cheers to
Cheers.
us.
What if it's poison? Never take a risk.
Just throw on the floor.
Says the guy eating butt lobster.
I know where it's been.
Show,
No,
us,
I know where this lobster's been.
show us to the ship.
I down it, yeah.
Very
Let's
good.
go.
I'm used to dealing with eccentric customers. This is nothing new. Very well. She takes you down to the pontoons, the areas where they had previously showed you down the ramp, down the launching ramp, down to their pontoons where they have 3-4 ships moored up. You recognise the Clipper you saw previously, a fast-looking ship.
Look at that beauty.
Long, sleek, with some armaments in place. Several sails that are cut in a manner that looks as though it's designed for speed. It has a small it has a small hold, so it is capable of transporting goods. However, it is not cavernous, let's say. But a fine ship nonetheless. It seems in good condition. However, it could do with a lick of paint. There are many upgrades we could perform. If you'd like to approve the ship, we can take it up into dry dock and consider what it is you may be interested in changing about it.
Well, we've got a budget with which we'd like
Yes,
to
what is your
stretch.
budget? Let us say this ship is 9,000 and call
Oh,
it
thank
done.
you for knocking the extra 100 off.
Well, I hope that would encourage you to spend a bit more on.
Well, take it as it is. No, I'm joking.
Let's say we got 3,000 to play with.
Very good, a good budget. Yes, 3,000 would be would allow you to do several different improvements. We could talk hull material. We could talk armament. We could perhaps imbue it with some special properties, perhaps magical. Indeed, we could even look at hiring some form of enchanted crew. Not in the same way as Mikkels, but automaton or perhaps elementals of some.
Well, you know what? Yeah, golems and shit, they don't talk back. And you have to deal with the fucking boys.
Yeah, but when you're at sea, sometimes it's nice to talk to someone, isn't it?
Well, we got Kevin for that.
Oh,
Kevin isn't very talkative.
Kevin, I've not seen a Kevin.
You don't need to worry about Kevin. Do you want to see him?
I could see him, yes.
Well, you won't.
That is your decision.
Okay.
Again, this is like somebody who works in the luxury market of like ships, so they just know
doesn't
that
care.
like most of their customers are just assholes.
How about? All right, Kapeeps, so long as the budget provides,
Yeah.
we get mostly automaton style crew that do the rigging and all the bait and the swabbing and the cargo movement, but we have one first mate.
Kevin. We upgrade Kevin.
No, I don't want him out. As soon as he comes out the
upgrade
hole,
Kevin, what do you think
he's
he is?
gone.
I think he's got a lot of potential. If they can do some sort of magic on the ship.
What,
to-
put him in a tube or something?
No, just make it okay for him to walk around on this ship. Like they're not creating new ethereal crew, but they might be able to make it so that he's
Trap
safe.
him.
Safe on the
Trap him.
on the ship.
Trap him.
Trap him on the ship, but we can take him in the hole when we need him.
Oh, I just get angry every time I see him. And I think that might be bad for the ship morale. I just want to clip him around the ears, you know?
Right. I mean,
always the hole.
we'll have to have auditions
always the
then
hole.
if you don't want to
We
do
need
that.
first mate auditions.
I have another question.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do some auditions for first.
I have
mate,
another
yeah.
question for so-and-so over here. How do ships normally get their captains, and can we have free captains with free hats?
Well, typically it depends on who owns the ship.
And-
Often the owner of the ship will not be the captain. They would choose their captain. However, you are buying your ship. If you wish
We're
to
joint.
sail it yourself, you may deign whoever captain you like.
Can we have free captains on the ship?
There are no rules against
And how do we get the hat? Do we have to buy that from a shop?
You
Does it-
buy the hat.
We
yes.
buy the hat because it's a very
Yes.
important part of being a captain.
Part of me thinks that this isn't their remit. They don't care what we do with it once we got it.
Well, I just don't know the rules of the
As long as your money is good, we will provide you a
We
ship
make
just
the
as good.
rules.
Should we be 3 equal partners in this captain?
What about like different sections of the ship?
Sure, yeah.
No, I was thinking more of I hold the top bit of the wheel, you hold the right bit, and then the left bit, and we'd steer it together. Like free cap, we all have an individual hat.
Share
not
the
like
load.
not like one
Yeah,
big
no,
hat,
that's
but
the
like we
other
have
way.
our own. Captain.
Right.
As we pass on the ship, we
Nice.
say,
Should we also
Captain.
get one large jacket which we all
We can all fit in.
and then it kind of
Yeah.
engulfs all three
If
of us.
only
and
it
all
can
be
have
in-
your magical word on it.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
can billow it.
Sorry?
Whoops.
Oh,
Apologies. That happens sometimes when I say the word billow.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, it
Oh,
happened
did it
again.
again.
Look at that. I'm billowing all over the place. Billow, 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 billow.
please.
What are the upgrades, billow?
What upgrades we could do?
We want it fast, we want it hard, we want it powerful, we want to kill, but we also want to be cuddly. And we want a crew.
All the Cs.
All
And some of the Ks.
All the Ks and crews.
We can build the hull or we can either clad the hull, much like in the style of the Castelia of the sea, City by the Sea.
We do actually have some guys in town. I don't know if you get third-party engineers coming in to do augments, but
Could have them consult.
yeah, we know some people with some armor plates that are willing to add that on as well.
Was there perhaps a horn or a tooth you had as well?
Yeah,
That's not her saying
Think
that.
for
That's
that
me saying
masthead on the front.
there was indeed that.
Do you do stuff?
Hog
Do you
horn.
do stuff with sails? Like, could we have, tinted sails so we can rock up and then we just like to reveal us behind the tinted sails?
Within reason, whatever your 3,000 gold will stretch to, you come to me with ideas, and my artisans will tell you whether or not those are possible.
Okay.
The armament, there is already some small armament on the ship, but if you wish to change the armament, if there's a particular kind of armament, perhaps, for example, if you were whaling, you may want grapple harpoons. Perhaps if you were
Harpoon
doing
would be
combat,
fun.
you'd want larger cannons. Depends on what you plan on doing with it. If you want to be fast, you would be lightly armored.
I
Other
did
options.
like a little biter. That was quite fun.
That's good, wasn't it? What about the bedrooms? So, how many bedrooms are there, and what are the furnishings like?
Well, there's a captain's. There is the cabin at the rear
Nice.
where the officers' quarters could be
Lovely.
configured. We
We'll
can
need
put you a
3
dining
chairs
table in
at
there.
least.
3 chairs, absolutely. There's also sort of a small map room, things like that. In the hull of the ship, it's currently configured into a large cargo. A cargo space takes up the majority of the hull. However, that could be, we could put in walls and bedrooms. You could either have fixed beds or hammocks or movable hammocks.
Glass bottom. I want a glass bottom
Glass
hull.
bottom
Glass
sounds
bottom.
I want to see the
ideal,
fish.
yeah.
Glass bottom boat.
And a prison. We want a small prison at the bottom.
Absolutely, we can
A
put
jail. Just
we
Untoward
can put a
crew.
cell. We can put some sort of
yes, a
storage
cell,
cell in
yes,
there.
But they
Can you make
can't
it-
see down the glass.
They don't
the
get
glass
get
bar.
that
They don't get to
experience.
look.
They don't get the
That's
treat.
just under the
They're
3
faced
bedrooms.
away from the glass, so they
Yeah.
don't get to see and
So you
enjoy
want
that.
glass in the bedrooms?
Can it be made as well so it's able to store an ethereal boy? Just the prison.
A spirit boy.
That would be something complicated. You would have to speak with our best arcane engineers to assess whether that's possible or not.
All right.
But you want glass bottom bedrooms,
It'd be nice to taunt Kevin. a little
a metal cell put in,
Yeah.
bit. Tinted sails.
tinted
An
sails.
Iron Maiden.
You want an Iron Maiden you could buy elsewhere and just put it on
Well,
the
you
ship.
can't do a custom Iron Maiden
You want
in
a,
the jail
cus-
cells?
a custom Iron Maiden?
With
3
iron-
captain's quarters.
Oh, you
Spikes.
know the fancy thing on the front.
Masthead.
That
It's
could be
usually
the
like a
Iron Maiden.
mermaid. It's
Figurehead.
an actually
We can
opens
have
up.
Open Iron
It's an
Maiden.
Iron Maiden. The figurehead.
Ingenuity.
Figurehead Iron Maiden, please.
Amazing.
A figurehead is a working Iron Maiden.
Yes.
Yes, please.
I like it. You could use it to torture and intimidate your enemies.
That's certainly what we would want if we were evil.
Yeah.
We're nice people.
Obviously. And yeah, maybe a cannon, maybe a harpoon.
Maybe a cannon. The ship comes with a couple of cannons.
I know it's got little ones. I want a big boy.
Maybe a large cannon. Okay.
Maybe a large cannon and a harpoon. Like you say, I'm now interested in whaling all of a sudden.
And 3 captain's quarters have our own individual little desk areas just to feel a bit like, oh,
Do you do any different like
I'm a captain.
trim options?
Yes, we can do trim. We could have wood. You could have gold, brass, steel,
Do you do
obsidian.
alloys?
Alloys, yeah, we could
Alloy
do.
masts.
Alloys are just a mixture of metals. What alloy would you
What
like?
size inch?
What size alloy?
Inch, yeah.
We could
In
do.
inches.
We could do 3-inch bar.
Yeah, because I want like something to like hold nicely as you like look over the ship's side. and
Oh, yeah.
lean on those alloys and
Right.
Can
Nice
they be
thick
spinners? So they just like spin them while we're.
We could perhaps mount spinning discs to the outside of the hull.
Yeah, because they'll help with deterrence as well. Like anyone that climbs up,
Keeps the gulls off when
What
they're
kind of
parked
lighting
up too.
options do you have?
Lighting.
yeah, you got like lights. around
Lighting, well, it's a good question. We
we get
usually
one of
put
Bob and Knob-
sconces and protected metal lanterns around to help from
For
fire.
night time, can we get one of Bob and Knob's stained glass window things with they had candles behind the stained glass window thing, didn't they? That spanned and kind of gave like a really nice
Party deck. We want
A
a party
Bob and
deck.
Knob custom stained glass
party
party
deck
box.
for night times, basically.
Party deck for
Party
night
deck.
time.
Make sure it's nice for dancing on.
audio amplifier.
We could build some wooden contraptions that perhaps would allow it to amplify the sound.
Excellent. We want Sticky Mickey to do some performances with some nice light shows and stuff.
We'd like to be able to like go on tour with the show.
Yeah.
A floating stage for Sticky Mickey.
It'd be like a sail-through system where you can sail up and watch the performance.
Yeah,
we take some
absolutely.
coin and then they sail away.
We
Anything else?
We might even be able to link up some sort of light boxing with a mirror and a pinhole, and then like it bounces up onto a mast, so it's like a.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm thinking like so it's like
That
a
sounds-
projector.
that's never
so
gonna work.
people miles away can see my
That's not
performance
gonna work.
on the big screen.
That'll never catch on.
Oh, okay.
Seems like an advanced.
No.
That's
That's
insane.
not going to catch on. I
Sorry
hate
about
it.
that.
I hate that.
Sorry
about
I
that.
hate that
You've
idea.
never
Sorry
even-
about that. Yeah.
You bet.
He's a concept magician. he
Sorry,
can't-
that was going a bit overboard. Sorry. Well, let's keep it grounded. So we're having alloy spinners. We're having tinted masks.
Says on her phone. No, it's ridiculous. Yes.
Party
So
boat dance floor.
I've got a big list of ideas here. Let's take these to the drawing board. Let's talk to the artisans and see what they can reasonably achieve, and we'll see how far the budget stretches because that list quickly became expensive. Let's
Did
just
it?
say.
Is
Or
that
even get
expensive?
onto the neon masts.
Yeah.
Also, I rounded down. I've actually got 16 more gold than I said.
What, just
So
16.
we've got a bit of. We can
Don't
stretch
tell-
the
don't
budget
tell
a little
me.
bit. Is what I'm
I've
saying.
got 2
Okay,
silver as
16
well,
will
so
push
we
it up a
can be
little
all right.
Yeah.
Let's just say we're flush. All right.
Well, gentlemen, if you'd like to accompany me back up to the shipyard, I will introduce you to the staff.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
So you walk up, she leads you back up. Very happy with all the ideas that you've come up with.
I aggressively grab the young child and I'm showing him shaking my empty cup of blue wine.
He's like sloshing and trying to pour it back in your cup.
Hurry! Hurry! I push their face away.
Oh!
Is it poison? Is it poison?
No, I'm all right at the
It's
moment.
not poison.
All right at the moment.
I'll have one. Thank you.
That one might be though, Titus. You never know.
Shit, you're right. Fuck it.
Dump it on the head.
Why was you trying to poison me, boy? Excuse of a child.
We know Tritons are allergic to blueberries.
Anything blue!
Poison me with blueberries. Pathetic.
So inside the shipyard, they explain to you that it's going to take a month.
What?
Most of the ideas and designs come up with, we should be able to do this in a month. We'll haul the ship out today and we'll begin work immediately.
A month.
We think we can train you up reasonably within a week or two to operate most of the ship's systems. However, we shall see how that goes.
We'll have to do that after like next week because he's busy next week.
That's a good point. Yeah, he's tied himself into what is known as Grandpa Roleplay Week.
Yeah, and you're his mum, and I'm his brother. I'm now
I've agreed to be the mother.
I'm now the son
Are
of.
you the son
you.
of? Are you
Yes.
his brother?
Yeah, mummy.
Look,
You are his brother. You're my son. For the
Yeah.
week.
I'll
This
call
is
you
something that
mummy,
we
and I'll
weren't-
call you granddad.
It's a complex arrangement.
Yeah, well,
we
if you want the-
agreed in order for some.
if you want the glass
payment.
boat bottom,
Exactly.
then we're going to have to
No,
grandpappy it
exactly.
up.
Maybe I feel like we can get more money out of it.
I
eventually.
reckon
I
so.
reckon
think
we could
if we
squeeze
do
a
a
bit
good
more.
job
Extend
of
a week.
role-playing his family.
Do it for the whole month.
Well, yeah. Let's see how weird it gets.
Yeah.
Don't think about it too much.
We'll gauge that. Anyway, that's nothing to do with you. That's just something that we're doing for the first week.
Can we get
Anyway,
some,
3
like-
weeks of that.
Can we get some
3
updates
weeks.
and stuff? Like
Yes.
send us
First week
messages and
busy.
things.
Sing
And, like,
Goyo.
keep it personalised and stuff. And
Yeah, of course.
Maybe some
you
brass
can come down to the
rubbings.
shipyard anytime you like and we'll give you some etchings.
We'll be in the Crown some nights as well. You'll always see us in there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
making some money, performing some shows.
yeah.
Whoring.
Yeah, we should have at least 10, 15 grand by the end of this month, just from all the various things that we've done on autopilot.
Well, I wish you all the best.
It's been a pleasure.
And I look
Fingers
forward to delivering your finished, magnificent ship, of which you need to come up with a name in a
course.
month's time.
Brilliant.
Oh yeah, we're going to need
do.
that for the
Yeah.
plaque.
You won't get a name until you seriously see the
And then
finished
you
product.
smash it with a bottle.
And you have to hit a ball against it.
Yeah.
Watch the fluids go.
Just so you
Boys.
know, we use bottles of piss in a gold tooth hour.
That's fair enough.
That's fair enough. We were going to do that.
I thought
So
nothing. Yeah.
Good.
That's fine.
Thank
And
the
that,
three-pointer star.
Brings to the end of session 9, part 2 of Booty High Seas, Low Expectations. The gang have now finally paid for their ship and it is being created. When we return in 4 weeks or so on October 19th, as long as everything goes to plan,
Well, that'll be the live one. The video.
that'll
will
be live here on October 19th on twitch.tv/hatfilms. We will return with some more experienced leveled up characters and a brand new ship of wondrous things. They intend to sail from the Gold Tooth Isle, I believe, and take on the greatest challenge in the Thousand Teeth, known as the Horn. So let's see how well they manage to achieve that, where we go into Act 3, the final act of Booty for now, until we start a new campaign, probably next year. But don't miss that. There's more to come. Stick with us and catch up on all of it, whether it be on podcast or on YouTube, at youtube.com/hatfilms. Thank you once again to all our Patreons for supporting this. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
And there is more to come. Anything from you guys?
Just thanks for watching.
Just had a
Thank
great
you.
For
time.
enjoying this journey with us. If
Indeed.
you're watching this, you've obviously watched it all
Indeed.
so far.
Thanks for catching up, and we'll see you in Act 3,
Indeed.
and hopefully more after that. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do it. I'm grabbing all of theirs, all their likes and subs. Stuffing them in my pocket. Thank you. Goodbye. Lovely.
What a session that was.
What
Wow.
a
Both-
bloody bumper
For
set.
some reason, things got very weird in both episodes today.
I don't know why they would. Not from us.
Yeah.
Not from us.
Kobolds got
We
their,
aren't like that
tried to
usually.
get their revenge.
Yeah.
We did get our
Poor little
comeuppance.
kobolds.
Well, he tried, but then the kobolds were like, shit, we're still kobolds.
Wait, we're still useless.
Or a truck before we do that. We're still live, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
I was just going to stop my recording.
Just double
The battery
check
is now
any
flashing.
subbies to come
okay.
through. A couple of subbies.
Hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you for watching live.
Indeed. Big up to Monkey Games 9 who's subscribed. And we had a little raid from Captiosaurus. Thank
Thank
you
you very
for that.
much
That was great. Thank
for
you for raiding.
that. If you've just joined because of that raid, sorry. You've just jumped in at
the-
part 9
Yeah.
of a series, but it is all available on
It's
Hatfilms.
probably abstract now, so yeah, if you go to the beginning, it's meaningless right now.
Yeah,
So.
it all makes sense if you catch up. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow, regular streaming, regular gaming from 2 p.m. onwards.
Indeed.
Tech providing.
Yeah, fingers crossed. It's all good. There was
should
something
be
wrong, was it?
I'll be in tomorrow
couldn't
actually,
get
if you need
something
help
working
with it.
Oh shit.
Oh, Craig will be in.
I'll be in from lunchtime because
Sweet.
we're doing another stream straight after your one, York's cast.
Oh my god.
Dope. You can come and work
Special
out why my computer isn't into laptop. I had to stream from my PC purely yesterday
Right.
because I couldn't get the audio to fucking send. Same problem, but none of the solutions worked.
Tag fun.
We'll figure it out, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Indeed.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.